Okay. 1 second.
I used to do
not you.
Awesome.
But you just.
And we are live.
Live.
Hello, everyone.
Right, hello.
It's
It's another episode of
it's another
Demented
episode
Podcast.
of the fucking Laugh or Hate Us podcast.
That's
It's
right.
me again.
It's her again.
Who is it?
It's Megan. She had a lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah, Megan got some plastic surgery, and she
It's Ashley.
yeah, it's actually Ashley.
Ashley.
Who are you? I don't even know who I'm sitting on. Who are you?
My name is Derek. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone.
What's up, Derek?
Hi. I'm here.
And we got this crazy
Sound
hero
Jewish.
Josh over here on the right.
We've got Josh.
Show him your
dude.
rat tail, Josh.
You like that
Show the
rat
world
tail?
the rat tail.
Oh.
The thing I like about rats.
This
Their tail, bro. He likes to get a lot of rat tail.
Felons.
By rat, it means really aggressive
Tito.
teeth.
Adolescent.
yeah. Rail. That spells rail, though.
All right, so I know we wanted to start off. We're going to talk about the Salem witch hunts. It's going to be our first.
Yeah,
topic.
happy Halloween, guys.
Mohammed is really
Happy
pissed
Halloween.
off and wants to talk about something real quick. Okay? 'Cause
Okay.
Mohammed's boyfriend and Mohammed's owner's boyfriend and Effendalisa have been trying to avoid Facebook for a very long time and finally made a Facebook profile for Effendalisa. Awesome selfie, right, with the blonde or the blue-haired wig with Mohammed, and they fucking banned my Effendalisa
Dude,
profile, man.
I think, I don't want to blame all the women of comedy, but, like, most of them, for sure they're starting a coup or something.
I think Ashley's missing out on what Effendalisa is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Or who? She doesn't know Effendalisa.
Effendalisa is Mohammed's owner.
Effendalisa.
She is a transgender woman. She's very beautiful. She looks a
She's
lot
gorgeous, dude.
like me.
I would
So
pound in a
she's
second.
a real woman.
Oh, she's
She's
a real transgender woman. She looks a lot like me if I had like a blue wig on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was actually dating her for a little bit. She was staying here, but she did a comedy set.
What happened to her? Did
Put her on the cross.
you guys get
She did a
bunk beds?
stand-up act at
Till moved out.
what was that? place?
At
Scruffy
At
Murphy's.
Scruffy McGay's.
Here in
just
Denver.
Wait, wasn't it Cordial Lounge?
No, Scruffy Murphy's.
Scruffy.
And the crowd liked it, but a lot of the comics got really mad at her. She made some pretty offensive jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
Why did the
say
comments
some
get
of
mad?
them right now.
No.
Right here.
No.
Was it
Okay.
at? Where was it?
I think they got mad because she had a potluck and she made rotisserie chicken. And
I think they were hating
Like,
because she gets
They
no
asked
dick.
for
Not
soup.
skin.
And then-
Yeah, you gotta have skin on the rotisserie chicken.
She de-skinned the chicken.
De-skin a motherfucking chicken,
we
and that
covered
chicken
her
ain't got
offensive
no game.
jokes last time.
Leave it
man.
to
What
her.
do you
We
think
did.
about them banning that profile? You've seen that profile.
Oh yeah,
Is
I
there
think
anything banned
anybody
on
who
that profile?
banned Effendalisa is like a little bitch, and you can fight me because my little
Wait.
homie John over
Was
here.
it on TikTok?
He's trying to do comedy. It was not on TikTok, but thank you for your lovely contribution.
I think they banned it on TikTok.
You think they banned it on TikTok?
Fenda.
The roof of my mouth is numb. This is good coke.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Thank you, Offender.
yeah. Well,
Fenda.
You're welcome.
we're fucking pissed because Effendalisa might be a filthy cunt and a horrible person, but she didn't deserve to get banned from Facebook.
Yeah.
Simply-
Anyone who, if you want to
If
fight
you want.
him on the keyboard, you can fight me face to face. I don't care if it's a man or a lady. I'm talking equal rights, equal fights. That's
literally
right.
Just a profile picture
Yes.
with the name of Effendalisa Triggers, and there was one thing on the profile. What is she said? She's sick of all these other comics saying you need to punch up.
Yeah,
She
I
shouldn't
punch
punch
down. I punch any direction I want. In fact, I'm so big that I can only punch down. So you
Was
guys
it
Did
ever-
can
Someone
you
put
ever get punched so hard in the butthole that you shit?
No,
No,
Like just
Yes.
you gotta
Stand
have a
up.
loose.
I
butthole.
barf,
punch.
though.
I will punch you in the butthole.
I've got to get
I don't
guarantee
want to
you'll
get
shit.
punched. I'll stand up though.
I'm not saying I'm gonna fist you. I'm gonna just punch you in the butthole, and I guarantee you.
I know.
Yeah,
I just said
definitely
I don't
try
want to
that
get
It's a real
punched.
thing.
I don't want to be cleaning up shit
I
on my
get
floor.
pissed, but I
know
don't
you don't
wanna
mind
get
You
cleaning
pay
up
rent.
shit.
You pay rent. You pay rent here.
I have a
This
yes.
is a good way to
You
start
pay
off
rent here.
because we flowed into this. Josh, is it
You're
true?
actually fisting that pig.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
fist pigs
right,
all
man.
the time.
oh yeah,
Are
it's something.
you Jewish?
Offended.
No, I am,
He's
though.
offended.
He likes it.
Oh,
my
big.
God.
Josh, is it true that you shit on your own floor just because you can.
Oh, 100%. That's what we be an adult.
But what about
So-
cleaning up your own shit off the floor?
Okay.
No.
I clean my own shit up on my floor because I also pay the rent. I also take the shits. I have a cat. I
Right.
clean up her shits.
But you have a toilet. It works, right?
Oh no, absolutely 100%.
But you just choose to drop. So like, let's say one
not
morning you
every
wake up,
shit. It's
butt
not
naked.
every shit. It's not every
I know,
shit.
but when you feel like it.
It's the
Let's say you
occasional.
wake up.
It's
Is
the
it-
occasion
Every
that I'm
shit he
staring,
flushes
waiting my
works.
ramen to
Yeah.
like my
His
ramen.
toilet works. I've shit
Right.
there.
You know, like,
Mine
and
doesn't.
it's just not ready, and like I have to
Yes, it
shit.
does.
I fucking shit.
Yeah, right. So
Like, I walk
shit,
around my
that's
house
shit
naked. Like,
you
I'm
wake
very
up naked in the
comfortable.
morning, right? You haven't taken your morning shit yet.
I don't wake
You're
up. 'cause I don't-
frying some eggs at the stove, butt naked. Very dangerous, by the way, with the grease splatter. But like, and then
that's
feel
what
like
I
you
call
gotta
it,
feel
grease
your morning
splatter.
shit
That's what that word was.
creeping up, right?
Grease spider?
So you'll just drop the deuce right there on the kitchen
Grease
floor where they're cooking.
spider, yeah.
100%.
I thought
All
he
right.
said
Well, then
grease.
do you eat
Oh.
the eggs first before you clean this shit up?
It depends. It depends on how I feel.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna invite you guys over with a big shit on my floor.
But you'll do it while we're over, right? I want
Oh,
to see
100%.
this.
No,
Okay.
you'll invite us over, shit on the floor, and then make pancakes.
Yeah, and then I'll like clean it up.
Okay,
when it's
yeah.
time for when I feel like it's time to clean up the house.
I like
and
your
clean it up
pancakes
the
So you'll
house.
just leave it
And then
sitting there
you're
as
gonna
long
take
as you
another
feel
shit
like
on the
it.
floor.
Because
Right.
I pay the rent.
And kick
Right.
everybody out.
That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that's
gotta
a
shit on the
real thing.
floor.
Yeah.
Like I'm allowed to
So,
do that.
What
That's
if what if you feel like it might be kind of liquidy shits? Would you still do that? Or do you only do it when you know it's going to be
That's why I go
solid?
to my neighbor's house.
It's like the Salem witch trials.
Wait, your neighbor
The
only has
Salem
carpet, I
shit
thought.
trials.
Shit
fucked
trials. No, why not?
We
Why?
got
Why
off
not shit
topic
on the floor?
here.
Have you not shit
We
on the
did.
floor?
I've never shit on my floor, but I have been
Even
thinking.
talking to me, you have not shit on
Well, I
your
have
floor
been
yet.
thinking about getting my asshole waxed just so I can
everywhere.
save a small fortune on toilet paper.
Mm.
For real, you have no idea what I go through every morning.
Bringing
You ever try to
it,
wipe peanut
Peanut
butter
butter
off a
on
shag
the
carpet?
bringing it back to the Salem
I
witch trials.
small.
Oh, she wants to talk about the
Yeah,
Salem
we
witch
lost
trials.
Right, right.
Bringing it back to the Salem witch trials.
All right.
Do it.
Okay. So if I were
Have
in the
you
Sa-
ever wiped blood off your asshole?
I've
No,
had
you
blood
should see a
spit in my
doctor if there's
butthole.
blood in your butthole.
I mean,
Or
I
you
never
should-
did, but I'm
or you
just-
should
Are you
stop
wiping
fucking
too
black
hard?
guys.
Wait, is the
Or
blood?
are you
Is the
letting
blood?
people punch your
Is the
butthole?
blood-
I've actually
yeah.
never had a bunch in my butthole. Like,
Is it blood
I've never
because
shit
of something going out, or blood
I'll
because
take
of
a
something
knuckle
going
on a
in?
Tuesday, but
First knuckle's not gay, by the way. There's nothing wrong with getting your dirt button tapped.
well, just because you have two doesn't mean your butthole's
Yeah,
going to be
seriously.
bleeding,
Sick fist.
unless you didn't wash your
No,
knuckles.
listen,
But
You wash the knuckles.
the
You
Salem
wash the
witch
nuts
trials,
and then
you
you-
never know how the blood came about. Like,
So you guys wash your hands every single time you guys go to the bathroom?
So wait, they would
Yeah.
burn
No.
witches.
Every single time?
Yeah,
No.
dude.
Piss.
Anything.
No,
shit,
no,
anything.
no,
Wash
no.
your hands
Anything.
every
I wash
single
my
I
time.
hands
actually
100.
I don't.
My
Okay.
dick's cleaner than my hands most of the time.
I regret that
No,
high
for
five
sure,
I
for
gave
you
you.
guys, especially
I
Josh.
wash
You better
it
wash
after
your
I take
hands.
100%.
Well, Josh, you don't wear
I
drawers,
saw a
right?
sign
So
today
all
that
No,
said,
I
whatever,
haven't
just wash your
owned a pair
hands.
of underwear.
Check it out.
Literally 18 years.
This is the benefit of not wearing underwear. Because all you gotta do is unzip
I
it,
didn't wash
let
my
it
hands.
flop out. You don't even have to touch that shit.
You
Why
wipe
do I have
so
to wash
fast.
my hands when I never even have to touch my dick when I'm pissing? I literally just
It's
unzip
kinda
it.
Wait, so you're the only one who doesn't touch your dick when you're pissing, though?
Not
I'm
really.
saying I have to.
I'm right here.
I touch my dick
Especially
when
when
I'm
if I'm at a
She never
fucking
touched
house
her.
and
I'm
I
right.
respect, like I don't want to pee all over their fucking floor or all over the toilet, yes, I'm gonna aim that shit. But then a urinal is
Yeah.
hard.
One eye.
You don't
Well,
have to
I
aim,
definitely,
just
like,
flip it out
when
and
I
go,
take
you know
a
what I mean?
shit and you don't have to wipe,
Huh.
you know, one of those, I still
Or
wipe.
do you ever shit
But
and
you
you
know-
wipe and there's no poop?
That's
God,
what
what a
I'm
great
saying.
day.
One of those
You're
shits
like,
where you
"Dave,
don't, you know
what?"
it's a shit,
Yeah.
you don't have to
Mind
wipe.
The whole
You
Oh,
still put a
dude.
little
It's
paper
like
on
peeling
it.
an egg and like the whole shell comes off
You just
right when you
smile.
peel
What's
it.
that?
One.
Are
It's
you a
like-
chef?
Oh,
A chef?
Mohammed wants to
Yeah.
know, do
Me
you
too.
always wipe front to back?
He says,
Yeah.
Okay.
If I went
Where's
back
the
to
Oh,
toilet?
back,
Do you do it under
If
or
I
do you
went-
over?
oh, I thought that was
Chef
for me. But
knows.
That's
Chef,
disgusting.
forget
Chef
Chef Boyardee.
Desmond.
Forget
On-
Chef
on-
Heisenberg. It's Chef
On the
Noah.
roll, do you put it over or do you go under toilet paper?
I do whatever my heart
What do you mean?
desires.
Wait, what?
Like when you put the toilet
Put the
paper
roll
on
on the paper,
roll
or on the
by
little
toilet,
stick.
do you put it under so it pulls under or do you go over?
Over.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, over.
I don't ever put it on.
Overcuts it better.
Oh, you go
I
rogue.
in my
I
house,
just
like, I don't
realized
put it
You
on.
have it like
Yeah, I don't.
he just said it next.
Yeah,
like
toilet
behind
paper
the
is a
seat.
social concept. It's a construct.
It's
Yeah.
a weird one.
You know?
Sometimes I'll find it in the shower, like on the head, and I'm like, "Where's the toilet paper?"
I-
Looking around.
Toilet paper is
There it
not
is.
meant for extremely
When
hairy
did they
buttholes.
decide it was going to be like 3.5 inches wide?
There's like a Mexican one that like
I want
cuts
to get
off
like a
the
European
butt.
Right, 'cause
bidet.
they like
was that?
measured.
Really
They
for-
measured your
Dude,
like
the
the butt
bidet,
cheek.
bro.
Yeah.
I
They
never,
measured,
I've
like,
seen
the
them. I've
ass,
never
you know,
used them.
like a hole.
Never used
A
them.
white
Yeah, I'm
person,
an
like a
American.
small
Expensive,
person.
like,
A white
And
man.
from the
like Bill
butthole
Gates level, like high
to the
technology
cheek.
toilet, right? They fucking
It's like
spray
the
like
size of
wax
your
on.
hand.
and
You guys-
sprays and blow
But they were
dries.
actually
You
being
guys, we have,
sold.
we have a viewer. Everybody say hi.
Is it Carol?
Hi, Carol.
No, Fenda.
It's Ladashia.
Ladashia.
LA-DEA.
Now, so have you
All right,
any
we got
of you been to
We're
Salem,
gonna do this.
Massachusetts?
No, it's scoot a little more.
Have any of you
You
been
guys
to
can
Salem,
We
get
gotta
friends
take
a little
this
bit.
serious.
You can-
You can, no, you guys can scoot. Just stay on his lap. Just scoot a little bit.
Yeah, he's
'Cause you guys
got
are being better
Derek's
friends.
got to start talking.
Yeah, Derek, talk, man.
I'm saying.
He's actually
Where's
like
where's the
podcasting.
drugs?
Oh.
Where's the drugs that you hid in Manhattan?
Chef, I
This-
left them right here.
Oh, just kidding. This guy doesn't hide drugs in Manhattan.
I wish I
The
did.
drugs are on his lap.
Hey,
I'm the only drug you need,
Have
baby.
any of
You
been
got
to
the
Salem,
drugs right here,
Massachusetts?
Dad.
No,
No,
never.
no.
No.
What?
I love
Have you guys
Massachusetts.
been to Salem, Massachusetts? Any of you?
Never
Yes,
been
No,
I
there.
have.
I've been to Salem, Oregon.
I've been to Salem, Oregon, and Massachusetts.
Oh, well, look at
Oh,
you.
that's fucking weird, yeah. Okay, so
That's
Salem,
weird.
Massachusetts is where the Salem witch trials happen.
Right.
Like, and that's
Scoot a little in more.
Yeah, you're a little off camera. Just like closer to the
His
table.
profile looks great.
Should I just talk this way and just look?
How about
at
you
that?
here? Let's do this.
It's like you're talking to a big
Stand
man.
up. This chair's uncomfortable.
Should I
Nobody's
lean
used
back?
this one's bad.
Yeah.
And your fucking legs fucked up.
Here, just
move.
you
stand up,
can
move
you
this chair.
can you
Let me
can
in.
scoot
All right,
scoot
yeah,
in
Alright,
here.
there we go.
Now we're one big happy
There we
family.
Yeah,
go.
We're talking about
Yeah.
Salem witch trial.
Okay, so Salem, Massachusetts, it's like where the
Kinda
whole
like a
Salem witch
volleyball
trials
bar.
happen, like for real thing. Like, and it's still. I went there in 2015 or 16, whatever.
You're a little
Fuck
late to
Chloe.
catch the action.
He
Yeah,
was actually.
I was actually going to get home. But,
He was
you know,
right on
But
time.
then it ended up being a very family-oriented thing. But it was still fucking really cool. But
Dude,
the whole
it
Salem
was.
witch trials like happened, like all these lynchings, like
I put my
all
head
a
in that
fucking real
thing.
thing, right? And all it took for like me to say like, I think you're a witch, and they would
Good.
put you into like a courtroom,
It could.
and they would just be like, oh,
Right.
this person said you're a witch.
It was like
See
the
it.
hashtag
And
Me
they
Too
would
of the
do
day.
It could just be
whatever,
literally
and it's a real
because-
fucking
yeah,
thing.
because
Like,
somebody
somebody
didn't
was,
like-
"Because you were acting crazy or whatever.
Or you just said
Okay.
something smarter than a man.
Exactly.
Like you said something to
For
make a
real,
man look
that's what it was.
stupid. Yeah.
Like
Then-
that's what a lot of math was done, and people thought that the math was like demon shit, and they're like, "You have been sentenced to burning in fire," and you know it
Well, it really
sucks.
comes down to once you start proving, like once science started proving a lot of the shit in the Bible that's meant to be taken literally wrong, the church just got to silence motherfuckers. Like Bruno was the first one to try and say that we actually revolve around the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and the Catholic Church fucking burned his ass alive for that shit.
Well,
Right.
people think
That's
I'm
not
crazy.
that happened when people started acting
But
crazy and
but I also know that for a fact in every single city across the entire country of America, there is a witch. And there's
Yeah.
like a chosen witch that will like read into your spirit and your soul and tell you like what's going
Whether they
on,
know it
and
or
they'll
not.
stir the
Those
pot.
bitches.
They don't. I feel like I'm a witch in a little
I feel
bit.
like I'm a witch, like legit. Like I don't show this a lot as a little
There's
ass
only,
the
there's
comedian.
only one every state.
I
I'm a
disagree.
Sure.
fucking wizard, bro.
Every
But
town.
you
Which
can
is
be
the-
a-
in every town.
Yeah.
Witches in the day, they were just shamans. They're just every
Yeah, dude.
Right, okay.
And the
But
shamans
they're
are just
not even-
yeah.
They just mix
listen,
plants.
I don't
Salem
think
witch
they're
trials-
shamans.
Yeah.
I
So what
think
the Salem
they're.
witch trials
I think
were
they're leaders.
was
Yeah,
the
of course,
fact of-
they're leaders
okay,
of
so
a group.
They had to make their own bread, right? And they had these ovens, and they made bread with yeast, and you know how
And
yeast
pots
is,
and sticks
right?
and
Yeah,
brooms.
no, 100.
They're
they-
chemists,
No,
they
they-
mix-
I
no,
think Joey's
no,
a
it's
witch
not
of
what it is.
satire.
No, they're
Yes.
making bread. Okay, as a community, right? They're making bread.
Because you're letting
And
it
it's
ferment
rye
and
bread,
you're stirring
Right, and
it.
rye bread, once it turns moldy, rye bread, it turns into LSA.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's when the
Turns
party
into
starts.
LSA.
Yeah.
So even though they were just starving and hungry, like so they would
They
still
ate
eat the
moldy
fucking
bread.
bread.
Yeah.
and there was LSA in it.
It's like the
and
yeast
sometimes
with the
you would
fermented-
hallucinate and think, oh, I think you're a witch, or sometimes like you'd eat it and you'd start,
There-
Or the woman would
But
eat
it's
it,
not
do
always
something
that.
to it.
or you would start acting weird.
Yeah, and they would think
and-
you're a witch because the woman ate it and started.
There
eating it.
But
is
it's
such
not-
a thing though
it's
as
not
actual
always through bread.
whether
no,
it's
that's where LSA is. Like that is the main.
The rye, yeah, rye.
Rye bread.
whether it whether
Only
Yes.
rye bread.
But that's not
Right, right,
Only
right, right.
LSA. No, that is exactly what
I
it is.
believe that.
Wait.
Yeah, of course.
Hold on, I want to say
Like,
something
really,
about what
like,
she
was
was
born.
saying earlier before
Yeah,
we
of
get
course.
too far away from it. Because why am I still doing this shit with mom?
I don't know.
Sure, I'll
wait,
take it over.
Yeah, give her a hug.
Wait,
She likes
give me the
piggies.
pick. What the fuck?
Ah, now I gotta wait for her
I'll
to get
get him.
back.
I used to have a fucking.
No,
The
but-
LSA thing
Potbelly
is
pig,
interesting.
so
I
what are you
it's a
gonna
real
say?
fucking thing.
Well,
You
psilocybin
guys-
Is that
is
Dallas
virus.
Cowboys
Like,
up?
Psilocybin is mushrooms.
That's why there's.
All right, so let him speak. What are you gonna
let
say?
him speak. Oh,
We're talking
Frustrated.
about the
Counsel.
Salem witch
Okay,
trials.
all right, no, but you were talking about you think witches are real. Now, as somebody who does not believe in really anything paranormal, supernatural, I don't believe in ghosts, don't believe in demons, don't believe in heaven or hell, really don't. Pretty much believe in what I can see and touch, and I think that shit's just nonsense, right? But as
I'll
far
disprove
as
that.
witches, or like the idea of women having power, okay? Now, I got 3 baby moms. It's something these two know.
Damn, Daddy.
I am fucking so immune to women's manipulation and the voodoo magic that
except
she
for
used
those
to work
3
on me.
times.
And I just
except for those 3
That
times.
now I
I'm not saying the witches
I
speak
am now because of those 3 times and the other crazy bitches, the countless ones that I fucked with my whole life.
Well,
You
everyone's
haven't
always
seen
told me.
the other
Everyone's
side.
There
always
is
told
still-
me
there's
that
a
I was a
point
crazy
here.
bitch,
No,
but I'm
that's
not
what I'm
saying
saying
that
about
a
you.
witch is a woman.
I'm saying.
I said that
I'm
there
saying
are
my
witches. He
exes were
said I'm
crazy
a witch.
bitches. I wasn't
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
you one.
I
What I'm saying here, listen, I have a point.
But
Is
are
that
witches and
because
exes.
like I feel like I'm immune to like the manipulation, the magic, the control. Women are very cunning mentally and emotionally, right?
Oh
Just
yeah.
Well,
when you just
yeah.
shut yourself off to it,
They
but
created
there's
language.
Still,
Yes.
some women
Yeah.
that I feel like they have like a feminine power that like it's unique to women. It's feminine, but it's like like some have it, most don't. And I'm still
it's
like a sucker for
You-
that
you
shit.
don't-
like a
Those
third
women,
eye.
like,
You don't
even
beat a
though
woman
I'm
in
way
an argument.
smarter than to be
I
like
feel the same way with men.
to have that shit work on me. Some women still get through all the shit. Like I have
So
no
do men.
control.
You don't
I don't
beat
fall
them
for all
100%.
y'all's shit. You
Well,
know, absolutely.
well, men shit like we wear it on our sleeves.
But you're
you
also
know.
fucking powerful.
Right, we have power.
You're
We
strong.
earned that power like way back in the day.
Yeah, like I
Well, so
paid
did
rent
we.
all shit on my
Alright,
floor.
So did we
What do I-
though.
Yeah,
saying,
but like
I'm
It's
hunters
an equal
versus
battle.
gatherers who
I am
women
just as
came
much
from.
feminist as I am maninist.
I
You
think
know,
the
like
I feel
witches
that.
comes from
you're
like
a fucking man
alpha
and a woman.
femininity.
I'm a
Fem-
woman and a man.
But there is-
I
Wait, wait,
There's
I don't
alpha
think-
women,
I
there's
said that
alpha
to you.
males. I think there's like
Very
alpha
equal.
women.
Yeah.
No, there's
Yeah.
the whole
Oh, yeah,
I'm a
for
woman and a
equality.
man,
thing
and
has
you're a
been
man and a
disproven
woman. You know, like
many,
you're very
many, many
feminist
fucking times.
and maninist. You know.
Yeah.
No, I can understand in like the
Like,
biological
Yeah,
sense,
like
sure.
biological,
But
like,
I'm the same
with
way.
animals, humans, the whole alpha thing has been disproven.
Well, there is
These
Disproven.
bitches
No,
fight for
disproven.
something that doesn't.
There's
on a
alpha.
biological
No,
level,
no,
sure,
yeah,
but
on
like
a biological
on-
level, like, and we're
Yeah.
not just talking about ego and like the super ego.
Well, like on a,
not
like,
that.
like,
there's
in terms of like a
obviously
social
that-
construct, it's definitely a thing.
No, alphas
Because
no
we have
way.
a social hierarchy. We have
No
a
way.
hierarchy. That's like
It's not.
society
you
is
can
based
prove
on
it.
hierarchies.
Okay, you can be the most alpha male in a fucking room, right?
Right.
Does that mean you're going to be the one that passes on a seed?
Here I am.
No,
Like, isn't that the
biologically?
Isn't that the point? Like, do you have the best seed just because you're an alpha?
no, but
No.
No,
I think-
exactly.
I think
No, I don't
I
think
think the people with the
It
best
disproves
seeds,
that.
the best seeds are
The ones that sit alone.
Bunch of
No,
bitches.
Yeah.
They have a brain of their own.
the autistic people. Exactly.
Bunch of fucking.
No, but seriously, I think that we autistic people,
The
Where
autistic
we-
for sure.
we first of all, we do see into that like other world, that hidden language that you were talking about, that you guys were talking about, and we
There's a book about autism, and it's called The Mind Tree. It's one of the best books I've ever read, and it's about this 11-year-old autistic boy, and he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
He's from India, and he literally speaks in third person about himself. At 11 years old, he knew English, but no one knew it. And he grew
Yeah,
up
but
in
he doesn't
India.
fucking know how to be.
Dude,
He did not know how to
That's the
react,
thing, man.
but one of the
we
coolest
we
things-
We cannot gratify.
You can't
no offense
meet.
to you,
So
like,
what
you
he
cannot
speaks
gratify
on,
and be like autistic as something to reach.
but
Oh,
we
it
are.
is, though.
I think
It's
we're
the
all
next
are.
step.
It's
We're
the
all
next
are.
thing. It's the
if
next
you were
step
to-
in
if you
human
were to
What he
have a
speaks
child
on-
with another, like if you want to have a child with a woman, you want them to be autistic.
If I would,
We're all autistic.
I would encourage them to be
The
different.
world record
Okay, that's
holder for
exactly
the
what
Rubik's
it is.
Cube,
I would-
4
what,
seconds.
What
He's
this
autistic.
kid in the book speaks on, what he speaks on, is his mother not knowing how to like raise him and how to like bring him up as a child. He has memories of him being 2 years old. I remember my 5th birthday, but that's my first memory as like a young girl. You know, like I don't remember half of, even after 5, like I don't remember much until I was about 13 or 14. Like I don't remember a lot of like my childhood.
That's
I remember
blocking it out.
things-
That's
It's not blocking it out. I
You've got-
think
not that
Can I
it
say
was
something?
terrible or anything, but it was blocking it out.
So I think in our culture, like the schizophrenic and people that say they're mentally ill, I think there's actually a gift there.
there is.
And
Yeet.
when there's people, I mean, the hunters and gatherers have been here forever, and I think they kind of praise.
They have a deeper
They
understanding.
have a deeper understanding of certain mind states. I'm fucking high.
Well, a lot of
So
This is
what I'm
why
saying
things
is-
have changed is because
Yeah.
of there. You know, you have all of us there, and then there's one person who's like, "Why don't we try it this way?" And then we've all further on, right? Like,
Yeah.
So
like
in
the
this
word
book-
gift is for our English language of what we know it as. Gift is a wrong word to use. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's not just a gift; it's a fucking.
It's a
It's a blessing.
responsibility.
It's
It's
fucking
right.
curse, man. It's
you
got
have
a
to-
double
you
edge
have
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
Oh,
like
fuck
how
yeah,
you
it's
use
got
it.
Like it's not just
Like,
given
I
that
guarantee you-
should.
Look,
I
like
guarantee
mental
you, like,
illnesses,
it's a
the
double
X-Men
edge.
mental illnesses
or
or
alphas.
handicaps have been around before we even had like a name to diagnose them, right? Or
Exactly.
like the,
Or
the
names
knowledge to
for
diagnose.
it and
You need like
names or-
bipolar, right?
Absolutely.
How many
Western-
great minds and artists were clearly bipolar? Right?
Oh, all the ones that committed
Or
they
suicide,
take
for
the
sure.
drugs.
All
and that
Some
like
of
that's
the
a mental
best,
health
yeah.
that really affects you more emotionally, right? So like I'm probably undiagnosed bipolar. Most of my family is, right?
Mhm.
When I'm like
You're
fucking up
definitely
here,
undiagnosed
bro,
bipolar.
I fucking peak so hard, man. I could like when I'm on a poker table while I'm like having a manic fucking episode, I'll grind for 5
Dude,
days.
But I don't
hypomania
think
is a
you're, I don't think
superpower,
you're
bro.
undiagnosed if you're diagnosing
when-
yourself. You
yeah,
know
that's-
yourself
when
better
you
than any
fucking
other
crash,
person. So
like,
you're
I learned
not
how to manage
undiagnosed.
it without fucking.
You're not.
I learned how to
Western,
manage it without
Western
medication
civilization was
because
built on a house of cards. We're scared of different kinds of personalities, different kinds of states of mind. We put people in fucking crazy houses, which makes you crazier.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So
We arrest
We're
people
very
and tell them
scared
they're wrong when
of-
they're not.
Alternate states of mind, which is why psychedelics are illegal. Like,
Illegal.
illegal.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
This is
So
why
with that-
we're worried.
So going
We
back-
don't. We're worried about seeing our others. Like,
Being
Because
honest,
they
being
lie to
real,
you about,
being
like,
real
what
and
happens.
being
So with this book, going back to that, this kid, he was super autistic, like could not speak and like comprehend what was going on. He wanted to tell his mother so bad what was happening with him.
yeah.
But at 11 years old, he wrote this book and it's gone all over the world. The only thing that made him feel sane when she would try and have other kids over to relate to him was a mirror. And he would look in the mirror when he, like, because he would be around all these kids and try and relate to them, but he couldn't. He would literally have these episodes. And in the book, he's like, he would freak out and not know what to do, you know, and he speaks of himself as he. But then he would see himself in the mirror and the reflection of him would make him realize he's not crazy.
kind of hitting me hard because like that's how I think Jasper is.
Yes,
I'm not
100%.
lying.
So this
I'm
is
not
what
lying,
changed
like,
my
that's
life.
what,
In
like-
this book, after I
Dude,
read
it's
it,
not a bad thing.
I was a
No,
face
I'm
painter
not saying
at
that,
Jurassic
like,
at
I'm
Jurassic
not putting
Quest.
that down or
Yeah, you
anything.
probably saw a
I
lot of
face
it.
painted
And
children
me and his mother,
all
like, this
day.
was the first thing that me and his mother actually like had a full conversation on. Like,
So
we're not
listen,
just being for my go.
so I would face paint these kids all day at the dinosaur. That's why Jasper
Yeah.
loved it so much.
Yeah, it
The
just-
best part about that convention center where we were is the lights were on. But when the lights are off, autistic kids, because I used to work with them on the road, they would freak out. They'd get scared. They didn't know where they were. Well, I used to paint their faces professionally. And this one kid came in, he was autistic, and he was so scared. And his dad was like, get your
Stand
face
still.
painted. Like, he would literally be like, get your fucking face painted. And I was like, I don't know what to do. But I
I paint
remember.
these autistic kids' faces professionally.
No, I
and
didn't know what to
refuse.
do. But I remember in the book, this little boy saying that the only time he felt sane was when he looked in a mirror. And this dad is yelling at him, and I was like, you know what? Hold on. And I picked up the mirror, and the kid stopped crying, and he just like relaxed and looked at himself. And I painted his fucking face, and his dad was like, "That's right. Like my son's like, good job, kid. You know."
Yeah.
And I looked at the guy and was like, "Hey, there's a book you should read."
Yeah,
And there's like no offense taken by it, but
Yeah.
there's ways to relate to people.
absolutely.
All right,
The mind tree-
100%.
We're gonna have a formula here because
Read
the
the
5
mind
people I
tree.
realized, like, dude, you talk like this guy. I really like fucking. I always try not to cut people off, but like it's an itch, man. Sometimes I can't not scratch it. So we're gonna do a system just to make sure that everybody gets to fucking talk and not get interrupted. All right, at least we're gonna try it. See if it doesn't turn into anarchy. We'll just go to the fucking left. So she's got them talking for like 3 minutes. You got anything to say? Then it's
I'm
going
done.
Noah, and then fucking.
I'm gonna talk.
Sorry.
Who's gonna go around?
Mind
All
tree,
right.
I'm stepping out a little.
What do you got to say, Dirk? About autism, what do you think, man?
Yo, having autism is the fucking greatest, man. I don't give a shit, yo. I've had so many great sure I've been hospitalized a few times, but fuck it, you just play the game by their stupid fucking rules, and then you're right back out in the wild, dude. I have ideas in my head that I'm going to bring into action that are bigger than fucking Disney, you know? I got ideas that are going to shake up things, and I wouldn't have those ideas if I didn't have my brain, and my brain's autistic, bitch. What you gonna do? You know, that's what I have to say about it. But on a more serious note, I really do
You're
think it's
both in
a...
this.
Wait, 1 second.
Fine, your name's not Derek anyway, bro. You skip
it's
this
okay.
guy.
Yeah, you totally skipped it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is
but
this?
I was pretending like the pig was
He
in
is
front of
autistic,
it.
so I guess he gets dibs.
I
on
am
talking about it.
autistic.
This is one thing, alright? So, like, bipolar is one thing. It's got its fucking ups and downs. But I do really think, and this
I
isn't
will-
just a
It's
patronizing statement of this guy because he's my fucking friend.
It's
I
funny.
truly think that autism might be the next step in human evolution. Like, I really do think that
It
the
already
next
is.
great leader that humanity's going to see is going to be autistic. Not like it's a spectrum, right? So, like, it can be so severe that it's really debilitating.
Dude,
But if you have like a mild form of it, right? Like the world record holder for the Rubik's Cube.
do you realize why
He's
we
fucking
fucking
autistic.
won the war?
Hold on,
Sorry,
bro.
I hate to interrupt.
Hold on. Like, so this is what I'm thinking. If there's gonna be somebody just by random chance, right, who's got like the perfect amount of autism and the perfect amount of like control over it, so they can really
Mhm.
harness it, right?
Yeah, it's
Somebody
like
that's
you gotta control your superpowers or else you
Exactly.
explode.
And I think
Read a
that's gonna be
comic
like
book,
the
you know?
next great fucking leader that the planet sees. It's gonna be
Thanks,
somebody
man.
with autism. Oh, it ain't gonna
I'm
be you.
running in
It ain't gonna
2020.
be you.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
bullshit.
Or you get killed.
Dude,
It's
my
definitely
virtual
me.
reality world is going to
It's going
change
to vary.
everything.
I mean, my son is 7. He's got autism, right? Like, it's mild, and fuck, this kid's a beast. I bought him a toddler tablet.
I'm 8.
Dude, I bought him a toddler tablet when he was 2.
Wait, but who
Before
is
he
the
was
other
2, listen,
person?
this is a dad moment for me. I want to brag about it. It'll be real quick. I bought him a toddler tablet when he was 2. By the time he was 2.5, not even 2.5, I come up one morning, and like I wake up, he's already sitting on the couch watching cartoons, right? He's got the tablet crooked on his lap, pimpling, watching cartoons and kind of half looking at the screen at the same time. And he's playing the Sonic game where he's in constant motion,
How do you feel
3
about
lanes, jump, and back to fucking swipe and duck down, right? And he's just crushing it, like left, jump, swipe, whatever, nailing it, half paying attention. This kid was 2.5.
We're the only parents here.
The
So how do you-
reaction
how do you
time.
feel?
That was the first moment I was
They got-
really proud, truly proud
Yeah.
of my boy. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, it's a
I
video
know.
game, right? But like the reaction
Yeah.
time on that kid
Yeah.
at 2.5.
Oh.
The guy that cracked the code into the Nazis.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
ones
she's-
that he's-
My
he's
kid, like, my
autistic.
one goal as a father is I need to
Yeah.
help
They
him
got cracked.
learn how to control
Yeah,
it,
Turing.
not let it, like, because he gets
Yeah.
really
Turing
angry,
test.
like your boy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he'll fucking, like, I'm afraid he's
Some
going to get himself in
Turing.
a lot of trouble. He fucks kids up. I told him this older kid, like 3 years older, and a fat kid on the bus was bullying him. I told him if he bullies you again, if he tries to take your stuff and
Go
hit you
for it.
right in the nose, right?
Yeah.
So my
But don't
fucking
be the
kid,
bully.
6 at
Yeah.
the time, right? And he gets suspended from school and off the bus because the
Watch
kid
him
tried to
set
take his
his
Pokemon
boundaries.
lunchbox. They're tug of war over it. The handle breaks. So my boy just pop right in the nose. And this kid, 3 years older than him,
Take
fat
that,
as
he's
shit,
fucked up.
starts crying.
Yeah.
This kid was like
Me?
9.
I'm good. I got it.
Right.
And my boy did exactly what I told
Do
him.
you want to take
Yeah.
it?
Right in the nose.
Unfortunately, my son is like. I think you and I are definitely the only parents, right? Derek, you
I'm
had-
not a parent.
I'm a
No, guys.
I'm a
For some
member of
reason,
Megan.
I got a fucking vasectomy.
This
so-
guy,
Oh,
he's
you
only
did?
had sex with
Yeah.
2 women in his life, and he's worried about getting some.
Well, because King
I
Pimpin's
do.
got to keep his thing snippy.
You
You know
gotta
what I'm
watch
saying?
out, man.
I dumped a lot of raw dog loads for only having 3 baby moms. I just
You
gotta say,
gotta
I
watch
lucked out.
out.
So you're pretty fucking fertile,
What?
or the baby mamas are pretty
Yeah,
fucking
it's gotta
insane.
watch out.
right?
Yeah.
All 3 of them, man, are crazy. It all
You
followed
have
the
3
same.
kids?
I would
3
love.
kids, 3
Oh,
women.
Oh, really?
It all followed
Can
the
I
same.
please-
2 of them were named
can you
Megan, the
please
baby moms.
tell-
Oh, no shit.
please tell the
Oh, I thought you were
story
saying you named
of
both of your daughters Megan. I was
No.
like, hold on.
But you know what's creepy,
Please
right?
tell the story.
They both
of
gave me
your
daughters. Baby mom Megan, baby mom Megan.
3
Daughter,
daughters.
daughter. No, I got a boy in the
Daughters.
middle.
Okay.
But baby mom
Oh,
Megan.
that was
baby
that
mom
was
Megan.
last
daughter,
episode.
Daughter, daughter born
They
April
don't know this
19th.
story.
Daughter born April 20th. Leah, Alina. Family always hated me. Family always hated me. Girl fell in love with me and got whatever she wanted because she was a spoiled little bitch, and because she wanted me, her parents and her family dealt with it till she got pregnant. Then she hates me, and yeah, that's like
3
the
hates?
pattern every fucking time. The only real difference
Hate
is
14,
like my
15.
son's mom's actually kind of just a piece of shit.
I mean, it sounds like my relationship.
We were never
Dad's
really dating.
relationship,
Like we were
but
both really into
I'm
group
so
things,
glad
and we were fucking like
I
orgies
didn't
and
have
parties all the time.
kids.
Hey.
As long as
Not you.
us three
Yeah.
were having this great
Other
conversation
one.
at the house of just being honest with people
Alex
and
always-
being open about who you are,
Yeah,
right? Like
that's
instead
right.
of trying
Who?
to
Oh, I miss you
manipulate
too.
things to be what it is. You know what I
Instead
mean?
of
Like,
pretending, this is the thing.
instead of like trying to
Right.
force it into this, like
No,
let's just
listen.
be like
David having
You can
let's
be
just
whoever
know
you want.
that,
Right? This,
Like,
this is the key to it.
there-
Instead of pretending to be who you wish you were, why not try to be who you want to be? Right? Instead of being fake
Well, that's
about it.
what it is.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like I am who I am.
Well, not you. I know
don't
you're.
want-
That's
Yeah,
one thing
you
I
are-
like
you
about
are
you.
who you are,
I
for
don't
sure.
want to be anybody else.
Oh, bro.
Like, this is who I am.
Mad love. Instantly one of my favorite people I've ever met when I met him.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Night
it.
one.
But,
Same
I
here.
mean,
Yeah.
I wish you would meet me.
This dude just comes up to a guy in
But
full
it-
drag. Fucking, we said that one viewer. I'm dressed in full drag, right? This fucking
On Halloween?
beer belly. No, when I did my
No,
Offend Lisa
no.
set. This shit pouring out of a tube top. Ugliest woman on the planet. And this dude's feeding me
So
cocaine and
good.
mushrooms. Fucking the first night I meet him. Literally, like I was in mid-sentence and somebody else didn't want a cap and he's like, hey, literally like fed it to me. This fucking guy. First night I met him.
Where are you
What do
guys?
you do?
Denver?
It's underneath.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like,
It was after
What?
my Offend Lisa
Yeah,
set.
that
We went to
way.
the next
You
mic.
can't
That's
say that.
after Scruffy Murphy's.
Mhm.
Tingas, a honey skull type.
Oh, okay.
What?
And
Hans
that's where he was there. He had met
Oh,
Logan
yes.
a couple
Yeah.
of times before. but
Got you.
They wouldn't let me
Wasn't
do a
he
set
German?
because they were already like
He
the
was
scene was
German,
already
but
trying
he
to ban me and exile me.
They're like, this
guy.
Deciding crap.
This dude, I came up there and the first thing I
Asperger's
was
syndrome is
so I'm like,
named
so
after him.
obviously I need a gimmick because I'm not funny like most
So he
women,
like broke
right?
into
So
that
dressed
shit.
like a fucking woman,
Yeah.
ugly tranny. And then I just started like ragging on feminists with dumb like one-liner rhetorical questions with a punchline, right? Like, what's the difference between a mangy stray dog and a feminist? I might consider taking the dog home with me.
Oh.
Same.
What's the difference between?
I
a
bet
hot
these were
feminist-
hitting hard.
What the first ones
In the-
were?
Oh, they were.
Yeah, well, the girls, dude. The girls, like a couple girls were
Yeah.
laughing. The crowd was loving it. I'll tell you when I lost them. Next joke was,
I'll tell you.
so what's the difference between a hot feminist and Bigfoot? Bigfoot might actually exist, right? Yeah, it's so stupid. And I was like, I know. What am I going to rag on feminists all night? I don't know. Probably.
It's low hanging fruit. It's easy.
And I was like,
Even the biggest feminists aren't really feminists.
one
Yeah,
of them was
they're
about
female
the
Because
last
they
one.
loved it.
Human.
Yeah. Why is it
Well-
nearly impossible? Why is it nearly impossible for a married woman to be a feminist? Because most married women get dick on a regular basis, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
true.
As long as
Exactly.
people couldn't walk around with two black guys.
Speaking of getting
The
dick on
only
a
way
regular
they're like
basis.
100% feminist is if their husband is walking around with a fucking "I am a feminist supporter" sign.
Oh,
Dude, that
Yeah,
means
and
like
those guys
a
Even
wicked
then,
bad
that
bro.
man is gay and
No,
he's
they
cheating
don't.
on
I
his
know.
wife.
Actually,
I did
They get
I
one
did
piece of
the
pussy and
feminist
and
back.
that pussy whips them and
This
makes
is
them
what
wear
I hate.
gag balls.
Yeah.
If a feminist ever
It's
fucked me or
weird.
dated me, she'd be like a self-loathing feminist. Who like wants to be, but secretly she's into like misogynistic dudes. That's the only feminist
yeah.
that would
Feminists
fuck me.
hate me
Like a self-loathing
They do.
feminist.
I know, and you.
For being who you are, like just being human, right? Like
for being.
I dated a
Being on
feminist
her
back
top
Dude,
shit.
home.
this was my
Listen,
this was my
and
favorite offender.
I seen her
Lisa joke.
wobble. I seen her wobble.
I want to do this one.
Let's
Fucking yard.
listen to him.
Like
Okay.
I dated this feminist back
Like how well, like
whatever. Like we were
plaid
together
shirt,
for about
short
2
hair?
years. No, she was fucking feminist.
Pink?
Yeah, to the T. I see her wobbling
Pink
down
hair?
the yard. You know what I said to her?
What?
I didn't say anything. I shot her again.
Nice. I like it. Yeah.
I ran into my ex the other day and then I put it in reverse and hit him again.
I
Just
And
kidding.
now I got.
I kill
No,
people.
feminists,
That's why I have two
feminists
bird
really
words now.
don't like. I don't feel like a lot of
kidding.
women like me because I do not like put up with their bullshit. Most women, they feel like they have to protect themselves when really I give the props to the men for fucking like, you guys are cool. Y'all are strong.
Respect.
Right.
You do care for the women in your life. You don't fucking put us down. You might talk some shit.
Yeah,
but
all
fucking
zero of them. In
all
my case.
feminists do is talk shit. And
Yeah,
I don't respect that because
huh.
feminists do
Well, like
feel
this
like
third
all.
wave feminist,
they
it's like
talk
woman,
shit.
it's like man hating a little bit.
Yeah,
It's kind
Yeah.
of like
But you
black
can't say
people
that.
hating white
Well,
people.
no, like,
my
That's
second
not a
baby
way
mom
to
used
be
to
But
people.
deep down
My
inside,
second baby mom used to lose her mind when I referred to her as baby mom number 2.
Well,
It's
that's,
like-
your, that's your first fucking problem.
No, it's not because you're the second baby
That's
mom.
actually-
it's because
if
I
that's
beat
his
you twice
only
as often.
second problem.
Keep that your only problem.
No.
If
Well,
you're
I'll tell
only
you that
considering
I really
her
want
as
to. I really want to see
2.0.
what you think is funny. I think this was the dopest offend Lisa joke. So after the feminist shit about like married women get dick on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Speaking of getting dicked on a regular basis, do you know what a deaf girl sounds like when she comes? Don't worry, neither does she.
She doesn't know.
Yeah. That's
I've
the
got
joke.
I've got
Yeah.
an answer for that one.
oh my god,
I don't know, but probably something like.
No, I thought it felt like this.
Do you want to know where I really come? Do you want to know? Like,
Silent. No one even heard her. It was like a
god, what
mouse.
does that sound like for real?
well, I liked
Dude,
it
no,
because
so
you
I was
know
wearing these shoes the other day. My best
anybody
friend was
when you
like,
come,
I like
when you
those.
come and you fucking have an orgasm, guy or girl, you make like weird faces, you make weird sounds, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have the
Yeah,
opportunity
yeah.
to like tweak it and make it more socially acceptable, right? Especially
No,
like
absolutely
the first hookups.
Not
Right?
at all.
You get comfortable with somebody lets
Oh,
you
in
do
the
weird
first
shit, but
hookup.
like for the first hookup, you know what I mean? Does not like do anything too weird.
If it's the first hookup and you
Most
don't make me
people
make
do.
a weird face, I'm not going to talk to you again.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying,
better-
but
Yeah, you
try.
gotta go to, like,
I think it's good. You're
I
gonna
tried
fail,
to
but
do
you
the
try.
weird
If I
faces
feel
to,
uncomfortable
to see if
to,
they're
But
like-
a deaf girl doesn't have that luxury to like tweak how she sounds. So like, you know, a deaf person that's been deaf their whole life tries to talk, and they're like, "I really like the eggs for breakfast."
What if
Or
it's
like,
Teller?
what if
Yeah.
it's the only time when she sounds normal,
oh,
but
God.
she's getting dicked down?
I don't know about
right?
a
So
deaf
she's
woman.
like, oh, you know, she's like keeping perfect
She's never gonna
pitch.
know my abracadabra.
You might know more deaf
See,
women than you
abracadabra,
think.
she's not even
I do.
good at it.
Yeah.
I just haven't talked to a lot of deaf people.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
because then you have to know Naruto language.
Well, in it,
hold on. I need a
So-
disclaimer. 'Cause I don't want to
Yeah.
get banned.
I was
Disclaimer.
I don't want to get banned from YouTube. So we all have prescriptions for Adderall. That's right. We all have prescriptions for Adderall, right? We have some crushed up Adderall we're gonna snort.
used to.
Just it's
So
This
we're gonna
is-
do it on.
Here's
I'm
it.
actually sober. I'm clean
It's
now.
Adderall,
Thank
so
you.
don't worry.
But-
Provider officer, I have a prescription.
But I am fluent in sign language, so
What?
if there's anyone that can hear us, we can speak.
I know my
That's
name.
language,
Yeah.
Oh,
This is as much
Oh,
sign
put it-
language as
put it
I
up.
know.
yeah.
Hey, I know some sign language.
You guys know what this
It goes
is?
like this.
You know what this is?
Eating ass.
Soda pop.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
was
Yeah.
close.
Is there any other?
This is
Something else that tastes
No
good,
idea.
am I right?
good night.
Oh yeah, okay.
Thank you. You know what this is? Weird. That's my favorite.
You know,
I want to
That's
get.
really-
I want to get hands like this and this on
Fuck
my arm somewhere,
I feel like that's like a
You wanna get-
Edward Scissorhands
So-
man made that.
so I can
Lesson
talk
of
to
the
people.
day.
Don't,
That is the lesson of
don't
the day,
fuck
boys
with
and
a
girls.
girl if her face isn't weird when you make her come.
Do
Yeah.
weird things. And
when you're
Or-
fucking over, for a first time, you
If
gotta
they're
go
not
weird. That's why you
autistic,
gotta give them the Houdini.
Don't fuck them.
don't fuck them.
Don't fuck them. If
or-
they're
You
not
want me
autistic,
fucking
don't fuck
autistic
them.
Or
person
anal.
that makes
Only.
weird faces.
anal only.
If you want evolution to go the way it's gonna go, then
Anal only?
you can only
Autistic.
fuck.
You guys know the
No,
Houdini?
dude, you gotta
You
spread the
You
seed.
know what the Houdini is, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's hear your Houdini.
Do you know who
This is the finisher.
Hans Asperger's is? He's the guy that fucking cracked the code for the German war. I'm serious.
On the German side.
No, on the Jewish side. He was German, but he cracked the code and he was autistic.
beers?
I'm gonna drink
Yeah,
this
who's
beer.
not-
I'm gonna drink a
Can I
lot
have
of
that
those.
full one?
Go for it.
Alright, I might as well.
And,
When in Germany.
Yeah. I
I
got stuff
When on
Fuck
YouTube.
to talk about here.
Hey, grab that other one for Derek. At least you can't reach that.
That's a halfie.
Well,
Yeah.
you got last
Thank you.
pick.
I prefer the glass
That's
half.
God,
full.
you brought us over with fucking like 6 half
All right.
burgers.
What are you talking about? I opened all those for you when you got here.
So I'd
That's
like
yours,
to.
sir?
I'd
Well, I
like
know
to
I
change
have one.
this.
I'm not saying I
Can we
need
change
one.
the subject?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
talk.
let's change the
yeah.
subject.
I'd
Let
like to.
magic.
Let's talk about
Magic?
crazy
Magic.
like hookup stories or fucking sex stories.
So I was thinking
Something.
our first attack would be rotisserie chickens. Start with cooking
What is this
and go
rotisserie
into
chicken thing she's
fucking.
on about?
Love
Go
them.
into sex.
The
Love
seventh
them.
time she's
Thank you,
talked about
Jeff.
rotisserie
$7, dude.
$7.
What
For a
happened?
chicken?
Oh, the best skin.
If you want to keep a wife,
You keep
I need chicken. That's the secret of keeping a wife.
no, you're wrong.
Uh,
You're so wrong.
I was just planning on like sucking the.
rotisserie chicken.
You
Sucking
said
the-
let's
you want-
talk about bad
you
breakup
want-
stories. Well,
Can
I
I just
think you
like
prefer
suck
to
the
know.
life
You're
and
breaking up.
youth
That's
and
why you're
love
getting
out of
this
broken
is
up.
why
Like,
you're
you've
going
done
to
older,
wants to
not
talk
getting
about
a
and then just keep straightening
You're
out
not getting a
We're all
rotisserie
happy in our
chicken.
for another
lives.
18-year-old.
See, we're not.
Yeah.
I cook my own rotisserie chickens.
All right, so
It's just
Um,
not really need to tell you.
the chicken.
How do you make yours?
But beer can right to the butt, yeah.
I put that shit right in there.
I
like it
prefer an
dry and
orange in the
crispy.
butthole.
I fry. What are you guys doing
Hold on.
YouTube.
How many viewers do we
for
have?
Thanksgiving? You guys frying turkeys or are you?
Hell no. Nobody
Smoking.
fries turkeys.
Oh come
bro.
on! You
I do,
frying
absolutely.
turks?
I definitely fry turkeys.
Yeah.
You eating deer? I don't
My
know, man.
mom's second house burnt down because I didn't need to tell.
Well, that's why I
Burning
think
houses
Oh.
down with
you can pay
turkeys?
Church's chicken. Sorry, I stumbled.
You want to smoke?
$20.
You want the cigarette? Yeah.
I do. You can pay Church's chicken $20. You can bring your own
Church's
marinated.
chicken.
You can bring your marinated turkey and pay them $20 to deep fry their turkey.
Oh really?
on
Oh, I
Thanksgiving.
dropped something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
No
under the
bullshit.
table now.
Professional deep fryers.
Yeah, look for the pig. He fell.
You remember like when that
Professional-
was a big fad when they were deep frying like 10 years ago, and then like a lot of houses burnt down.
It's still a deep
That
fat
was
in
my
my
mom's
home.
second house.
You fucked up
It
the
was
line.
in there.
My house
Like,
might be
it
on
is
fire
in
right
this-
now because I deep fried my dog's food earlier.
From the
She's
dog.
still outside. I tried to feed her. My house burned down because I deep fried her food.
You deep fry your dog's food?
I did one time in Tennessee.
That's
In
right.
Nashville, when I moved there,
Nashville.
I had a deep fryer, dude. I make the best deep fried Oreos.
You made the best deep fried
You just
dog
put
food.
shit in there.
Until
Like,
that
you like
fateful
deep fried
day.
food, yeah.
Deep fried.
I didn't burn down my house. Josh did.
No. My
Oh.
mom
Oh,
burned
your
down
mom did.
her own
Deep
house.
frying?
Was she deep frying a rotisserie chicken?
A turkey.
The turkey.
But like she took it like
Was
straight
it
out
real-
the
a
bag.
rotisserie turkey?
No, she straight up took it like we had
I'm
the
just
big
gonna bring
drop
it up
in
like
for
20
like
times.
20-pound turkey, and they had that
She
got
dropped it
all-
in like I got
No, so
it.
yeah, she got the bag open and did not let it
Cut the
hit
strings off, let the
temperature.
wings
did not
spread.
get to temperature like actual like
Oh,
room temperature
no.
because you can't put it in
That's
really
that
cold with
baseball
all that
master.
water. And
Yeah.
put it in.
Bless
and
her
then
heart.
it's all
She
over
just
the face.
she just wanted to make dinner.
Harley.
No, she
Something.
was just
Kenny and
really
Harley
spun
were
out.
older brothers.
She was just
What's
going
my
for
first-
She was just friends. She was like, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing.
Dude, I used to
Save
like.
this
I remember being in like 6th grade. This is one of my first memories. Is being in 6th grade, going to bed. My mom being mad, telling me to go to bed at like 10 o'clock at
Fucking my
night.
brother.
Go
We'll
upstairs,
tell him,
come
we'll
down
tell,
to wake
we'll
up
tell
for
you later
school.
when we're not doing a podcast.
and my whole living room would be a different
I want
color,
to hear.
Mhm.
like painted, new furniture.
I love YouTube. I'm
Like it would be completely
getting on
different.
YouTube. I'm a
Completely
new guy.
different.
You know, I'm trying to.
Derek's
make
smoking
it.
cigarettes now. Everybody watch out.
I'm trying to smoke
Uh-oh.
cigarettes.
Oh
He's
shit.
a rebel.
He's a rebel smoking those Marlboros. Hello, everyone. It's me, Little Aspie, your new Marlboro man. I don't smoke, but I sure support people who
You know,
do.
Marble Man is
But
in
when I
the dictionary, like
You already
Webster
know it
dictionary, underneath loyalty.
What is Rebel Man?
The Marble Man, like the original
Oh, really?
Marble Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
isn't
in
the Marlboro guy in
What about the
Pennsylvania?
Campbell guy?
No, he's dead.
What
Well,
about
no, not like
Original
no,
Marlboro
like
Man.
the Marlboro like plant where they make all the tobaccos in
No,
Pennsylvania.
that's no.
So let's just-
North
Is it in
Carolina.
Kentucky? North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I never I just I
Come
didn't.
on and
I
raise
can't
up.
remember.
Take
I
your
got
shirt
some of
off.
these things.
Twist it around.
Petey
It's running
Pablo?
like a helicopter.
Petey?
So
Yeah,
back
you
to
fucking
fires.
Dude, right there, dude.
I
That's
love
awesome
Petey.
that you
I love
Petey
Petey.
Cobbler, huh?
Petey Cobbs.
Petey Cobbs. Look at his body.
Oh yeah, this is the body of a god.
You know, I Googled last week, are all Jews
You're taking
really
over.
ugly? And it was just a picture of you and it said, is this proof enough?
You know who
No,
is a good
I
looking
disagree.
Jew?
Thank you.
I'd fuck
Thank
him.
you.
Who's a
Every
good-
Jew,
Hey man, you
they're
can't,
either
you
funny
can't say
looking
that in
or
front of his
normal.
mom and dad.
Oh,
Really?
shit. Sorry,
good-looking
he
guy.
likes the
Yeah.
anti-Semitic
I'm
humor.
sure.
I love
My best
anti-Semitic
friend
humor.
is Jewish. Yeah, she's fucking not bad.
That's what I'm
She's like
saying.
6 foot tall.
Dude, Jewish girls are great. They have nice
Yeah.
top tots. They're
Hers
very
are
well
weird.
endowed, and
They
I'm
are.
not talking about their bat mitzvah gifts. Hey yo.
Oh, they're
Right.
talking about their bat mitzvah gifts, but they're not talking about their tits because their nipples always go like every direction, like east and west. You know, like they're never
Right.
like just
They're
Like every
70,
direction
that
they're
you
can
70,
shake
they're
for the
never
sukkah.
25.
just
I mean,
looking at.
they
Us. They're
can't
never
deep
like
throat.
headlights.
Jew-
They're always
Jewish
like
girls can't
the
deep-
blinkers.
Yeah, they can.
No,
They go,
No.
but they still can deep throat.
What
But
did
that's just because
Cinderella-
they smoke Hebrew.
Even
I mean,
if-
that's just
dude,
because they
even if
speak
What did
they-
Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
The problem is, even if a Jewish girl doesn't have a gag reflex, her nose always gets in the way when she tries to take.
I never met a woman that didn't have a gag reflex.
Dude,
I don't.
I've seen pornography of them,
Big fucking.
and they're
Silent
fucking
porn?
champs.
She doesn't have a gag
Oh.
reflex.
You
It's
remember-
silent
you remember
porn.
the-
Is
you
it
remember
black
the
and white
chick?
too?
Remember,
No,
like,
they
what's her
got-
name? This, like, the chick that was staying with
Oh,
him when we
you
first
slang
went to
big
his house?
dicks, dude. What are you gonna do about it? They fucking gag every time.
Dude,
Well
the
done.
chick, the crazy chick that was staying with him
Back
when we
to
first
Denver.
met him.
Oh, she wasn't crazy.
I might
She's
choke, but I
definitely
don't
crazy.
gag.
Which one?
The one that was like
Yeah.
staying with you when we
Yeah,
did
well.
the mushrooms and came back when I
I
was
say
dressed as a
he's
Fendelisa.
Jews. I like.
Amy.
Amy, yeah,
Huh?
Amy.
Yeah.
Okay, you
James
remember?
crazy.
Do you remember what she was saying though about how she
Thank
like
you,
loves to deep throat cock, and that this thing was so fucking thick she couldn't fucking do it?
I walked in on a
Dude,
long
it's about this
conversation.
thick.
Oh, you did this thing.
He was drunk as
I
shit
don't want
when we
that,
were doing a
bro.
line in the stall, and he was just like stumbling around, fucking. I wasn't trying to look at it.
Yeah.
But the dude turned with it out,
We're
like
out.
it was right there. But I'm saying she wasn't fucking wrong. That thing is like an anaconda, bro, like a
Dude.
soup can. I don't think it's that long.
A
That thing is like,
canaconda.
No, it's like a Reese's Pieces.
dude, it's
It's like this big
Like a
and like
tank.
this long.
Oh.
Like a
That's
tank.
like- dude, so I've never felt like violated until this summer. I was like trying to be cool with this dude that I was friends with all his friends, and like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Louisiana. I've never been out." And I was like, "Welcome to Denver. Let's fucking go. Like, come downtown." I bring him out. We go to dinner. We're like chilling, and then like we have to find my car. We walk like 3 blocks. We get to my car, and he's like, as we're getting in my car, he's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Here we fucking go." And he's like,
Question.
"What if I told you I wanted to have sex with you?" And I was like, "You can
That's-
tell me."
That's smooth,
I'm like,
baby.
"Yeah, you can tell me anything, but I'm gonna
How
tell
could she
you.
possibly say no?
What am I gonna tell you when I say I don't care? I'm gonna
Yeah.
take you back to the hotel." So we get in my car, and then he's like, "All right, can I just get your opinion on it?" And I was like, "Dude,
Your
opinion
opinion?
on what?"
The dick. You wanted
Yeah.
to whip it out.
And then I look over, and this fucking motherfucker.
I was sitting there flopping it right off the
He's
desk.
in my front
Put the dick
seat.
on the table.
We're about to exit onto
Making
the
eye
highway. Like,
contact.
there's no pull off. We're
So
exiting
people
on the
Louis
highway.
CK'd you.
If that's
Yeah.
what you want to call it. Yeah, he pulls his little wong out, and
Is
I'm
it
just
little?
like,
Is it
it
little?
was fucking a tank. He's just like in my
Oh.
car,
Is this
and
about
he's
it?
feeling it. Like he's jerking off. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
I look over and I'm like, you better put that.
you better
fucking
get a new
thing up."
car.
And he's like, oh, I already did.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. I changed cars real quick, fast. But he's in there and he's
Oh.
just feeling himself. And I'm like, put your fucking thing up, you know? And he's like, okay, well, I've been on the road for 3 months and I haven't had anything. And I was like, that is the most pathetic story I've heard all night. I'm on the highway and you're pulling your little pee-pee out, the big fucking pee-pee, whatever it is.
Right.
And he's like, well, I want
The
your
tank.
opinion. I said, my opinion is you're fucking lucky it's me
Right.
and not somebody that you're on the road with, because you would literally be fired right fucking now. Like, you would get sexual harassment because you're fucking. But I'm fine with it. I don't care. It's a fucking pee-pee, you know?
I
Like,
get it. No, I get it from
Your
your
balls
side.
in a pee-pee.
I get it
I
from
go
a
in the
woman's
bathroom at my work.
perspective.
My new restaurant has
Yeah.
pee-pees in the bathroom, and I have to look at them every time I take
Yeah,
a
this-
shit. I don't care.
I get the vulnerability as a woman because you don't. If he's willing to do this, you don't know what else he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's
Is he gonna right? So I can get
Like, that's
Dude,
not
you
how
call
they
it
reckon.
balls
Yeah,
in?
no, no.
Like, you call
But
it
I gotta be
balls
honest.
in?
I like this guy Because you don't need game for most whores, and obviously you're not one because you're not oppressed. You didn't see that thing like, oh my fucking god, right? But a lot
Or
of
like,
whores
oh,
will,
yeah, no,
and he
like, I'm
doesn't
just
need
like,
game.
Maybe you did.
So like doing that would have worked on a lot of girls. Like, a
How
lot
I
of really
would be
slutty
telling,
girls,
like,
he doesn't need game, right? Maybe he's just like, well,
He doesn't
this
need
worked-
game, he
this
just
worked with the last
needs
3
wings.
girls I met off Tinder
Well,
or whatever,
exactly.
right?
That's
Where he
exactly
just
what
is-
it was.
I doesn't have any game. He's like, well, I suck. I can't
just gotta
talk
go
good.
for it. I'm just
But-
That's what I
Yeah,
told
like,
you.
I'm
I
going-
said,
I'm going
Maybe
all
shall
in.
we-
I
Like,
told
I'm
him,
just
I
gonna
said,
go
my
for it.
advice to you, I said, you're lucky that it was me and not some fucking little baby
That's
on the
nice.
road.
Right.
Because, like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna fucking, like,
that's
call you out. But then the second
I
I
don't
got
know. There's
there,
people that
I
will.
You
used to
can't
work
call
on the
it
road.
attack.
I
As far as
used
how
to-
sick we are as men,
It was more
how
like a
sexually
cannonball. Like,
demented we are
it
as
just
men.
shot
Right,
at me.
that's
and I
a
was
low
just like,
level
I didn't have
That's
any
low.
chance.
Because he didn't try to touch you, he didn't try to force anything.
Well, that's a
No,
little
so
high.
I wasn't, like,
But no, I mean on the
He didn't.
scale of like really weird, creepy fetishes and shit, right? Like a bondage rape thing, like hey, I want to tie you up in my fucking basement
is
thing,
that
like
like
you know
a
what I
thing
mean?
though? Maybe, like,
Well,
maybe you
people are
just
the
like whipping it
SM
out. Like,
Shit, I'm just saying he could be into
Real
darker shit. I think it's relatively innocent, even if it's just a fetish. Maybe it's not a lack of
No,
game.
and
well,
it
the
was
funny
fetish
part
at all.
is, the
I
funny
don't
part
know.
Like,
is,
no, there's videos of
It's
like
fat
I pull up to
ish.
the
I've seen
hotel.
there's videos of
Fat-ish.
dudes that like drive up on girls.
You didn't
getting off
ask.
in their car.
I didn't ask him.
Yeah.
And
You're like,
right,
yeah,
right,
but you can
right,
put your dick
like,
out, whatever,
right.
man.
Look, I guess I'm just trying to say, like,
he
I'm trying to
said,
defend
I
him.
want your
I like
opinion
him.
on it, and I said, my
Well,
opinion
Louis
is
C.K.
just going to be a
asked.
dick like any other.
He asked.
And then he
"Can I
whipped
take
it
my
out."
dick
Can I whip my
And they
dick
said,
out?
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
but they didn't
why not?
leave.
No, he
But-
didn't ask me, can I whip my dick?
No,
Exactly.
Louis
He
C.K.
said,
Yeah.
he
Well,
said,
Louis C.K.
what if I
Big
told
deal.
you I wanted to have sex with you? And I
Well,
said,
that's
I'll tell you
inappropriate.
no. I don't want to have sex with you.
Like,
And then-
Then we got in the car.
And then I was
like
holding
you
it
wouldn't,
there.
you wouldn't even enjoy
Like
it.
a
CDC,
black
like
dude.
a big old
Black dude.
honker.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
like-
he's fucking huge too, so he could overpower you easily if you wanted to. That's a scary situation.
yeah, but I'm on the highway. I could fucking overpower him real quick fast because I'm driving.
Yeah, you'll cook yourself. Like, it'll be
He's
exactly.
not
Yeah,
gonna
I fucking
Right,
like,
right,
that's
right.
Yeah,
For the
goodbye.
matriarchy.
They're like, she
Oh,
died nobly. Yeah, it's like she was protecting
Yeah.
herself from the rhinoceros that
Oh, he's
was
just
coming
taking
at
off,
her.
bro. He's not gonna
in
make a
South
move, like
Africa.
what you're doing
Yeah,
65 down the fucking freeway though.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, hey, take a right down this dark
No,
alley real
he
quick.
didn't.
Think about that. Like,
No, it was
Peter
so
Take her
loud.
right down the alley where Batman's parents are murdered.
So
That
then
seems sketchy
finally,
enough.
I said, all right, put it away for the last time. I'll give you my
clean
advice.
me off the windshield wipers. With
Did you?
No, I want to know how this ends.
I wanna know how the story
did,
ends.
did he respect the line that was drawn
So
at
he
that time?
finally got embarrassed of himself because I was not having it. And he
Okay.
put it away. And then it was just silent. And we're in my loud ass
Awkward as
RAV4. And
fuck,
it's like,
yeah.
"Drrrr."
I don't like this guy.
And then 2 hours later, it was.
well, no. So then I turn on some music and I'm thinking, like, Alex, what do I say? Like, this is fucking weird. We have like a 20-minute drive to Lakewood
It's
to this
awkward.
weird. Yeah. So then I look over and I'm like, bro, for real, like, you haven't gotten any pussy. You've been on the road for this long. I get you've only ever lived in Louisiana. You've never been anywhere. And I was like, my advice is don't come at a girl that way. Get on Tinder.
Yeah.
Fucking reach out. Buy her dinner. And then, like, see if she wants to come back to the hotel.
There's
And
plenty of
then whip
girls
your
you can
dick out.
find That, like, will ask you for a
Don't
dick
do
pic before
it.
you
Don't
leave.
do it
Like,
right
if you're
after the
looking for, like,
restaurant. Like when
you
you're
find girls
walking
that are just
out, or
looking
if
for
you have to, if you have to go to the bathroom and she's walking out of the bathroom, don't whip it out. Like just take her back to the hotel and then have a good
But it
time.
was a horrible move. But I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe this guy was like trying, striking out, right? Nobody gave a shit. His game was just failing.
Right.
He was horny.
Right.
He was
We
striking
didn't
out. He
have-
hadn't been laid in a long time. And he's like, you know what? Maybe my game sucks. Maybe people don't like me. The one thing I got going for me is
It's I've got a big dick.
A big old cock. Yeah.
And he went like he failed. He picked the wrong girl. A lot of girls
No,
would
he
have been.
picked the right.
White person, yeah, because if.
He's
Well,
lucky.
not as far as-
Other girls
It
would
It could have
have
been worse,
really
but he also
sucked
got
it.
compensated.
Other girls, like,
They would've been
I was
pissed.
about to fuck him up. I was literally like, bro,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of my car.
I meant-
But then I was like-
It could have been worse. I
Put
meant
it
wrong,
up.
but on the sense he didn't.
I was
accomplish
just
his
sitting
mission.
there so shocked because like
Yeah.
that's like some bitch like being like, oh hey, what do you think? And like just whipping out her pussy in your front seat.
That'd
You'd
be
be
hot.
like,
I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind that.
It's
Yeah.
different.
but you think about it
I'm
like,
definitely not fucking
for
her
me-
raw. Like there's a rubber.
well, my
Well,
mind
like,
was
well,
just
like-
kind of
Well,
blown
there's a
because I'm
threat
driving
of
down the
your
highway.
physicality
my bath
with a man.
I was just
That's
shocked.
okay. You don't. This is like a threat of physicality.
Do you realize
My
the
second
thought
baby mom.
process
Like a
for
girl,
me having to
you're
drive down the
physically-
road in my
Wait, wait,
front seat of my
strong.
car?
Like,
So
it's just
you, there's a threat of physicality. I get that. I
So
get
for the
that.
girl,
He
I
wasn't
get your
being-
perspective. It was a horrible like risk to take, but I'm saying it could have worked on a lot of girls.
It could have. It
Like
could
the
have.
freaky ones, like especially
The
the ones
super
that just
freaky.
like.
No, I think it would have.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you: is there asking you as
I'm not saying
as a
it's
woman?
even
Is there
majority,
a
but it's even-
good-looking dick and a bad-looking dick?
Right.
Is that like for like? I'm not saying his dick. Like
Yeah,
we're not
I
talking
want
about
a
his dick
vivid
or any of the dicks
description.
that you know. Like, is
Different
there a
kinds of
good look? Like, is there like that was just an ugly
Well,
dick?
yeah,
Right,
because
there's
there's
certain-
like
there's
really
certain
small
sizes,
ones.
weird
There's
shapes,
There's
and
really
weird
small
colored
ones.
heads.
There's like acceptable dicks, and then
No, we're
there's
not talking
really
about
scary
size.
ones.
We're not talking about.
Mushroom
curves,
Well, yeah,
we're
well,
not
fuck
talking
you.
about the
That's
way
what a
they
dick
use
is.
it. That's
There's
not.
a,
Bro,
We're talking about.
It's like a
he
pussy.
flopped it out. Was it a good-looking dick or
Nice
was it a
and
I
nice.
bad?
didn't.
Circumcised?
I did not focus on the dick. I focused on driving because I was so shocked that there was this weird
Sorry.
man that I didn't know. I was so shocked that this dude is
in
just like
general,
whipping
do
out
you
his
think
dick.
there's
whacking
Sounds
it.
like a Lil Yachty song.
Do you think
There's a
there's-
dick out in my car. There's a
Shut
dick
up.
out in my car.
Do you think there's
Just
attractive
to the
dicks
whole
versus
set.
ugly dicks? Though?
Of course, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely.
But that's
absolutely.
not what was on my mind.
I mean,
What I was
like,
freaking
when I
out
watch
was
porn,
like,
I want a
You
I want a
want
good dick.
girthy
I want a
dick
good dick
fucking
when I
a
watch
little
porn,
fucking
man.
I don't-
porn. You
I
know,
don't
yeah,
I
like
take
a
my
lot of
porn
dicks on
seriously.
porn.
yeah.
I don't want no like tiny guy like Asian
Pussies.
dick.
That's,
You know, like sorry.
yeah, and that's how I feel about vaginas too. There's good-looking vaginas and like,
Well, I wasn't feeling
Not
like
looking.
watching porn that night. You know, it just it just
I
like
feel
tripped
like
me
the
out.
huge lips.
No one's ever whipped their dick out
Like,
in
I've
my
seen some
front seat.
disgusting,
Yeah,
like fucking.
You like the downstairs
I felt
Angelina
I
Jolie's.
for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
You
Angelina
should, but
Jolie,
you handled
so-
it the
like
right way.
camel toe,
You're
like
chill.
everything hidden,
I tried
fuck
to
it.
a little bit
whatever.
out.
Okay,
So
you
it's
guys,
like,
so
yeah,
that's
like,
kind of like
I
enough
tried
to
to
like
do-
you
do
can kind
the
of suck
big
on
shit.
it.
I called
Enough
Natalia
like
and I
you
was
would-
like,
Yeah, he wasn't hurting
Okay,
a little
okay.
amount
Natalia
of
was
lips
like,
so you can like suck on and play with it while you're down there.
Talk to you. And I
Right?
told her, and she laughed
A little
her
bit.
ass off.
Right.
Well,
You can more like make out with a pussy when the lips are a little bit versus just fucking up and down the clip
Okay.
again and again
Yeah,
and again.
absolutely.
Right?
But listen, there's weird pussies too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I've seen
And they're
those
my
pussies.
favorite, the weirdest ones.
The Blue Waffle
That's the
website.
No,
Y'all
the-
remember
the
that?
sideways ones.
My
Y'all remember the
Asian
Blue
chicks.
Waffle
the roast beef
website?
sandwiches,
Oh yeah.
I
like
put them
Arby's.
on rye. LSA.
The Vajazzles.
Arby's
funny 'cause
doesn't
it
have
does
rye.
look like roast
They
beef.
don't
You've
even-
never heard of Vajazzle?
Yeah, I know. It's like
It's
or
where
like
you
a turkey-
bedazzle a
I
vagina.
love the little,
turkey
extra
sandwich.
something. Yeah.
Like, with that, are you talking just like.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Except,
If
like,
there
I
was
have
a
a girlfriend
There
that
was
straight up
I have
bedazzled.
a girl- I have an
Take
ex-
a bedazzle
I
machine.
can
Any
FaceTime
girl
her
with
right
the
now and
bedazzled, with any girl with a bedazzled pussy would have definitely fucked the dude that whipped his dick out.
Yes.
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 Wait, what's a
If she had a
bedazzled
perk 30.
Like a pussy
If
but
we had a perk
bedazzled.
30 and a big dick.
A vajazzle.
Right.
Okay, hold on. I have.
I can FaceTime a girl from back home that I used to date. Her name is Danielle Musselman. I mean,
Daniel.
not Danielle.
Okay, I
Musselman,
was gonna
okay.
say it sounds
Her
interesting.
dad bought her fake tits because she was super insecure. She was like a really petite little girl. Like, so got her
Has she
fake
ever had
tits, like,
kids?
Oh yeah, she has 2 kids. And
Okay,
I
good.
dated
She
her for
deserves
a long
them.
time. And she's beautiful. Like, she's all tied up, and she's got a bedazzled vagina. Like, she has not just one piercing in the puss. She's got
Holy
2.
Oh, that's
shit.
bedazzled.
She likes
Okay.
to fuck.
fucking loved it.
And she's
Ah.
not
She
shy.
loves to fuck. Dude.
Yeah.
She loves.
I would
She-
never
favorite
pierce
kind
Thing
of
my
is, I could FaceTime her probably
Pierce
right
that
now,
pussy,
and she
dude.
will show us. all.
Dude, you guys know how I met
I
my
don't-
What
second
do you guys think
baby mom?
about
Playing
bedazzled
hacky sack
vaginas?
downtown on
Yeah,
16th
comment
Street.
below
right?
about your
Can you say
bedazzled puss.
vagina? Any?
Carol, are you
Yeah,
still
we
there?
can say whatever.
Vagina.
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 Pussy.
It's the medical term.
Vagina.
Penis.
No, seriously, speaking of vagina, this is how I met my second baby mom. She came into our hack circle the first night I met her. Wearing a mini
Like
skirt.
hacky sack.
Hacky sack. Wearing a mini skirt with no
Sounds
fucking
like
panties.
Cinderella.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no panties on. So every time she kicked it, I'm seeing a cooter.
Oh.
And so we just
She's like,
kept
I'm gonna
serving to
marry
her.
this
And then
woman.
the other dudes caught on and shit. So we just kept serving it to
Oh
her.
my
Every
Did you
time the
just
heck
get on
dropped.
one knee right there?
Yes,
Yeah.
every
Fuck
time
up.
the heck dropped, we served it to her. Everybody caught on. It was like unspoken, like dude telepathy. Like where we were just
Was
like,
her pussy
everybody's
pierced
like,
though?
we keep
Yeah,
serving it to
like,
her.
Was
right?
it bedazzled?
Oh, shaved,
Was
not
it-
bedazzled, but shaved.
Oh.
You
Absolutely.
guys were
Second
almost
best.
playing
See,
Cruising
I
Night.
don't shave my legs, but I shave there.
Oh no, she
That's
went home
good.
with me. She was
That's
actually fucking my
It's like a
friend
feminist
at the time,
compromise, you know?
who was
So
like,
you're
It's like
listen,
I'll give
he
you this,
was
and
a
then you give me
homie.
that.
You're that
No,
guy.
listen. They were
me
fucking.
too.
They weren't dating. She told me straight up that like he is falling in love with her. They're not dating. She's
You're
also
blowing my
fucking.
mind right now.
She's also fucking this other dude.
Yeah.
And she's told him like, and plus, dude, listen, I needed a car to expand my operation. I needed to be able to make deliveries. This chick had a car, and she was hot. And she came up flashing her pussy at me, and you know what? Yeah, dude, I took her from him.
Yeah,
this.
I straight up took
Too bad.
That's nice.
This is
It's like a feminist.
It's
Damn,
more-
I'm
more
hairier
hair
than
than-
you.
more hair than me,
Pretty
but that's
They're nice though.
And you guys play Who's in Your Mouth?
I gotta be.
oh.
I don't
No,
know.
hello.
No, I'm not saying
thought you said you
want
didn't
to
mind
play. I said
my
have any you
I don't
play
like
Who's in Your
arguments.
Mouth.
I don't like it.
That was like one of the
You really
best
said you minded my
games
arguments.
that I remember in like 9th grade.
No, I don't.
Ever. For
In
real.
9th grade?
9th grade. We,
Ninth grade, you
and
played.
we used to call
Oh,
her- we
dude,
used to
you
call
were
her
a
Death
fucking
One.
legend.
No, we used to call her Death
Oh my
One.
God.
Her name was Jen
Are
Concost.
you like looking
Right.
at it?
I hope
Oh,
like,
no.
like I'm dropping names now. Like, dude, we used to call her Death One. Death Two was Amanda Kalinowski. But they weren't really.
Who is this, high school?
This is high school, 9th
4.0.
grade. We used to play Who's in Your Mouth with
Oh.
Jake Kalinowski.
Oh my God.
Death One.
With-
Like me and Jake, my good buddy. I don't know.
Moyer, you
I met
Is
her.
that like a
Yeah, you
blindfold
guys-
rainbow party thing? Like,
Exactly.
Huh?
So like a bunch of guys would stand around in a
Yeah.
circle in her house as we're partying.
and she have to guess the dick by putting it in her mouth.
Yep. Yeah, and
Drive
we
the house
like
okay.
literally would do that.
That sounds like an awesome
And she
game.
used to.
How old were you
love
playing
it.
this?
9th grade.
Sounds
She,
like
and
that.
she was in 8th grade.
I was like
It was
feeling
like a
titties.
train.
I went to North
Denver.
Schuylkill.
No,
Where?
North
Pennsylvania.
Schuylkill, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Dude, me and my friends in high school, there was this one girl. We call her Kibbles and Nips because we dared her to fucking let this dog eat her pussy, and we put some fucking
Oh.
we put some dog food right there, and
You don't
the
have to
dog
dare me. I'll
ate
let
it
the dog eat my ass.
And
People went with like hard food, like the crunchy dog food.
inside.
Stuck in
Oh
her
my
ass?
god, because I could have
Damn.
been.
No, in
Inside.
her pussy.
No, because eating it out like
Kibbles
Oh.
and Nips.
Oh.
This bitch,
Did
her
her
name
lips-
was Lindsay Chitty.
Did she get her
Look her
fucking
up on
lips bit?
Facebook. Now
Does
she's
he
married
bite her
to a
pussy?
Marine. Oh,
Because
it
that
is.
dog would use
She's married to
She
a
looks
Marine.
really sick now.
Why? Because of the.
Oh.
It was because of the message she got on after that. She like fucked the
That's why I
hottest
never
guy in
understood
junior
this
high.
whole like the thing you're
It was
supposed to
in
put
junior
peanut butter on
high.
your balls
She-
and the dog licks it off, right? Would you ever
No.
dare do what if the dog just bites?
What about the
Would you-
horse?
What
if- what if you're-
that guy let a horse
I'm
fuck
not-
him in the
I put it on my
asshole?
asshole.
That's a thing.
I
Yeah,
Yeah,
T1
T1
Velocity
Velocity
Tail doesn't.
In fact,
I love a rim job. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Straight up, love a motherfucker.
I like it too, man. I like
Not on the first date.
Dude, I remember the
Yeah,
first
I love
time.
giving
It was
them.
my first
I'll
baby.
take
If
what
your
I can
ass
get.
is clean,
I'm sitting on the couch like this the first time, right? I'm probably like 16, 17. She's sucking my dick right here. She's
lick
going
it.
down. She's licking the balls. She's going
Your
further down the
face
tank.
is-
What?
And when she gets down to the tank, she's
So
almost
yes.
there. I'm sitting on like the edge, right?
Nasty.
She gives me that. The eyes look up, like,
Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna,
yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then she just fucking ate that shit. And
And
dude,
it was awesome,
amazing.
So wait,
amazing.
you were laying on your back.
Fucking right.
No, I was sitting on the edge with my asshole like butt.
Oh,
up.
you were open.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not an every time thing. It's not
So
like
she
every
like
time.
looked
Right,
at
it's
you
a
and you got
special
like
treat.
a
So she
command.
kept on
Yeah.
lower down the
It's
tank
not
and she
first
looked up like,
Now,
ah.
The first
on
time
the-
I
yeah.
yeah, the
Go
first
for
time
it.
I ate
First
his
date,
ass, well, I
I
make
eat
sure it
ass
was
on the
okay.
first date.
Yeah.
Well, that shit's what I'm saying now.
No,
You can't-
100% I eat ass on the first date.
well, I have a
You
theory
do?
about I have a
Oh,
theory
100%.
about dating in Denver,
If
right?
I'm fucking drunk and that shit's like smells good, right?
I have a
Give it a little rub first,
Drunk
usually a
and-
crust. As long as
If
there's
it
no
smells like
crust.
tacos, I'm in there.
Guys, I just came up with a theory about dating.
Enchiladas?
Sometimes you gotta do
Green
So,
chili?
so if you go on a date, right? You like Tinder or something. If you say the N word like the first second you see her, like either the relationship will end or you can do whatever the fuck you want for the
Very
rest of
true.
the relationship.
Interesting.
You
Right?
can get away with that. You can get
Is
away
that
with
why
it.
it
Because
works?
you're
That's one
so
way
you'll
to go
just
about
be
it.
like, oh, he's that
I
kind
don't know.
of
We had
guy.
sex with me on your period.
Oh, that's right.
Who doesn't have
No,
that?
no,
No one
no,
doesn't have
time,
straight wings.
Why'd you
Yeah,
have to
I
only
know
only
gross
true
ass
sailors.
I got
That's
stories about
amazing.
that too.
Yeah.
So, oh man, first band I was in, we were called 3 Miles to Chendo, and the girl that used to sing and I would play guitar,
Oh, you dirty.
her
girl.
mom used to hang out like all the time when we would play, like, and she was a little bit
Oh.
younger than me, right? This girl,
She
right?
was
Yeah.
only
And
on
I
her
was like,
period
I was
when
always
you
like
fucked
hitting
her.
on her mom, you know, blah blah blah. Like it was just a funny thing.
Oh, my
She
legs.
trusted me with her daughter. Like me and her daughter never hooked up or anything. She just trusted me with her. Like 'cause I'm not a bad fucking guy. Like I might eat
She's
ass
like,
on the
my
first date, but
daughter's
I'm not a
really
bad
good.
guy, right? We're
That is so convincing. Can I speak
That's
to
proof
her?
you're a
Yes.
great guy.
Yes.
We're super high on Molly, right?
Right.
And it's
Did you
after
eat
a
her
show
asshole?
and it's like this, and her
course.
mom is there,
Don't
like
eat
with,
more.
Ate her
with
mom's
us, with her
asshole.
boyfriend,
Oh.
her mom's boyfriend, like they've been dating like a couple months, whatever. And I always kept saying to her mom, like, let me eat your pizza, blah blah blah. And she's like,
Let
no,
me
mom,
eat
my rag, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'll fucking take that
I'll eat that
tampon
red
out with
sauce so
my
quick.
I'll take that tampon out with my teeth. And she was like, yeah, whatever, you're funny. And I'm like,
Fucking
let's
die.
go. And it's in front of everybody. Like,
No way.
I swear to God, her boyfriend broke up with her right there because she
No.
pulled her pants down like just enough. And I put my face in there and I fucking grabbed that string and I fucking threw it and it landed on the Christmas tree.
You also have eaten
I
yourself.
swear to
in
God,
it.
Her boyfriend said
On the
they watched
Christmas
her,
tree?
and
Yeah,
then
'cause
freaked
they
out
didn't-
after.
He did not have. He didn't think I had the balls to like go for it.
That was
How
not
much
a
did-
silent
I had
night.
the balls
Hey,
for
yo.
it, dude.
And then he was like, "You're
That was a
fucking
holy
bored."
night.
Then
Yeah, that was a holy night.
boss,
Yeah,
bro.
the next day. Yeah, the next day. Because me and Sally still never
That was
hooked
a
up.
bloody
Yeah.
night.
And me and Cheyenne have never
Oh,
hooked up. Whatever.
Bloody
But
Christmas.
Bless
It was-
that mother.
he was.
She was
so-
Mother Mary.
Dude,
Bloody
Me
Mary.
and her talk
Hey,
about this still to this day. Like every time
She's
I go back
probably laying
home,
in bed
like she's
thinking
always
about you.
around. Yeah. It's like
She's like,
somebody
hey
wants to
Joshua,
eat my
I heard
pizza.
you're
Pisses
coming
me off.
home.
No, like I'll text her right now. I'm gonna
You
say,
got
let me
friends?
eat your
Dude
pizza.
said fucking.
Dude, like, let me eat your pizza.
Like, so he got jealous and broke up with her. It's pissing me
Yeah.
off. Like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
fucking
that's like-
bullshit, right?
Dude, that girl is wild. That's the kind of girl you want to be
That's a
around.
woman. That's
And
a
if you
woman.
can't
I was
tame her-
I was
If you
17.
can't tame her,
I
getting
was
jelly
17.
isn't gonna fucking do
I
right
was
anyway.
17.
Right.
Women
Women
was
hate
35.
She didn't eat the
whatever.
tampon out
Right.
of my pussy.
There's a difference between like
I'll pull-
insecurity
I'll
and
pull
jealousy
a
and a little bit of
tampon right
like
out of your
possessive,
butthole.
territorial.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
And I
fucking
won't even.
love
I'm
some
not
chicks
even gonna wash
crazy
my hands.
for, like,
I love that.
I
dude.
dated a girl that was always trying to
I like that
fights
shit too.
for me
I'll
to fucking
fucking-
like get
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
and
right.
like see that shit.
You
Right?
gotta get nastier.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not gonna
right.
Did
last.
not-
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
Rape and pillage.
Pillage.
If you ain't eating ass in 2019, you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you're not
You
gonna.
might as well just.
Yeah, dude. If
Yeah,
Elon
yeah,
Musk,
Stuck
if
in, like,
Elon Musk isn't
Bible
eating ass,
verse.
bro, Elon Musk doesn't deserve.
I think I need a mask.
Elon
on
Musk
this.
is
That
definitely
dude's eating
ass. He might not
hell
be lady
ass.
That's
ass.
the cool thing about Teslas too.
Oh, he's
they
eating-
eat your ass.
They eat your ass.
Oh,
They
drive
do.
its
They
own
have like
car.
fountains
They
in the
just
front
eat your
seat.
ass
They have an ass eating
Dude,
application.
I rode in a Tesla for the first time this summer.
It's
I walked up and like the fucking door handle opened,
Am I still in
and then the whole side of it, I was
We're
tripping
gonna have to
balls.
walk or drive up to the liquor store. It's
couldn't
right up the. Now you know what?
How far is
Because
it, no?
we've been drinking. What time is it right now?
Do you want my beer?
9 what?
It's
11.
Oh, 9, like 9. It was after 9 or what? 9:15. 9 what?
No, it's 8:57.
Hold on, look.
Yeah.
It's 6:00.
No, it's not. Fuck off. All right, so we're gonna do like
It's
probably like
different.
15, 20 more minutes. This we're gonna go to the
15,
liquor
20
store.
more
So we're gonna do
minutes.
more cigarettes and more beer. Probably get like a bottle of whiskey or something. Start doing
And
shots.
another 8 ball.
Play a game for where? You have the money for it?
I used to be in a
Fuck you.
podcast when I was
Right,
15.
I'll do. What we do is
I think we got good
The name of
content.
it-
We
the
got
name
good
of it was
content.
We'll do like
Garden Valley Gossip.
What do you
part
want?
2 of this episode.
What do you want?
Hell yeah.
What do you?
Stick
I think
around
this
for
is
part
the-
2 of the part 2 podcast.
That's the worst name ever. We gotta be like the Lakewood Lickers.
Hi, mom. Hi, dad.
I'm so sorry, parents.
Lakewood Licks.
On the first date.
right.
We lick on the
You,
first
you
date.
can relate. I know.
We
This
clean up
Yeah,
the
Rob
slate.
Goss-
The licking
Oh my god,
Lakewood.
dude, you're.
Dude, your jaw's gone like you're.
I know.
Actually,
I know.
we
This
should-
is something similar to happened to you, bro.
We should do Lakewood. or
So one of my
Lickin'
baby moms. I'm
Lakewood.
not gonna say
Lickin'
one. Which one?
The
Okay,
Lickin'
one of them.
Lakewood podcast.
So drunk one night, and I was fucking her in the ass, but like missionaries, just
Licking-
laying on her back.
Just
Right?
I
I'm
think
fucking her in
Lakewood
her ass.
is pretty
Right.
And all of a sudden, like I'm pretty
Lickers.
fucking hammered too, but she's way fucked up, right? And we've been dating for a while. Like, it wasn't fucking rape, okay? Like she was cool with it.
That's what,
Anyway, we've been dating for over a year. To this day, anyway,
good.
no, dude. All of a sudden, it smells like shit really hard. And dude, she just fucking wasn't just a little bit, bro. Like she took a massive shit all over my fucking bed.
Yum.
Massive. It was like a pile. This shit was like a fucking mountain. And she said she just fucking came harder than she ever fucking came.
Dude, that's the
yeah.
worst excuse ever. I'd
No,
be like, we're never
no, she
fucking.
just said that like she just came so hard, and I'm like smelling the shit.
I
and turn
just
the light on,
can't
bro,
separate
and there's just like a pile, like
It's
a
called a
fucking
s'more.
pile. Yeah,
It's called the
Lakewood
s'more
Shitters.
because it's white and it's brown
What did
and
you
it's
do?
fun.
As long as you were in a
I
motel
was
state,
fucking her in
it's
the
fine.
ass, and she fucking shit
Oh, you just
herself.
kept going.
And
Yeah.
well, he gave her
You-
GHB about an hour before.
Oh.
I think I might have pulled it out and like fucking chili dogged her in the pussy.
Do you want some water?
Like probably, dude. Like I didn't realize the smell. I was
Is
pretty drunk
everything
too,
okay?
right?
You gave her
It
like a
wasn't until
fucking stab
she,
infection.
like,
and
started
shit.
Oh yeah.
She started twitching like hard, and
Let's
she said
call
that
the
she just fucking
paramedics.
came so hard.
That's called a seizure.
Help.
Like she like cum twitching, you know.
Was she
That bitch was-
autistic?
Yeah, dude.
Probably, yeah.
Autistic girls are
Shit.
so
Just turn that
fucking
bitch
hot.
into
That
a
narrows down
rotisserie.
to my baby.
I'm-
Yeah, you rotisserie chicken that bitch.
That's what I
And
call a
that was my
rotisserie.
Oh.
Damn, that's a really insane story.
I,
I've only ever
Anything
heard
like that?
of
Anything like that?
shitting on
The
it.
first time I got poop on my
Airplane.
dick was when I was fucking a girl in the ass, and I literally shit as I was doing it.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I'm not,
At least
I'm
it
not
was
lying.
you shit.
Like I shit.
Like sharded? Like
Literally.
thought it was a fart? And then...
well, no,
Apparently
Was it
I heard
intentional?
the smell of their
Was it like, I pay the bills, bitch. I pay the bills. I'm a
I've
shit.
never
It was
shit on
before
someone.
that.
You
I've
shit
never
on
shit
me.
on somebody.
No, I haven't.
I've never.
I
I've
peed
peed on my
somebody.
girl in the shower.
I
Kind of like
can't.
marking the territory, right?
Has-
It's like running the leg.
Man, I'm missing out
Okay,
with this
break her
girlfriend
apart.
stuff.
Okay, so Chloe. Chloe girl, right? She fucking
Are you
destroyed
kidding
She
me?
was a little slut back home. Like
When I
she
was
fucking
sick,
destroyed
puking
me. I
my
can show you
brains out,
pictures of
remember?
this time of like
That's why I had to shower.
Yeah.
fucking destroyed me, right?
No, you weren't.
And she was a
Oh,
vet
was it?
tech, whatever.
I was puking and
it was
shitting
a girl
all
that
over
I broke up with
myself.
because
A
she
couple
got
weeks
2
ago.
rats.
Okay.
Like, and I told her no.
Yeah.
Listening,
Right.
listening.
And anyways, fucking.
That was bad.
She had this
I've
girlfriend
never peed
like
shit.
in school that was
woke up
like
everyone.
talking about her boyfriend. You know, they were
They
doing
still
the
does,
chair chat
yeah.
or whatever, and this guy really liked that
You're
girl
like, who the
peeing
f-
on her. Now I haven't finished her
You're
story.
a
Right.
racist.
Right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the thing, right?
Oh,
But not
yeah.
peeing. Never got to peeing, but like, so this guy used to
You
like
pee in her mouth?
with that girlfriend. Used to
Gusher.
tell her.
He's
Right?
like,
Like,
later
this
on,
guy
like,
used
gusher.
to like getting
Girls
peed
just
on,
get
okay?
fucking sloppy
And
wet.
so Chloe was telling me about this, and I'm like,
Sorry.
that's
Sorry.
kinda fucked up, you know. And I met him.
I'm into the story.
I met him twice, and I'm like, you are that guy that likes getting peed on. Like, not just like I have a squirting fetish, right?
yeah.
Like, but you can tell that guy was a fucking he wanted
Wait,
to
you have a
get
what
peed on,
kind
right?
of-
Like, anyways, so me and Chloe, we hated each other. We dated each other for like
Of
2.5
course, when you
years.
was close.
At the end of the relationship, we got to like hate fucking.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Oh,
pretty
that's
much
fucking
what
awesome.
Best
kept
sex
us
ever.
together. It was
Yeah.
the actual
The passion of the
sexual-
fire.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
it's
honestly,
the best
like,
sex
so-
until the 6
My
months.
favorite
Yeah.
thing about my
So-
second baby mom is like it got to a point where we would fight and I would just fuck like she wanted that shit. One day her sister told me like in a car like because I was bitching about dealing with her crazy shit. And her sister was like, "You want to know what to do next time she freaks out? Just fucking throw her down, fucking dick her real good. She's gonna shut the fuck up." And I did it, dude, and it worked. Like, and then she just started picking fights more often though she wanted more.
To
of it.
get that
Is that
dick.
Yeah,
She,
yeah.
she wanted that
You gotta
dick.
pick for the dick.
All right,
Yeah.
so
No, so okay, so listen. So this
Big
girl's been
fights for
telling
dick
us
nights.
this, like
Yeah.
my girlfriend's friend, right? And we're at a point in our relationship where we're just hate fucking each other. And one night me and her are super trashed, right? And,
Yeah.
she's
she's
like, "You want
definitely
like?"
female.
Well, I'm like, "Dude, I'll let you fucking pee on me."
Girls
Like,
sit together.
I don't care. And she's like, "I probably can't." Like, and, you know, because it's nervous, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, right.
so I'm like, you know, I'll pee on you first, right? So she gets down like on her knees, and we're in the bedroom, like we didn't go to the shower, nothing. Like we're in the
Hardwood
bedroom.
carpet?
Dude, hardwood, straight
Okay.
up, right? Like,
Oh,
we're
no
in the
tarp or
bedroom.
anything. Just go.
Nothing. Like we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
We're fucking drunk, dude.
Yeah.
And we hate each other anyway.
Pea
Yeah.
shit
Why
and
not,
roast
right?
beef sandwiches.
She's like, just don't like piss on my face.
Yeah.
Like,
Pee in her butt.
I'm like, cool, whatever.
no,
Like,
just
so
pee
I'm
on
like
tits.
sitting there, like
Anything makes my
half-hearted
life complete when I
half
turn your
hard
face
dick,
into a
right?
toilet
Like, and I'm
seat.
standing there with a beautiful woman. Like Chloe's a beautiful, beautiful
Just
fucking
kidding.
woman. Right? And I'm trying to pee, and you know how it's hard
Oh,
to
that's
pee
mine.
already, like when you're drunk and with a
Unless you already
half-hearted
gotta
dick.
go.
Like unless
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
to fucking
Yeah.
go, right?
It actually
So I
is.
start dribbling,
What a nice
and it's on her
surprise.
leg. And I'm like, this is gonna
That's why I
fucking.
looked at
And then the full blast came.
And she hit her in the face.
Yo, I went right to her face.
Oh.
You know what's fucked up?
Yeah.
She wasn't
my
even mad.
matzo soup.
Oh
It
my
was
god.
just weird.
Drink your
It
matzo
was
soup.
weird. Like she took
Okay.
it like fucking right to the face, right to her mouth. I like.
She wanted that hate fuck. She
Dude,
liked it
and
better
then-
than she
and then
thought.
I, like at that point, I was like,
No.
I felt bad, and then we started fucking again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now you gotta pee on me.
Right.
And
Right.
she couldn't,
Yeah.
and that was the last time we fucked.
Nice.
It
And it was
like-
probably like kind of funny watching her try to pee on you, like her
Dude,
squatting.
yeah, and her
and you're just laughing
Like,
at.
yeah, like I'm sorry, like, cause
Where's this gonna
Wait,
go?
She
Were
was
you-
on her knee. Oh man, it was. it's
She
one
was
of
on
the
her knees
greatest
and wait,
fucking thing. Like,
Were
I
you
don't
in
know-
the shower though?
No.
You
right
were
in
on,
the
like, the
bedroom.
carpet?
Right in the bedroom. Right
On
in
the bed?
bedroom floor. No,
Yeah.
not on the
Oh.
bed. Like right in. Like
Oh,
this
the
was
hardwood
bed.
carpet.
Hardwood carpet.
Hardwood carpet.
I heard that earlier. I'm sorry, I
Lots of peanut
forgot.
butter. Yeah. But no,
Carpet.
it's hard to fucking pee when you have a half boner and you're drunk.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Right.
hard to fucking pee.
I wouldn't know about that.
And when you're nervous, you can't
Yeah.
just pee.
Well, you know
You
now.
can't just
You get in your own head.
You're
about
either
it.
peeing or you're fucking
you're
coming.
not, right? Like,
Yeah.
and so I was like tinkling on her leg, and she was like, you know, in
I love
position,
that you
like, on her
use
knees,
tinkle.
like,
Because it was tinkling.
Tinkle, tinkle,
It's
little
like a
dick.
little-
You got a
it was
boner,
like a
you're
broken
tinkling.
sprinkler.
Like,
It's
half a
going all
boner,
over.
just-
You're like,
it's
what's-
half a boner? It's like on her leg, and she's like, just not on my face. And then once
Aw.
it full streamed it,
I think if you had
I
just gone to
hated
her
her.
face,
no,
if you
I did fucking platted her.
just a fucking like
Dude,
full on
right off.
system, just
right
sending
off,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to you, like, and she wasn't
I already
mad.
know.
That's a fucked up thing. She wasn't.
Nah, it's not
mad
that
about
fucked
it.
up. Whatever.
Yeah, she actually.
Well, she can't
liked
be
it.
mad if she
Yeah.
says just do it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
She brought it
You know?
up, right? And I wanted her to pee on me too.
That's why I'm not
And then
mad
she
about
couldn't,
Cosby.
Well, dude, if you're
Because
getting
these
peed on,
bitches
you want
said
that
do
like
it.
you want that humiliation, like
That's what it is.
It's not
Yeah,
his
that's
fault.
what a he
I don't-
fuck is.
I don't
Right,
know.
right, right.
Completely.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
And
pulling
so
you down.
and that's what I'm saying.
That's
And so
pulling you
like
down.
she wanted to be
It's their
down
word
there,
against
right?
his.
She wanted to
Yeah.
be
I'll fight
completely,
for
and
that,
that's the
but I
thing.
do
She was
understand
thinking like
You're a
getting
victim,
peed
bro.
on
Which
is
is not bad.
gonna be
No,
like
I'm
I would've
not.
left
Wait,
it
wait,
just
wait,
tinkling
wait.
saying,
on
I'm
her
saying
leg.
this is what I think.
If I
I
would
think
have left it at tinkling
Right.
on her leg,
it'd been like whatever.
that
These
that's
bitches
Anticlimactic.
where that
are
story
doing
would have
Right,
left.
right in the
Cosby
fucking
was very
face,
famous
bro.
when
And I
they
think that
wanted
like
it.
she wanted
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she liked
They
it,
were all
and she
pissed
didn't think
off
she
that
would.
She doesn't think Bill
Yeah.
Cosby did it.
It's
No.
not Cosby's fault.
50.
No, Bill Cosby definitely did it.
50
Yeah.
women. A lot of them are making it
Were
up.
you there?
Some of them are telling the truth. There's
Yeah.
only 50 women.
Holy shit, did
I'll
John
agree with
just
that.
speak
Like, I'm not
reason?
saying
Like,
Back in the
80%.
day, you slip a
Oh.
Mickey. You know?
dude, undoubtedly, like
I'm just
some of
kidding.
them are
I
like,
want to open a
But-
bar that serves a drink called the Cosby, and there's one per person.
oh,
No.
Too soon.
You should talk to his second baby mama. His third baby mama. He knows,
I met
he
Bill
knows the
Cosby.
recipe.
I know the guy.
He knows
I know
recipe.
the guy, and I met him.
Before we,
And
Yeah, he was probably a
I want to
fucking-
tell you shit.
He could have been the
Best
biggest serial breaker.
it was
of
when
my
he was
life,
being
straight up.
blamed for
And
all
it
this.
wasn't
It
one
was
of my
before they
baby mamas.
finalized
Yeah, but-
it.
It was
But-
like shortly after my brother
Man,
died.
that guy,
I went from
there's
like
other people you
homeless
can
to like my
defend,
mom got this
but
fucking
him-
subsidized housing.
Yeah, but if you
my
fucking
niece
like,
was disabled. My
Right,
brother's
look
daughter.
at his
Anyway, so I
lifestyle.
started living with her for a little bit.
whatever,
And like,
I'll
I'm
stand
moving
up
off
for
pussy.
everyone.
I don't really know a lot of people, right? Blah blah blah. I moved away from like the downtown
That's
homeless
work.
scene. I'm trying to not fuck with the gutter punks and
It's
shit.
one of those
So I'm thinking
moments.
live like this is before Tinder, and I meet this chick from Greeley. And I went
Right.
on one date with her, and she wouldn't pull it out. She even said like, "I'm not gonna fuck you," right? I was like, "Fuck you!" Like, why are you really in the mood for some
Any
shit like that?
fucking person
But
that
anyway,
says I'm not gonna fuck you. 'cause
She was
it's the
like,
first
and then
date."
she starts texting me like, we went on one date.
Game
Like,
over, I'm
a
fucking.
week or two later, she starts texting me, and I didn't respond, and she
Well,
starts
you
talking
always
shit, right? Like, who the fuck do you think you are to blow me off and shit, right? So we get into this like fucking roast battle. We're really cutting each other deep. Like we are being savage. But here's the thing:
First date.
is
Wait, you
this
just
chick
met this
had
girl?
no idea. I went on one date with her, and this like 2 weeks after. I didn't respond to her text, so she started talking shit. I start talking shit back, and it escalates. Like we're really going savage on each other, right? But this chick has no idea how savage I can be. Like I'm
Oh.
fucking windish. I grew up with my uncles and aunts getting into fist fights on
Wait,
Christmas
did
and
you
shit.
meet this girl on Tinder?
Like, oh no, I met her on live
Before
before Tinder. The phone call shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So anyway,
really?
Once I
love
started
Linda.
destroying her, bro, like I ripped this girl apart. I could tell that she was getting kind of turned on. So eventually, like, dude, I knocked out blow. I can't remember what I said, but she texts back. She's like, "Guess what?" I'm like, "What? You're wet." Something like that, right? And she's like, "How did you know?" All of a sudden, she comes down, fucks me, dude. Best
She's
nut.
a toxic
Dude,
person.
best nut I ever busted in my life. When I
Every
still
size,
wore
yeah.
boxers, man.
It's a
After I
big
came
size.
in her ass, bro, like my knees
Oh my
were
God.
shaking while I was pulling up my boxers and shit.
You
Best
really
nut
wanted
I
to
ever
talk about
busted,
this.
hands down, bro. Like the fucking energy of it, like the straight up, like 'cause I was pissed at this chick, dude. She
Right.
was-
Yeah, you were
like
so
she was
mad.
holding her own, bro. She
It's
said
one
some
of the
shit.
best- it's one of the
She
best-
said some shit that fucked me up a little bit, to be honest with you.
Like, it's
so
oh,
mad.
it's
But
Oh.
she gave you a quivering orgasm,
But I
and that's
want
something
to-
that that's a
I
gift
Quivering-
that most women have, and when they
No,
give it to a man, it is
You know
beautiful.
what's super fucked up? The car
How
she
is
drove
this?
down to fuck me was her boyfriend's car that she borrowed for the day.
That's another reason why you
She
came
came
so
back,
hard, 'cause you were
like,
so
she
Did
great.
you
came back-
steal her Crocs? Too?
She came back to sell me some weed with her boyfriend.
You
Just then
gave her your
driving.
underwear to wear back,
Right.
didn't you?
That
And she
my
was
last
telling me,
words.
she was texting me, telling me, like, just tell my boyfriend, like, you're an old friend from high school, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. They come, she shows me the weed. I was like, thanks. And I got out of the
It
fucking
was
car.
all over weed.
I got out of the car.
That's all it takes to get fuck.
No,
For
Dude,
me to
that's
fuck you, that's all
there's
it
a-
takes is me to give you like a
Fuck
half
this
a
bitch.
Damn,
Fuck
you
this
got
Did you
your
know
name
there's a
online.
Facebook dating?
I made the
app?
decision
Oh, yeah,
because when I thought about it, like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
I was still
Like,
pissed.
in
Just
this,
because we
just
hate
found
fucking
out
in
little
this
friends.
shitty way.
The shit she was saying, bro,
They're
like
all
being
nice.
such a cunt.
But the
Just
man-
because we fuck doesn't mean like I like you. Doesn't mean you're not my
Girls
enemy,
like
right?
assholes.
But dude,
Not saying you're not, but they
no,
like
and
that.
plus, dude, this was after my brother
They
died. I
like
was younger. It was a
Yeah.
shitty thing to do, but I own it.
don't know.
I did it.
Sounds kinda-
Here's the thing, though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I get out of the car. Boyfriend comes up like he's gonna do something. I turn around like, what? He goes back to the car. I was like, yo, homie, I fucked your girl, right? You know he knows it because she gave some
Right.
bullshit excuse to borrow the car, right? She didn't tell him the truth, and he's thinking, oh, that's where you were last
I
week.
said,
What the fuck?
not like
Right?
this.
Imagine that car ride home. They just got jacked
Oh,
for an ounce of chronic.
like,
He knows that I fucked his girl.
That-
No.
They gotta drive an hour back to Greeley.
I mean, times are tough, right?
Times
I
are
want.
tough.
I want. Do you want to get savage on me? Like, make no mistake.
Times are
Times
tough.
are
I can't
tough.
remember. She said
Times are
something. 'Cause I told her about
Times
my.
are tough.
I told her about
Times
my
are
brother.
We can all
and-
That's our podcast name right there. Times are tough.
Because it was recent. It was like shortly after my brother died. So I guarantee you, I told her about my dead brother. I guarantee you, she said something about him, and that's what set me off. I had to. I can't
That's
remember.
why you nutted so hard.
But like, that's why I was.
You know, that's-
I was thinking it, but you said it.
That's
Oh,
exactly
I would
why I'm
full-blown,
so
like,
attracted to
Dennis.
my
Dude,
son.
she said that shit, my knees quivered.
I would like Dennis from all of a
You
sudden.
have no
say,
That
"Oh,
would
idea
be
what
the reason
happened.
why I still love my son's mother. Like, she treats
she's
me
the
like
mother.
dog shit. No. She's a great mother. And she treats me like fucking shit. She, like, is a horrible human being. But I love her because she will fucking make me feel like
Bacon and
shit.
eggs. Oh,
No, she'll make me feel like shit. Like,
She'll say
Just
things.
like
She
it,
knows
yeah.
you so much.
she'll hit
into
me
a
in
spot
the-
where no one will
she'll
ever hit
hit
you.
a spot like
Yeah.
that.
That's what she
Yeah.
is.
Right.
And it's fucking attractive to me.
And it's true.
Like,
what
no,
they
not,
say,
like, it's not that I'm
it's
attracted
true.
to that.
What
like,
they
it's-
say
yeah,
is
it
true.
sucks because you know it, and you kind of like.
Anything hurtful that someone says is
Yeah.
It's like
true.
sword fighting.
Especially when it's right there. Like,
But she doesn't have a dick. It's like you're just like so
but she's a
angry.
squirter, and
Oh.
she loves sitting on my face.
Is squirting? Is it just piss though?
No,
No,
No, I heard
it's
it's
cum.
completely
It's
different.
piss.
No,
It's not-
I mean,
No, no,
there's
no.
a part
It's
of
some-
it, but
it's
it's
like-
G-spot fluid.
I
It's
mean,
like-
it's
Like,
it's
some
like
women
fucking-
hold up to 3
It's
quarters.
go-go juice, baby.
When
They
you're
make
fucking first
energy.
time I heard a
drinks.
story,
I
right? I'm on my
heard-
back. She's
And
struggling
I love
cowgirl.
squirters.
Bro, when she
Yeah.
came
I
and
love
she got up, it was like a
I don't know
fucking
if I like it every time. but
like
it can get
water,
excessive.
like warm
I don't
water
know.
balloon pops. And she was so sexy, bro.
No.
Oh
I
yeah.
squirted with you
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple times.
Squirters,
I'm not like a
squirters
squirter.
are just like room jobs. for me.
Yeah, but if you like
Like,
with porn, I
it's
don't like
perfect.
squirters. Those
Again,
porn-
I'll take what I can get.
The
Solo
first pussy
squirters.
I ever seen.
So
Back in the
low.
day,
Solo-
Clarity
solo
Came
Those
Out.
squirters.
squirters, like
Squirters.
the bitches that squirt over and over, they're putting like bottles of shit.
What do
in
you guys
their
think about
pussy.
squirting?
Even you're gonna think.
Put
this
a
is
comment
sexy,
down.
right?
Yeah,
First-
like, comment, and
Let me
subscribe.
know if you're a
First-
squirter.
First
Wait, did-
image of a pussy, right?
Someone
Squirt.com.
commented.
Let me know what you think.
Someone commented. Let's see what the comments
Like
are.
what you want.
Oh shit! Is that
Alright,
is that
we're
Carol?
gonna.
Yeah,
Or
what the fuck
Larry?
is
I
that?
think it's Larry.
Long. He said,
Long
anyone got a
killer?
recipe for peach cobbler? I got my girl coming round later, and I need to impress her.
Oh my god, I do.
Peach cobbler.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Well,
do.
if you were here from the
Yeah,
beginning
not peach
about
cobbler.
the black dick,
Wait, is
the
I'm-
black dude that whipped his dick out on this
I'm
chick.
from the
No,
south.
don't do that.
All I
grew
heard
up
is
in
cobbler, and I
Texas.
thought of my cat. And I'm like, is this guy really
Peach
like,
cobbler.
taking my
All right,
Peach
yeah.
We
cobbler.
want to see your
Fuck
pussy
and
out.
fuck peach cobbler, bro.
Can
You
he just take
need
my cat
to go.
and
Listen, go
My
get some
advice
popcorn,
is-
but not the bag, right? You want to get the bucket kind,
Peaches,
Pirate
brown
Booty,
right?
sugar.
Watch a
Bucket
movie
popcorn.
with her, cut
Not-
a hole in the bottom of the popcorn, stick your dick through, have the popcorn.
Don't trust his relationship
classic, bro.
advice.
It's classic.
He quivers to the sound of what was
How
it again?
dare you?
I'm
I
just
quivered to what? It wasn't a sound.
Quiver to the sound.
I nutted so hard I
Oh,
quivered.
Oh,
That's
well,
what my legs shook. That shit was fucking crazy.
well, he quivered. He didn't make peach cobbler. So the recipe is peaches, brown sugar, and honey, not
I think
sugar.
he's trolling. How can that be a real question? Do you think this is a cooking show?
Well, it is now. We were talking about
Peaches,
rotisserie
I,
chicken.
there's only
He's
two
thinking about
things.
dessert. He's like, fucking
fucking
rotisserie bullshit.
Guys, there's only two
There's
things you need for
Arthur
peach
Sanders.
cobbler.
I said butter popcorn.
Peaches
Don't
and
use my
cobbler.
cat.
You need
That's
peaches
the
and you need
cobbler.
cobbler.
You need to get some
When
fucking
that's name is
pussy.
cobbler, is that
This
fucked up?
Jewish
Like,
guy
I thought-
knows
I
it
swear
all.
to God, thought
I know it all. I knows it all.
He knows it all. Damn, you caught that before I did.
Who's a Jew in here?
I am.
Is Jew in here?
I'm
And
the
I'm a
Jew.
German.
I
They're more
They
roommates.
belong in here with all the other ashes.
like.
Oh, you're
Oh,
stealing my money.
Oh shit! Hey, can you clean the oven?
I like Jews.
Oh, it's on.
Damn.
Speaking of cleaning the oven, you ever see that M. Night Shyamalan movie?
The Visit.
Dude,
Oh.
it's one of the
Can't you
greatest
believe
fucking
that?
movies I've seen.
No.
And it comes
It's
with-
not even the greatest Shyamalan, dude.
No, I'm not gonna say it's the greatest
I'm just
Shyamalan,
gonna
but it's
M. Night
cuddle,
Shyamalan.
I guess now.
great.
I'm waiting for
The way you
to
make
first.
peach cobbler is you
I
drink
will
water
wait
and
to
call it a
stand
day.
Science?
The
Yeah.
bro embrace.
Yeah,
That's
his-
it.
That was like one of his
Yeah.
first big ones.
He's not very great though.
He's
So-
great.
Yeah,
He's great when he's great
Mel
when
Gibson?
he's like in the zone.
Mel Gibson is a fucking hero, bro.
Mel
He
Gibson
is.
is a hero.
My mom, I've never seen
Braveheart?
her like
Is it?
cheat on my dad until she had a crush on him.
Braveheart.
Right?
Braveheart. Oh man,
What
that
about-
changed
Fault
my
Looks
life.
Scotsman.
That haircut.
They fought like William
Similar
Bullets.
cups.
Cups.
Water out
Yeah,
of it.
William
you should
Wallace.
watch fucking
Cups.
Killed 50
I
men.
just need a
Visit.
glass of
The
water.
Visit.
Can I use this
From,
empty bottle for
yeah,
some
right here.
water? Is
Yeah,
this,
go for it.
yeah? Are
Actually,
you sure?
I think there's a Gatorade bottle out there in front of the TV.
Well, this is a bottle too.
He's only
Yeah.
posting it
Sure,
once.
if you want to fucking.
As long as you
Yeah.
didn't pee
I
in
got
it.
cups. I
No.
got extra cups.
That's okay.
I mean, I can
water.
bring it with me. but
Yeah.
it'd be-
Well, we need
Yeah.
a group. Some you're
Yeah.
gonna you and you
I haven't
Uh,
drank water
are
since
definitely
this
gonna
morning.
stay.
That pen got
I
me
think.
stoned too. We've been
Right?
eating apples all
Keep
day.
this going. Entertain
Yeah.
these fuckers since we have a viewer at least, right? These comments. Hey, any requests about stuff you want to talk to us about this
Yeah,
podcast?
we're
Wait, hold on.
we're
Are
Shut
you
the
happy
fuck up
with
for
your
a second,
peach cobbler
everybody.
recipe?
Chill out. We are Denver comedians. At least me and this guy is. This dude is one of the craziest people in Denver. Awesome. Had great times with him. These people I don't know very well, but obviously they're dope, right? So if you have any requests for topics, some
we're
shit
one big
that
happy.
you want us to talk
One
about,
big
this
happy,
podcast is just us getting fucked up drunk, getting high, and talking about crazy shit. Right?
My parents are so proud.
Yes. So if you do
I
have
do
any
lots of
requests about some
cocaine.
shit you want to hear us talking
I'm
about,
glad my
type it in.
mom doesn't know much about YouTube.
But we need to go to the liquor store because we're gonna get more smokes. And
All
I
you
wanna
dudes
get
out
some
there.
booze.
Is this a
Either
group
of you
effort?
feel like you're sober enough to drive because the liquor store like 2
I
blocks
know.
away.
Yes, I am.
YouTube's-
I'm
All right.
drinking a bottle of
Bunch of
Corona.
dudes.
Oh, water.
All right.
Corona water.
Corona
I don't
water.
get pulled over. It's literally 2 blocks away. So you guys,
Is it walkable?
Would you
no,
like?
you're
I
fucking.
would
you're
prefer to walk.
you're
I would
for
too.
the
What's
stay.
walkable?
Then walk.
If
You're
it's
gonna
2
give your
blocks,
way like the whole way there.
Absolutely. I fucking give my way off
Why don't
the
you
light.
just stay so they can keep the podcast going and we will.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, if that's
Sounds
what
like
You and Noah, and then us three will go.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think anyone should drive.
God,
Yeah,
it's fine.
good idea.
No, that's
It's
fine.
literally down the hill and through like a strip mall.
Please be an idiot
do you
responsibly,
see how
guys.
clear this Corona is?
I can drive a
Even if
6-pack.
any,
I can
want to
slam a
leave or
6-pack
whatever,
and drive
back to my
better
house,
than
whatever,
fucking
like,
90%
I'll pay
of
for you
people.
guys' Uber.
So-
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
still
think
early,
you
but
drive.
we'll probably leave in like 30.
Like driving
10.
irresponsibly drunk that should
Yeah.
definitely be taken
You don't
seriously.
that?
But like,
Yeah.
don't punish
You
me.
did
You
it
go
right.
hot here in Colorado if you
You
have
did it
one
right.
beer.
Yeah,
You
guys are
I don't think
leaving?
It's not about
No,
even
no.
blowing
But-
high. It's
At
not
like- at
about
like
blowing
10,
high.
probably
It's
10
about
something.
Oh,
fucking
10.
don't
Yeah, in a
just
while.
drink and
In a
drive.
while.
Are you drinking?
Or do you
I-
want to walk?
Like, I have money. If
Do
anybody
you want to
ever
walk
Also,
with
wants
me
me to go
to the
somewhere,
liquor store?
I'll give you money to fucking Uber it.
Us
Yeah,
two
I
will
can't
go
Uber
and
you
you'll
back to the
carry
car
on
or
since you're the
anything.
comedians.
For real.
Where are we going?
Like, don't.
Oh, you two
I
go?
don't think
Yeah,
you
we'll go.
should drive.
Okay.
Like,
We'll walk. Y'all stay.
Well, no, fucking, I'll go with because.
Because you know.
I know
Oh,
it's
so
crazy.
I'm gonna
It's
sit
just-
here-
No, I'm gonna sit here by myself the whole
You know,
time.
like,
I got
like,
shit to say.
We're going to leave you here.
Like that Wayne's World
just
scene where
just
it's
talk to
north.
them. Talk to them and just lean down every once in a
I
while.
got.
Well, actually, I want to go because if this chick's working, I'm
Yeah.
gonna invite her back.
See, I got
The
something
place
to
closes
say.
at 10.
Females.
So-
I
that
don't
sounds fun.
think you should ask anybody
Hey,
to come
dude, I've been
back
flirting.
because
I've been flirting with this girl for
As
a
long
minute.
as you
And
don't
she's
drink
gonna
your
be at
dick
the
out
show.
on the counter in the gas
She's
station.
coming to the fucking
Yeah.
show tomorrow at
Hell yeah.
Whiskey. By the way.
Where do
Where
you
you
guys
guys-
do shows? Yeah.
We are hosting a stand-up comedy open mic here in Denver.
7 p.m. Whiskey Bar. Be there, dude.
22nd Larimer downtown
22nd Larimer, bro. It's the hot spot,
downtown
bro.
Denver. Dude,
Who's
I'm
who's
fucking
going?
60 here.
well, I want
40's good.
3 cases.
3K. Then we should drive. It's
no,
literally- it's
that
literally
is
like down there
exactly
to
Dude,
the
what
I
I
can
just
literally
said.
walk.
It's
That is
but
literally
we-
what I
totally
just
happy
said
walk.
not to do.
Yeah, but we're not gonna want to carry 3 cases, fucking 4 blocks. What's
Wait,
it?
why are you
Three-
getting free
And now it's
pieces?
When you,
4.
well, when you walk,
It's
it's
2 or is it 4?
There's 3
probably like
people.
2.5, 3. Probably like 2.5.
All right, there's 3 people to carry. We've got hand
I
sanitizer.
can fucking walk too.
Yeah, see, we can bring.
Like,
we
that's
can
the
bring.
thing.
So,
I can walk,
actually
too.
walk too.
Hey, we got another
It looks
comment.
like everybody wants to
No, that's
go.
me. I said.
No,
So-
I don't have to.
You
I said
commented?
what?
No.
I said
Like, I want a
pepperoni.
pack of smokes.
no, that's
Yes.
Noah's.
Then we should all just
No,
go
no,
take
no.
it for
No.
you.
I
That was him.
But
Okay,
we're all
pepperoni.
just walking to the liquor
No,
store. It's not that far. We'll be back
I
probably 20
said
minutes.
Intermission.
bucket popcorn.
Intermission. We're just gonna leave this shit
Bucket.
rolling, bro.
Bucket
Bucket.
No.
bucket popcorny.
So it sounds like.
Pirate booty pot.
We're
It
gonna
sounds
leave it
like
rolling.
you're a
Go
real
Go to meatspin.com while you're waiting.
His name's Lung
Maybe
Butter.
watch
dude. I
people
had
die
some
on Reddit.
bucket popcorn.
Actually, they shut it down already.
Popcorn.
You're gonna have to dig for that.
Oh, yeah.
I think
We should just set the pig up,
Funny,
and they'll be
You
fine.
can't
when
unsee
we
Here,
it.
come back,
I'm a good
if
guy
we're
trying
keep
to-
doing this,
We're definitely
I'm
gonna do this.
gonna do a live stream also just through Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Like
idea.
at the same time, like right underneath there. Like
Let's do it. Let's open another window
Same
or
thing.
something. Oh,
No,
you
no,
doing it?
no, I'll do
Yeah.
it from my phone, like just sitting like underneath there. And
All right.
Hell yeah.
Oh, also,
broaden it up. Yeah.
this tranny that I was fucking a few
Yeah.
months back, Fendalisa,
Yeah,
she's gonna come make an appearance when we get back. Stick around, 'cause it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Fendalisa
Intermission.
triggers. She's a real cunt.
Tuesday.
Offendalisa triggers.
Oh, that's
The N is silent.
The end is
Tuesday,
silent
man.
triggers.
Oh,
That's
that's
correct.
Times are tough.
It's not racist.
Times are
it's
tough.
silent N. Don't be a
Times
little
are
Hey,
tough.
bitch. This is your 22.
Of course.
I guess we'll just leave it on the plate. All right,
Mm.
let's do this shit. We'll be
Dude,
back.
clear for
We love you guys.
How far is it for real? Is it
Are
2
we all
blocks or
going?
is it
Like
4
2.5,
blocks?
3 tops. That's like 6 round trip.
Sounds
Miles?
like a.
Blocks.
Oh,
It's okay. Remember
If it's-
coming in here
you know
right
what?
down the hill.
We're in it
Now
together.
we back
can
up
get
the
it
hill
delivered.
just before it goes up. We
I
take
can
a
get it
right through that
delivered.
strip mall. The
Very
end of the strip
true.
mall.
it
Yeah,
costs
Sounds
you?
like too much.
No, no,
I
no.
have no idea.
I can
what
drive
That might take
us.
too long. No.
I haven't drank since I got here, and I drove us here.
I honestly say we take the fucking car.
I'm
If we're gonna
drinking
get
clear
like
Corona.
we're gonna get another case. We don't want to be carrying a case.
Okay.
More water.
Are you guys doing
I get that we're strong men.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
fine
not
with
gonna
that.
strong.
do
We're strong men.
5 people in this one car going to get fucking
Yeah,
5
I'll
places
I'll
there.
chill.
It's a
My
journey.
kids,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll chill.
my
I'll
kids
chill.
still believe
Are
I'm
you
the
comfortable?
strongest.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so
You going
Yeah.
together?
That's fine.
Well,
Are you sure,
I mean,
John?
not all of us.
Are you
do.
cool? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
And
I
are
don't
you
wanna
okay?
pile all 5 of
There's
us.
a higher
That's fine.
chance of group survival if less of us come.
You want me
It's
to?
a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real
That's a
thing.
real-
Us
that's-
three will go. These 2 are gonna stay. We're only gonna be like fucking 10 minutes. Dude. It's
Yeah,
right down
talk
the
about
street.
Jews.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk about fucking
Okay,
Jews
here,
and
here.
floor shitting.
You want
I
people?
like
40.
Jews. They're so fucking smart, dude.
PBRs, get as much as you
Okay.
can.
Want a bottle of vodka?
And yeah,
I touched that
McCormick
Western wall too.
McCormick 5th.
Take this back. Give me another fucking. Here, I'm taking this shit. 40. And even 40. I don't want. odd
Okay,
money.
listen, but I need 2 packs of smokes.
I
All
got
right,
you.
I'll give you the change. Cool.
Yeah.
60.
Okay.
You want a case?
I trust you. I love you. Yeah, 30 rack. Why don't you do that? Get
30
30
rack
rack
of
of
what?
halves.
Mix. Yeah.
30 racks
I
of
got it. I
halves.
know
A
exactly what
5th
you
of
want.
McCormick.
And 2 packs
Okay.
of Marlboro 27s.
All right.
Love you. She knows me.
You know.
She knows you.
Yeah.
She knows you. So how you been?
Living life, but dude.
Like,
So you went to E1 night, really?
Yeah.
How was that? For real, like.
it was lame.
Was it
dude.
sad?
It was, that's how appropriate it was for it to be called emo night because it was a sad night. There were these. I mean, your friend Lexi did a really great job.
Did you like with DJing? I wanted to fucking come to order.
But
So
the acts, bro, the bands. There's this one band that was just they were off with everything.
They play. I'm sure they play every Wednesday night, like open mic nights. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing is that they don't even do open mic night. They do open stage. So you can be a band and go and play like a 40-minute set on an open mic night. So mine's there.
That sounds dope, dude. We should start a band.
Dude, me and this girl Lindsay, we've been working on like a little something.
Oh hell
Little
yeah!
country.
You need
fucking-
if you want some lyrics,
Oh yeah,
some singing.
absolutely. Absolutely. We both sing. We both do our little things.
Let's write a song like right now.
Do you have a guitar? Yeah.
No.
Fuck, I was gonna fucking bring my guitar. I should have fucking brought my guitar just
It's
to
all
noodle
good.
around with.
We can do acapella.
Here comes treble.
Here comes trouble.
Here comes treble.
Here comes the bass. Well, this is the story of a girl who got fucked. The guy who fucked her is named Noah Hubler, aka Little Aspie, 'cause he's the greatest. He's the greatest in the world. He's the greatest in the world. The greatest in the world. The greatest in the world. The best you've ever heard. Everybody knows that you'll savor every word. 'Cause everybody knows that not hearing him's absurd. 'Cause everybody in the world who doesn't like Little Aspie is a turd. Oh, that's what we can do. We can can put on some rap beats.
No,
No,
completely against it.
you're completely against it.
Completely against it.
Why? What do you have against our urban friends?
Nothing. I mean, if it's good, it's good. P. Pablo, right on. Nelly, up until they got to like that Blue album, fucking right motherfucking on. Like a lot of rap.
Hell yeah.
Tupac can't judge me. See why I pierced his ear.
Hell yeah.
Machiavelli, the whole, you know that whole fucking thing, right?
Oh, yeah, with the
Tupac's
puppets.
not dead.
Oh yeah.
Machiavelli.
Tupac's bat, like that one.
No. The whole conspiracy of Tupac not being dead.
Why would he not be dead though? Tell me about that.
Okay, so it's like this whole thing that Tupac realized he was not getting the
Like the
stance what he
the-
did.
the
Like, and he
profit.
was, not, it had nothing to do with money. It had nothing
I mean,
to
like
do-
profit, like Moses or
He
whatever.
was,
like he wanted
was
to
trying
be.
to, like, he was trying to change things, right? Like,
Mhm.
back in early fucking 90s, which is pretty fucking respectable, you know, thinking of what it was then. You know,
Right.
Like, especially West Coast, you know, where Tupac came from, and then
Right.
whatever Tupac, Biggie, Few, Biggie, Brooklyn, East Coast, which
Right.
I respect, whatever too. But okay, so Tupac, there's a lot of things that show that Tupac's not dead, right?
Like
so
what?
He's a huge fan of Machiavelli. You know who
Mhm.
Machiavelli is, right? Like the author.
No, I don't. But
Okay, so he's kind of like a shit. This is gonna sound stupid when I describe it like this, but he's kind of like an Aristotle,
Right,
fucking
like
Plato,
like a
fucking-
philosopher.
yeah,
of
100%
of noble
Machiavelli, yeah.
intent.
And so there's a lot of things that like Tupac did in his raps, whether it was intentional or not, right?
Mhm.
That like lead up, that show that he's like getting to a point of like, hey, I'm gonna be gone.
Right.
Which, whatever how his intentions were or not, you know.
Right. Like that quote he had of like, if you don't have anything to live for, you best have something to die
Yeah,
for.
yeah, exactly. Just get going then, right?
Right.
Like, which that's what he went for. Like he was exactly who he was, and maybe he was killed, right? Like so, say he was killed, but he left the world in true stance of who he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I respect. But then there's like the whole 7-Eleven thing. Dude, there's so much. Like I
The
did-
white lighters, you mean?
No, 7-Eleven, like, there's a lot of... Fuck, dude, I did this project back in 6th grade, so it's really hard for me to remember. Like, I did a lot of drugs in 6th grade. But I was pretty sure that, Tupac is not dead.
Damn. Where do you think he is?
I
Or
don't know.
just if he was just chilling.
Like, if he was alive, where would he be?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the medical.
Yeah.
I
There's
think, like, that, we can go down there with, like, $5,000 right now and buy, like, a house.
yes, dude. Tupac must live like a fucking king, and
Dude,
he's
that's
watching
the thing,
his
yeah.
words like actually change things. Because like nobody
He's
pays
becoming-
attention. Nobody pays attention to jack shit nobody until they fucking
Dude,
die.
he has this interview of him talking about Donald Trump, like in '91, dude. Like talking about how shitty he thinks Donald Trump is as a human being, like just cutting him down, like and being like, "Dude, are you kidding me? Like this is
Wow.
who like this person is." Blah blah blah. You know, and then Donald Trump went into the reality show, fucking. When it was like you're fired or what was that?
Like the Apprentice,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah. So then he went and did that like after Tupac was dead, and then now he's president. Like,
Whoa.
dude, yeah, and Tupac fucking hated Donald Trump in '91, dude. Like, just knew he was a piece of shit. Like, Tupac was a person that could see right fucking through you. Like, what are your motherfucking intentions then? You know what I mean?
Hell
Like,
yeah. Do you believe in total non sequitur? But speaking of conspiracies and things of that nature, do you ever follow? I've asked you this before, but do you ever look into like magic systems?
In what kind of sense?
Like Aleister Crowley, he's definitely, whether he's a good or bad person, he's definitely an influence on the art
I
form.
get what you're saying. Okay, so in the sense of like mind being able to manipulate things.
Yeah,
Or in the
like
sense
mind
of,
control.
numerology, like
Numerology for sure is
Wiccan.
Wiccan shit, all that shit. I've been getting into it lately.
It's there.
It's there. It's
You know what I
there.
mean? Like I can't put my finger exactly on what works and what doesn't work.
Right.
But it's fucking there, and it's not to be fucked with. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
just there. Like I can't say this is wrong or this is right. Like because I don't have the intelligence, and I don't think any of us human beings have that intelligence to
Well-
say yes or no. But it's there.
Yes.
Like it's 100% there. You know.
It's definitely something that I learned from this book called The Book of Storms by Jad Alexander. And this book is about empathy and becoming an empath using empathy and understanding other people.
How do you feel about it? Like empaths and empathy.
Well,
It's
being
a
one,
curse.
it's a curse, and I also believe that anything that's a curse is also can also be reverse engineered to be a blessing. You know, for example, empaths when they start out, they get a lot of anxiety. Like I was diagnosed with social anxiety disorder before I started realizing the advantages of social anxiety disorder.
Yeah,
Which is
it
like-
doesn't have to necessarily be a negative.
Right, right. It's like the closest thing I would think of to social anxiety disorder is like your mind tuned to mind read someone, but only about the bad parts that they're talking about. Like And then imagine, yeah, exactly. Like imagine tuning your mind, as I've been trying to do, to pick up on like the micro expressions and essentially understand the thoughts of what someone's thinking of when it's good or bad instead of just the bad stuff.
Being
Yeah,
able
like-
to in tune with actually the vibe.
Exactly,
Being
and
in
there-
tune with who you are, setting intentions for yourself, like
Right.
of just you and being in tune.
Right, exactly.
Like, and it's really weird that you say that because
And
that's
this-
where numerology has been. Like I've been starting to like dabble in that numerology, like 11.
Hell yeah.
It's been like
11.
Dude, 11/11's like I can show you my phone. I've been hitting like looking at my phone 11/11 like 4 days in a row, both morning and night.
Holy shit, that's
It's like you know what I mean. Like,
that's a
it's
known
fucking-
phenomenon.
Like
There's
it's fucking weird. Like and so, like what I've been trying to read about it, they're saying that like whether it be 11/11 or any like, especially when it comes to time, right? Like which is a man-made thing, But if I look at a clock and it's 444,
right. 444.
555 or whatever,
444 is an important one.
They say like as long as you're recognizing it as that, you're not just like looking like, oh, what time is it? Like, oh, 4:44. Like, can you put it back? Like, whatever. As you're recognizing it as something that's beyond you.
Right.
Like that's something I don't know. Like I don't have control over. I don't want control over. But it's supposed to be a sign of showing intuition and that you're
Right.
arranging yourself. You're aligning and you're being.
It's like like there's so many things around us that we don't fully understand, except this new. I consider magic as it's a school of thought. It's a school of social mathematics, and it's a school of understanding your relationship with the world around you, which magic calls God and the universe. And there are techniques of sort of changing the direction of the tides to impact the world around you, which I personally find to be fascinating. Like
even just studying about it, even if you can't master it, just even learning
Mhm.
about the way that
and it's not like
where they came from, like why that idea, like
right. And I stand by this.
manifested from.
I stand by this. Like Harry Potter put a lot of dumb ideas about like that sort of notion, like that or that sort of thing. Like for example, there's the scene where the guy's saying to Harry, like, "You're a wizard, Harry," and like nobody else is. There are muggles and there are wizards. But in reality, all you need to entertain, it's like any skill. All you need for the skill of the magics is just understanding that you are if
You are you.
you are you and you are capable of understanding this like hidden world, you know, like anyone can do it. Anyone can do it if they put in the effort. It's math, and it's
Honesty.
math
Being
and
honest
honesty
with yourself.
for sure,
You know what I mean? Like not getting too far
for sure.
you know, into a route. Like it's on like being honest. Man. Like
Right.
this is what I can manifest my destiny. Like
Yes,
this is what
absolutely.
I can do. And there's great ways to manipulate it without being a
Like a
manipulative,
manipulative.
in a negative way, like a
Right.
negative connotation.
And there are people who use magic for like horrible things, like politicians, Epstein probably, you know, like all this horrible shit. But in reality, magic is a tool, and any tool can be used as a weapon, but it can also be used to enlighten. It can be used to it can be used to make the world a much better place. You know, I always had this sort of vision of like helping people with magic, and I think that's the most
Absolutely.
important thing.
Have you read much about Wiccan? Like that whole Wiccan.
I do like the system of Wicca. I do feel like it's definitely more oriented towards women, but there are a bunch of different systems in magic that do the same
Yeah, there are
thing.
right,
You know, based
so-
on
Absolutely.
cults from different
Yeah,
religions.
like Wicca, just for like a broad example, like
Right.
Wicca, like if you're gonna do something, it like they do the thing, it all comes back on 3. So like if I'm gonna like
Well-
put a spell or do like magic or whatever,
Funny thing
for
about
you,
the
like,
rule of
if-
3.
for something good for you, then it's gonna come back on 3 for me. Like, but if I say I wish something bad,
Right.
you know, on you, it's
Then
gonna
it'll come back in 3 for you.
threefold to me.
See, there's a lot within the witchcraft community. There's a lot of debates, and there are 2 schools of thought about the rule of 3. So a lot of people think that the rule of 3 was introduced as a legitimate sort of understanding of the world around them. But then there are people such as myself who realize that everything in the universe is physics and mathematics. And so the
that's
rule
how-
of-
like that's what's
And the rule of 3, by that sense, isn't entirely true. However, it's true if you believe it's true. Just like anything in magic.
But I
But
mean, with 3, you think of 3 points, you get your triangle, right? And that's the strongest geometrical shape,
right,
right? Like the strongest, and no matter what shape you do, it's still being 180.
right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Like no matter what.
absolutely.
Like, and
I just think that the rule of 3 isn't necessarily good for
relationship.
for like. I don't think
Children.
it's about
Baby mamas.
yeah, for baby mamas. I just don't think it like the rule of 3 is for I don't think there's an inherent sense of good and evil in magic. I think magic is just like a tool like anything else. So with the rule of 3 saying like if something good happens it'll come back to you, I think it's just karma. Honestly, I think that's a more simple
Okay, yeah,
simple
karma-
definition than the
yeah.
rule of 3.
Like, I'm not superstitious. I don't believe in luck, but I definitely believe in karma.
Karma, like even if you look at physics as or if you look at socialization as a form of physics, then I think Newton's 3 laws actually have a lot of repetition in social situations. So like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like if I were to say fuck you, and then you'd be like, hey, I'm mad at you, and that creates entropy, and that creates civilization and society, and everything is physics.
I thought Newton's laws were matter cannot be created nor destroyed,
Mhm.
energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Mm-hmm. And then he had Isaac Newton was a
Yeah,
He's a
there's
great guy.
Newton's first law is you cannot create matter from nothing. And
Right,
you
right,
can't
right.
destroy matter and like it be completely gone.
right.
Like something has to come from something, and then when you destroy something, it's going to
Right.
be something. And then that same thing with energy. And
Right.
then what the fuck is the third one?
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Maybe. There's one.
Or
An
no, that's
object in
Murphy's
mo-
law. That's Murphy's law. Or no, Murphy's law is fucking.
Murphy's law is anything bad or anything that will happen will happen.
Yeah. If
Which
bad
is-
can happen, yeah. Okay.
There,
Shit,
but
yikes.
yeah, there's
I mean,
I think magic is what it does. Like magic with a K, MAGICK, is it's a really surprisingly advanced attempt to describe what science hasn't even begun to talk about, which
But
is
all of this that we're even talking about is all man created.
absolutely.
Like this is all our own theories.
It's our own theories and our own
Yeah.
perceptions. But what else do we have to
Do with our lives.
do with our lives besides
Think
our
about this.
feeble
Yeah.
attempts to understand the world
Yeah.
around us?
Figure it the fuck out, right?
Because
Like,
it's
as we
confirmed,
all-
not in magic only, but in science, it's confirmed that there are at least 11 spatial dimensions. And this guy knows about how much I like exponential numerary systems. And I think that if you were to calculate with the right exponential numerary system, you'd find infinite spatial dimensions. But right now, with the base 10 stupid ass number system
Like,
that
here
we have,
yeah, this is the box we're stuck in.
right. Then even then, scientists agree that there are 11 spatial dimensions. Now we haven't even begun to ask ourselves in the scientific community. Are we alone in these dimensions? Are we in the third dimension, the only dimension that's capable of sentient life?
See, okay,
Not-
that's what I was.
not likely.
That's what I was just gonna ask you. So like these things that we can't really necessarily explain, like say like Machu Picchu, the Great Pyramids, Stonehenge, these things that we can date back as far as it can go, but we still have no fucking like with all of our technology now. Like we still can't like actually pinpoint how or why. Like
Mm-hmm.
do you think that might be a part of that
Yes.
jumping dimension? You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, that it was
absolutely.
there- like I'm not saying that exactly thing happened, which is what made
Right,
jumping
right.
dimension. But
Do you think
The
the
fact
dimensions? I do.
you know what I mean?
And this is how-
they were smart. Like they didn't have cell phones. They didn't need
Right.
but they had.
Right. There are ways to because according to, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Fuchs. According to the Fuchs model of quantum physics, basically it's a really simple model. It's what you see is what you get. Your version of reality is reality.
Exactly.
And so when you alter your version of reality, it's according to that model, it's very similar to going to an altered state of consciousness is an altered universe, pretty much.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so there are shared universes and there are individual universes. Like if you're in a loony bin, you're likely to be experiencing a more individualized, personalized universe.
Absolutely.
But the notion that there is such a thing as divine inspiration, like something higher than you that you access, and then it gives you these ideas to build Machu Picchu or something that propels destiny along. I think absolutely. I think that does that can involve quantum extra dimensional.
Yeah. Even just mindset,
capacity.
like using different parts of the brain, like
Absolutely.
like what were they doing it for then? You know what I mean? Like if they were gonna actually go and build it, it wasn't that they were just like some guy was, a leader was like, "Hey, let's go and build this now."
Right.
Because then everybody would have been like, "Why?"
Right.
And then they would have still did it because they were getting fed or whatever. Even if it was just slave work or whatever it was, it still got built.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like it still got constructed in ways that is.
We don't even know
Why?
the building techniques of the pyramids.
Yeah.
Something that's been studied for ages.
With Stonehenge, I was just listening to this podcast the other day about Stonehenge. The fact that those rocks itself came from like over 2,000 miles away. Like they were those specific rocks, and they traveled them 2,000 miles away to that one point. And all along like that little road that they go up, or not road, path or whatever, there's other circles of and it's
Right.
all about time. Like it's definitely
Mhm.
time, and they're definitely on to something.
They
They
absolutely
were
are.
onto something.
They were
Like,
onto
were,
something.
You know.
And then the Romans came and introduced a base 10 number system instead of the exponential base
No,
number
no. See, that's the thing. The people who built Stonehenge just disappeared. It's a civilization that is gone.
Hmm.
Like, and they don't know why or where or how.
That's very strange.
I think it's Vikings. Like, I want to just be real. Like, and be like, Vikings came. It's like right there. It's the island. Like,
Right.
Vikings came and raped and pillaged.
Well, the
But
interesting.
it was still built. You know what I mean? Like, it was still.
And why
fucking
didn't the
built.
Vikings tear it down? You know?
There was just all rocks. It's just rocks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but those rocks got carried from 2,000 miles away. Like,
Wow.
doesn't that blow your
So you
mind?
think
Like,
the Vi-
why? Like, why did they take those rocks?
Right.
Like, they specifically took those rocks. Like, they can, you know, our technology can trace those rocks of it being from that point, in, you know, geographically. And like, it went this way. Like, they got them from here to there somehow. Isn't that fucking?
Yeah, that's
and
insane.
Why? Like, it? Why?
I got a problem with making fun of myself, and I opened that sentence a lot because
few.
Yeah, I make fun of myself and show them that
Okay, you drop this.
I'm willing to make fun of myself and go to a full
Ah,
ass.
seriously,
that was
Dude,
close.
look,
That
I
was
fucking
super close.
Broke my phone. You looked.
Oh,
That was
Above my
on
fucking
point.
forehead.
Do you know who Ari Shafir?
It was below mine.
Ari Shafir,
yeah.
comedian.
Okay, so I got you some cigarettes. Looked.
I did know. What's the consequence of looking?
You get punched.
It's one of these.
It's a
Ah,
little
Roslyn.
nice little
It's
punch.
a Roslin.
I don't think it's much, right?
It's a broken dick.
It's supposed to be a Charlie horse.
It's not a Kobe, that's for
It's
sure.
Charlie horse.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I just.
La da 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 da.
Thank you, babe. Oh,
McCormick's.
the big guy.
You said a fifth. I didn't know what the number was.
That's.
I'm a bartender. I just poured it. I don't buy bottles.
It's the liter,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's a leak.
Okay, well, I also
It's a
got you.
half liter, maybe.
There's one pack.
This is something.
Here's 40 million.
40 million.
Can I have
Oh,
one
wait.
and you keep one?
So if you win 40 million,
We already talked about this.
Oh, that's
'Cause
fucking
there's
hard.
one that's there's two plays and then there's one
Is
that's
this
one
tonight or
play.
for tomorrow?
I don't know. It's probably for tomorrow because it's too late for it to be tonight.
If they do it Wednesdays and Saturdays, right?
You
So
got
it's
your
Monday. So we gotta wait till
You want to
Wednesday.
see how a man opens a beer?
what is today?
When he doesn't give a shit about his cheap table that he got
I
from
thought you were gonna
Walmart?
say his
How you
cheap
do?
wife.
That's
That's a real man.
Yeah.
His
Never
cheap
been married.
wife. She can't even use her
From
two.
Thailand.
How old are you? You didn't say.
Here, I want the one
30 oh.
play. You get the two. And if you win, you better
Right
call
there.
me.
I'm at least halfway there.
I always
I'm
answer.
I'm at least halfway.
feel it.
You've got two
Yeah.
draws. I've got one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, when I play like poker online, or I'm
13's a
playing
lucky
fucking Xbox,
number in
I will
Jewish.
Nope,
change
no,
slots.
27.
Like 3 packs a day sometimes.
I
So
got
you gotta
69.
Those are
baby.
online shit.
I
Oh,
got
bro. I've had
13.
Oh, you won.
I got
Yeah.
59, baby.
one of the best sessions I've
Is this
done,
your
like
letter?
this year in
Oh, this is
2019.
mine. I gotta guess.
This was
What do you
All
play?
right.
Call of Duty or something?
hold on,
Did
what?
y'all get the
hold
30
on,
rack?
cash poker.
Oh,
I forget.
online. Like,
Hell,
Did
you forget the 30 rack in the car?
No, it's in the fridge.
Okay, good.
It's in the fridge.
Have a
Yeah, yeah,
I
okay.
was gonna say something.
Fucking, you're white
Yes.
trash and you're in trouble.
May I please have a cigarette?
5-day grind.
5-day
I'll
I'll
grind.
give you half if I win.
Dude, Adderall.
20 million?
5
Well,
days.
cool.
We're
Straight
trying
up
to do
grinding
Adderall.
cash. Fucking 12,000.
for fucking
Like
at
300
least
bucks profit.
2 weeks.
I went up there with 5. I left with like 12.8.
Oh man, I can't believe you're still watching, good sir.
The fucking rent in this shitty ass ghetto
I
fucking
feel
Lakewood
like
apartment is
it's
paid
kinda-
8 months in advance.
We love
I
you.
feel like it's like
Hey,
chat
listen.
roulette. Like, you never know what you're gonna get, and you like keep.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
How glad are you that it isn't?
Dude,
that it's
me and
not
my
just
friend-
that you jack it off.
Jerking off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what chat roulette is. Like,
This guy-
Oh, yeah.
I
there's
used
a
to
lot of
pull it
games
up,
there.
and me and my friends would sit
Oh,
there like
butter.
stoned
I
as shit,
like that.
and I'd be like, "Hey," and then my friend Julian would just come out with his shirt off and like shake it, and there'd be this old guy like jerking off, and then he'd be like, "Next." Like he'd freak out. It was so weird.
Let's chat roulette.
Chat roulette. Chat roulette.
Dude,
is-
when
Is that
the-
what we're gonna talk
On the
about now?
Xbox 360, when it first launched its webcam.
And you sit down.
Uno.
Yeah. Uno, did you play strip Uno with bitches?
Dude,
Wait.
I fucking mastered the Xbox Uno.
Dude, no, seriously. Did you
Dude,
ever
I'm
play
not
strip
kidding
poker with
you.
chicks?
I have
Did you
this.
get the Corona?
I don't know. We didn't have to. I didn't care about.
No, that's
Dude, there was like a little underground group of like strip Uno. There's like at least like 10 girls that I knew of.
3 in the world.
You
For
wanna
you
know-
went to actually play it.
Xbox.
Okay,
Uno,
so you
like,
remember that
I
people
have a
would jump in.
picture.
You didn't have to
I
be
have a picture on an old school
when it
Razr
launched
phone.
for like the first year. You didn't have to be on somebody's friends list to see their camera feed, right? So you got people coming in with their dicks out, right?
Dude.
Yeah, I know that
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot like chat roulette. But before then, dude, for like the first month, there was like
Putting out
about 10
content.
e-girls, right? These sluts
Content.
You gotta get
that were
in.
down to do strip Uno, man, and that shit
All
was down, bro.
Strip
First
Uno
fucking
all
randomly
day.
by chance, first Uno game I jumped into, Australian chick fucking herself with a huge pink dildo on
Is
camera.
this
And I
Chevrolet?
met this group of people, and we started playing strip Uno.
Uno.
Which, dude, Uno's boring, but
I
it works
love
out
It
so
was
perfect
like
for
chat
strip Uno.
roulette.
It's like
Like when
it's made
Xbox
for a strip
360
game.
first
It's
came
like
out,
strip
right?
roulette.
So remember when the
Style.
Motorola Razr first came
I
out?
prefer
360?
Twister.
Yeah, I had one of
The
those.
Motorola Razr phones.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that shit. I have
And
that.
the Xbox
Yeah.
360
I
is
prefer
about the same
Blackberry.
time, like the first Xbox
Yeah.
360, and they had
That-
a game when like Xbox
Blackberry
Live
was
was a thing, Uno, and it was kind of like fucking. I think chat roulette like really started too. I think you could do
Yeah,
chat
I think
roulette.
chat
like,
roulette was
You
on
already
the
could
Xbox
on the
360.
Razor.
No, they
No,
don't
on
have
the
it. There's
360.
actually no. I don't think that.
When you were on Xbox Live, like well,
You'd have to
when
maybe
I,
mod
I
it.
was number 3 in the world of Uno on Xbox 360.
You're sounding
It's
like
ridiculous.
Mario
For
now.
like a
Crazy
solid 3
I
He's
months.
on
feel
there
like
trying
this
to
is
play
the problem
Uno
with technology.
competitively.
They make
He was
it
kind
really
of jagging
hard.
off with
Number
girls from
I was number
Boston
3 in the
and
world
fucking
of Uno.
Australia and
I'm
shit.
number 4 in Pokemon Go. Double O does me.
No, you're not.
You don't even know.
Pokemon Go.
No, you're not. No way.
Pokemon Go did.
You're not number
Dude.
4.
So have you
Mario
been
is your
360
highest
long?
ranked Pokemon.
Number
Oh
4.
my god,
fucking-
nobody can. We're not. I'm sorry
What's
about
that
this.
one?
We're not talking about Pokemon.
Puff-
Not happening.
Pokemon.
Puffer.
Fuck Pokemon.
Yeah, you know.
What do you
Alright.
even know about EVs and IVs
Wait,
and nature
Can I
training?
tell you, I learned the number 1 way to cheat on your wife?
Yeah,
It's
what's
not
yours?
chat roulette. It's fucking Pinterest. Apparently, this bitch fucking caught
I really
her
like
husband
Pinterest,
because she
actually.
tried to get him to have a Pinterest, and then he got his fucking side piece to get
Oh.
a Pinterest,
Yeah.
and there's direct messages, and he got caught. And I
That's
thought
what
that
be a
was the
shitty.
funniest
That's
shit.
a way
But
to
to
be
Brett,
the
Married
shittiest
couples
fucking
cheating with
thing.
people they've met on the internet or on video games has been common as long as the internet's been fucking common.
In fact, they
Zanga.
were back in the
Postcards.
caveman days.
Sanga.
Back in the caveman days, they made little
You guys remember
little
Zanga?
codes
Zanga,
on the
I love
caveman
Zanga.
walls.
Before
I was the
MySpace?
checkered vest.
Dude, there
That
was
was my
at
name.
least 3
Did you have
girls
a
that I
Zanga?
met, like on the 360, okay?
Zanga.
So not only did
Like
Uno have the cam, but after the cam came out, you could do one-on-one private video chats with somebody, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
you
there's
do like a
the-
group
So
party.
when you know, when
No.
you do a one-on-one
That was-
private video chat, right? And when you would hit the
Oh.
left trigger on your controller, their controller would vibrate just a little bit. I'm not fucking with you. This was real. And if you hit the right trigger, it would fucking vibrate full blown, right? So
That's
you could
that's
teaser
how
us
you
left,
no. That was
Teaser
how you
was left.
cheated.
and
That's
then
how I
boom
got
was
to number
right.
3.
Dude, I had like jack off sessions with like at least 3 girls that I met on Xbox Live during that time. Actually, 2 of
Were
them.
they mutual?
And 2 of them I actually ended up meeting in fucking real life. One I went from like Wisconsin all the way down
Yeah.
to fucking
Remember
Kansas
Yahoo
City,
Games?
Florida for a summer.
Yahoo
Yeah, a
Games?
little bit, but I didn't see
It was like the first cool
AIM?
game.
AIM.
AOL.
AIM, AOL, ICQ,
I don't know about
ICP.
that one.
ICQ,
I
Photo
see dead
booth?
people.
Merc.
That was
Oh
photo
man.
booth was like the early 90s Insta.
Hmm.
You're like uploading all your pics and like,
I never had a camera ever.
dude,
But I was on Merc and like,
Oh,
I used
I
to
had a
code a
digital
lot
camera.
like on Merc and I used to
Wait,
be a
early
bot, like,
90s.
hey, let me get
Yeah, well-
ops.
well,
Let me get ops
maybe
and
late
get-
90s.
it was-
Early 90s, I was walking around the woods with a walker.
Yeah,
in
late
my hand,
90s.
like,
for sure.
early walk.
Or
How
early
old are
2000s.
I'm 28.
Oh.
You should have went. You should have went right there. I know you hesitated.
I was
You
gonna
should have
say,
been like,
like,
I'll be 19 next
39.
year.
Ah,
17.
17.
Oh shit.
That's why we
Oh,
need water
okay.
in a Corona bottle.
We're in deep shit. It's
Checked
like
ya.
that guy at the end of Social
I don't
Network.
break rules.
Like,
though.
how old are
I'm
you?
17 and I follow the rules.
I've been like watching
No,
this
like-
TikTok thing, and there's this chick. She's like 17 and she's famous, and people are.
This
You were
is
about to
why
say
you-
hot, weren't you?
Yeah, don't watch TikTok. I told
I'm
you.
not. It's
I
It's
love
almost addictive,
TikTok,
right?
dude.
Like,
What's wrong with
TikTok.
acknowledging?
I love
That's how I
TikTok.
feel about Vine.
Dude, tell me
It's like
there's not
they're
one
all famous.
17-year-old in the world that's so
There's
fucking
famous
hot
TikTok
that
girls
you wouldn't
on
fuck
Pornhub.
her, and the only reason you won't is
I
because
know.
it's illegal. But if it was illegal or you knew you would get
No,
away with
okay,
it,
no.
Dude,
No,
okay,
it's
let's-
totally
okay,
illegal.
Let's be honest. Okay, here's a cool topic. Okay, so with music, right? We all know what pop music is and what pop is, and there's pop country and pop music, blah blah blah, right? And there's that Billie Eilish chick.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's
17.
supposed to, yeah, she's 17, and she's supposed to be like not pop. That's exactly what pop is, right? Like you guys, like just people,
Yeah, it's
like
popular.
people don't understand that. Like it's like what Madonna
Everybody
was
gets
doing. No.
It's like Britney Spears, bro. It's just the turn of a new leaf. It's
exactly,
literally
exactly. But
fucking-
people don't get people.
It's like
are
Lana
not
Del Rey
understanding.
times
They
10,
think
so
that she's
sad.
original. Like that's
Billie
the fucking
Eilish-
She is. No,
Have
she
you
is.
ever heard
She's not,
Lord?
That's the
Don't be
fucking
so
thing.
loud.
Elton John?
She is not original. at
Billie
all.
Eilish is not original.
Not original at
She's
all.
not OG for
She
sure.
doesn't-
Lana
She's
Del Rey,
17.
She doesn't even
not
write her own
original
songs.
at all.
No.
She doesn't write her own
Beyonce,
songs.
original
Exactly.
as fuck.
Her
Beyonce's
brother writes her
not
She
songs.
does not write her own songs.
Beyonce, original as fuck.
And she doesn't write her songs either.
Yes, she does.
Not now.
Some
Not
of them
now.
absolutely.
Not
After
Beyonce
fucking,
choreographs every fucking.
Which isn't a
Beyonce
bad
is part
thing.
of the Illuminati, just like Lizzo. And Lizzo's the only reason why
I don't even-
Lizzo, like that fat chick,
Yeah.
they
I
want
wouldn't know
want
who
us
she
to
was.
listen
She
to
was
Lizzo because the lizard people are fattening us up.
No.
What are you, David
Icke?
Icke?
Not
over
now you're
here?
stretching.
Can I have a cigarette?
Oh,
Get out of here with David Icke.
I don't know, man.
That dude's an
Just
idiot.
kidding.
No, Billie Eilish not original,
She's
but
not
I do
original. She
appreciate
does not
her
write her songs.
performance.
Like she's hot as fuck. I don't care if she was 12. I'd fuck the shit out of her. I don't care.
God
Like,
have
if
mercy.
she bleeds, she breeds.
If there's hair in the twat, why not?
Period.
Yeah.
And that's what she's
Did
going
it before
for.
the hair does.
You gotta
Some
think
girls
like that's
start-
exactly what they're going for. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly what that's.
That's
There's
what
a-
when you
there's
talk
a-
to
there's
It's
a
an
round
archetype
table.
in society
There's a
that's
round
trying to be
table of
filled.
creepy
But
old
people
men
still
sitting
fucking-
around, and they're like, "All right, what are we gonna do with Bill?"
Yeah.
It's not
of
even
course.
creepy.
There's
old
nothing-
men.
there's
No,
no
it's not even
creepy about
creepy
being
old men. It's
attracted.
smart old fucking men
So, like,
that are like.
But
You know,
We're
I'll
gonna
give
manipulate
you, like, I'll
society.
give you a fucking
You're
$1
right,
million.
you're right.
Dude, I want to be like that
But
one day.
they
I want
are
to be like
smart,
one of
but
those
they
guys.
also have to be. I do
Straight
too.
up.
She's
You know,
independent,
there's
though.
a fucking
She's
there's a
doing
giant
her thing.
there's a sex
I
plant
have
that
no
makes
idea.
all of
She's not. I'm
the
trying
all of
not
the
to
sex
go.
toys
That's the
across
most
Most
America.
of human
She's a
history,
And
we married
you
bitches
can
off
get
as soon as they
paid
could
to
bleed.
test out all of this.
So, like,
And there's someone
here's the
sitting
That's
fucking
a- that's a
clear.
whole-
That's here's where
outside.
nature
Right.
draws the
You're
line on
testing them out?
pedophilia. Pre-puberty.
We're not talking about
Post-puberty.
pedophilia. We're not talking about pedophilia.
Oh,
I don't remember anything
before
statutory, but
puberty.
they used
That's
to be
not what we're
fucking girl if
getting
she
at.
was
Yeah,
12.
that's weird.
I feel like I
As long as she
defend that
bleeds, but
statement.
if I'll wait if she.
I was trying to have your back. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped the
No, we're not
P
getting pedophilia.
Well,
What I'm
we're
getting
going
at the
the
point
too
is that
controversial.
It's
people,
not about age.
Yes.
people who fucking think that like Lana, when Lana Del Rey came out, dude, and everybody was like, "Oh, she's so new and she's different.
She's
and
a
she's
pawn."
killing it." She's a pawn. Every single fucking she
She's
does not
literally
write.
like a
she
Charlotte
has
Church.
literally like 5 songs.
There's been
in her
opera
whole
singers
career that
their
she wrote.
entire life. But
Well,
then
how
this
is that
bitch
relevant
comes
to what you were saying about that? Because I thought you were touching on like
Okay, so
Disney
Dolly
selling sex to
Parton
kids.
is an
Pretty much
OG.
the music industry.
But
Well, it's
Now,
like
just
everyone's
now,
selling
now.
something to
Yeah,
everyone
no.
to get everything flowing the right
yes,
way.
exactly. Like Dolly Parton, though, like
Johnny
in the fucking
Cash, amazing.
60s, in
Now-
the 60s and 70s, absolutely there was original. But then that's when you actually had to get on the radio. Okay, so here's a cool.
But are they
example.
not
Kiss.
talented?
They're talented.
They're
I have to
talented.
say,
They're talented at
It
doing
takes a
their
lot
thing,
of-
but what is the
They're
thing
not
they're doing?
creative.
But
They're not new. They're not different.
You can't say they're not
So they can
creative.
sing. They got
They
a good
ain't.
voice.
They ain't. They don't
I have a
create
dream.
anything.
I have dreams about
What do you
Miley
mean?
Cyrus, and I think she's creative.
Miley Cyrus
as
is
fuck.
one of the
Oh.
biggest ones of the shitbag of
But
what
she's not a
shitbags what
pawn.
money can do.
They're talented.
That
Billy
bitch
Ray.
is fucking
Billy Ray was creative.
All right. Well, Billy Ray Cyrus created another little creature who is creative.
Out of his
My
nuts.
father is creative as fuck.
Who's that?
He is an
Clearly,
Just 'cause
my
I'm
friend
not-
Josh
just
is
'cause I'm
talking
not-
about the military-industrial
What if I was
complex.
an OG
Okay, so
and you
Kiss.
never knew
Think
it?
about the band Kiss. Okay, like I cannot
Yeah,
stand.
we're
Kiss.
pulling out just like sheep, bitches. We're coming and we're going.
Cannot stand the band Kiss.
Coming quick.
But I
They're
respect
smart.
them.
Jewish
Do you know what?
They're
Yeah,
smart,
you know what?
dude.
Like,
They get the
I
money.
respect them because
I
you know what
think
they
in
said.
some ways
They
we're
never said
improving
they
every
were going to
day.
be the best musicians or the best rock and rollers ever. What they said is, we're here for the money
And the pussy.
and the pussy.
Yeah.
And they said that
Mm.
like back in the 70s, and I respect them for that.
Yeah.
That's like cool.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. That's awesome.
Because
Well,
like
that's what
anybody
I'm
who
about it.
thinks they
The
can
rap
break
artists
this,
now still say that, and you know what? Because they learned it from Kiss.
Okay. So,
But they're creating
go
new
on.
shit.
No, get going.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
I don't
I'm
think
just
Kiss
saying.
inspired
Today in
anybody.
this world, you can't just let some
Okay.
people that know everything keep it. There are other humans. We all have different brains, and we're all going to create new
Okay.
shit. So just because
But it's not
we're
new.
pawns-
That's that's the thing. Like, say you
It
wrote,
is new.
you write my songs.
There's some kind of new.
You write my
I
songs.
can't write
you
my
say-
songs.
You
a
tell me.
lot of
You tell
famous
me.
musicians have
Age.
been playing
Josh,
other
it's a little
people's
different.
I
And
think
this is
that-
what it
There's
is.
stuff-
That
You
is
tell me
part
how
of
to do
art.
that, bro.
I think
can't.
that's part of art.
Why being able to play it and you can't?
No, I could
Then
play
what?
it because I created it, but I think that it sounds better.
I
written.
actually,
And this is why, being an artist, the only way that art is created is because you're inspired by someone else. Like, I was
Okay.
inspired by Johnny
Understandable.
Cash and I wrote a song.
Understandable.
It's not Johnny's.
But guess what? You
You're culture
sit there and you
vulture.
don't play, but you have a creative mind and you write that song, right? Because you were inspired by something.
But that's art.
But guess what? And then you own this record label. And there's me on this record label. There's him on this record label. There's
That's why I'd
him
never
on
be
this record
famous.
label.
Because if
So
someone
you
told me,
own this record label, and we're on
My
your record
mission
label.
is how much money.
How
can
is
I
this gonna? Where is it gonna go? Is it gonna
Right.
work better for me right now? Is it gonna work better for him right now?
it'd probably
Like,
work great
what's
for
up?
all of us. Because if like minds
If you're
work
good,
together,
you can do it.
if like minds work together, you're gonna go to the fucking Grammys and you're gonna win. And
But
you're
who
gonna
controls
play
the
and you're
work
gonna.
that.
It
It
does.
doesn't work that way. The Grammys
That's the
is
thing,
a
it does not
fucking
work that way.
industry, bro.
It is
Right.
an industry,
Yeah, it's
but
not.
the
It
industry
doesn't
is
work that
winning
way.
because the
It's
entire
hard.
world is listening.
Exactly.
And so you
But-
put your music out there, and it doesn't matter if it's fake or real. You're creating something that other people
I'm not
cannot.
calling the music fake.
It's just
obviously
not
it's music.
original, and I get
It's
that.
not original.
I
And
understand.
When, like, if they're gonna put out an album and be like, "Oh, it was written by me," but really he wrote the whole fucking album, I just played it.
That's called
That's
being
not.
a con.
That's it's
You're
not
marketing. Scary.
And he made the most money,
That's
Yes.
scary. That's
and
like
I'm just a fucking face for the
But you
music.
he
That's
really
it.
isn't. He makes the most money at the
He
beginning.
wrote it. He wrote it.
Yeah, but you perform it, and as
They-
an artist,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
But
I do understand.
sometimes they
that's
rock
not
music.
creative.
Let's
I hate
shut-
when people
you
look at
have a
people
point.
like me. Then people look at me and saying like, "Oh, he's so creative. That was so creative," but really, the creative soul is right here.
yeah.
But
when
it
I
doesn't
lived
matter
in
where
Nashville,
it's
dude,
Once the
when I lived
music
in
industry
Nashville-
hit the point where its goal was to start producing stars that they could turn into a
but
brand
just like Tool,
and
It's a
profit off that
brand.
brand,
A brand.
it
is a
damages the
brand.
quality of the music because now they can get away with this
But who
generic,
gives a shit?
simple fucking
I
shit.
do.
it's
and
a
like,
corporation.
listen to who you
And there's
are.
really
Who
great
cares?
deep music out there, real
Yeah,
poetry,
exactly.
real art
There
that
is.
gets fucking pushed down by
That's
this
why-
mainstream.
Well, listen to
of
them
this
and don't
fucking
listen to
garbage.
I
I agree.
love, I
It's-
love,
it's
But
just-
I
the-
love
the-
really good bands that play in local cities that are nothing. You know,
Exactly.
Like,
And
they'll never be
I love
anything,
that's
but
I
like,
love that.
But you know what?
But I also
What's
love-
wrong
you
with
know-
them?
I had my first
You know,
band was
They're
Berserk,
nothing.
but,
That's what's
the
wrong.
lead singer of
Listen,
Tool,
even if they are cheap, even if they're
James
mainstream,
Maynard.
like
Yeah.
I was
He's
inspired.
a
I
badass.
felt something when
and
I
he
first
doesn't
listened to
ever
it.
put
Like
his
I got
head
hooked.
Yeah.
Got-
Like,
you
I
got
reached
no-
some
Right,
sort of
right,
elation.
right.
his
Yeah.
song.
Yeah,
but something I
Does he
have
write
to
all his own
say.
music
shitty music. Like if
Well,
it
the Tool
connects you in some way, like fine.
with his band.
But
Yeah,
with
that's
it,
about
when
right.
you get to a product at such an industrial, massive scale as the
Exactly.
music
What's the
industry has
credit?
gotten to,
That's what I'm trying
and the
to
movies and everything,
Even the
ruins quality.
songwriter gets credit.
Because they don't have to try as hard.
when you get to a scale where you can literally put thought. What music and art does is it puts thoughts into people's heads.
Which is
And
called
when-
inspiration.
It's called inspiration.
Views,
Which is
and
awesome.
absolutely.
Except when you're someone who's telling a creator what thought to put into someone's head, that gets scary.
No,
That's
I think
fucking
it's
scary,
dope.
real
Isn't that
fast.
fucked up? Like,
It
is
can
that- I
get
think it's
scary,
fucked
but I
up.
think it's badass because whenever, like for me, sometimes like I'll sit there and like I'll be at the piano and I'll start writing something and then I think like, I want my sister to do this. But had
Okay, but
When you get that
If
big,
I
though.
owning
give
the
it-
record label.
Yeah, but when you get that
yeah,
big,
but when I was living in Nashville, listen, my favorite diner is the diner right next to the Johnny Cash Museum, and literally all of the most famous songwriters.
what do you think about comedians that do that?
Exactly.
It's the same shit.
Same thing.
It's the same
Lenny
shit.
Bruce.
Anything.
It's like
If
a
you're part of the
ballerina.
machine
Well, there's some
and the
comedians that have
machine's doing
writers.
some fucked up shit,
But
it's
yeah,
still
exactly.
They just have a
Exactly.
better delivery.
Yeah.
Right. Which I
Do you know any
respect.
comedian? I don't know many that
That's
have
actually what I
writers.
set out doing. Set
Like
Tosh
I wanted
has
to-
writers.
Oh, Tosh
Kevin Hart. They're so busy, man.
For
Yeah,
Tosh,
they don't have time.
for at least
Joe
Tosh
Rogan
1.0.
actually has lots of
For the
writers.
show, for Tosh 1.0, he definitely has writers. But I
Even
don't know
like the
about for
fucking-
stand-up.
The
Yeah.
people that do
I
all
don't
these TV shows. like
Chappelle's the
fucking
best
Oprah.
stand. He's
She
the
writes
best.
some shit for sure.
Chappelle's the best in the world.
But it's all part of a
That's- it's a
machine.
brand.
It's a
That's
machine.
brand. When it gets to that point, that makes it a brand.
It's a name,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Which
put
is
your
a
name
name
out
is
there.
a brand.
but that's fame.
Name brand.
Look, the mainstream
And that's
machine
success
does hurt
sometimes.
quality, but if you like the music and you're inspired by it or you feel something by it, fuck anybody who says
The
shit.
writers
exactly.
wing?
I agree with
Okay,
okay,
performers
I'll
Right,
agree.
right. But let's
Like,
look bigger
okay.
picture here.
I think
Wait,
all these-
let's pick. No,
We're talking
I'm
in
sorry.
circles.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right.
No, okay. Now can we?
Can we talk about
Double
rotisserie
penetration.
chickens?
Double
cobbler.
penetration.
Yeah.
So how does that
Do we
work?
still have a listener?
Who's been here
Yeah.
for double
actually.
penetration?
Huh? What about you, lung butter?
Wong butter.
You ever been to DP?
You ever DP? Do you ever space bar? Do you ever Eiffel Tower?
We're talking about
that's just me.
separate
You know, I
holes.
just learned that a dick.
Like I'm
can
close
break.
with this guy. I'm just not
I
that
didn't know you
close.
could break a dick.
Your penis can break. You get big. blood
That's when I
clots.
realized it was called a boner. When I realized your dick can actually break, I was like, no wonder it's
Ugh.
called a boner. Like, ding!
Oh, God, I could never imagine.
Stoner
Oh.
shots, maybe.
If I had to
never
choose by getting my pinky ripped open at a dead stop while rollerblading again, or getting my dick broken,
mind. A
Pinky.
I'd
What
pick
are
the
you talking-
pinky.
Pinky,
But
bro.
you see the scar?
Wait,
I
you
was
picked
rollerblading like
Oh,
down
Oh,
a
your
hill.
Check out this
pinky. I thought you
pinky.
Brush
What was the
my
second
I'm
thing?
not gonna lie to you. I would
Or
rather
get my dick
rollerblade.
broken.
Ah.
Pinky, were you rolling?
Wait, yeah, what was the
rollerblading down the
rollerblading?
street and you broke the pinky?
No, I brushed
But
my
I
hair
got
across the
like-
top of the
like-
fence going down the hill to slow down, hooked it on a bar, went to a dead stop on my pinky.
On
Look at that
rollerblades.
scar. Look
I
at that
see.
scar.
I
Yeah.
see your pinky.
Pinky
Ripped
or
it open
dick?
all the way down to the bone.
Oh,
You'd rather
no,
do
no.
that on roller skates again.
On
Then
blades.
get his-
Rollerblades. I love skates way more. Sonic all day.
Yeah, big dicks.
Oh,
and
you were-
ass.
No, I
Don't
never worked
forget
at
that.
Sonic. I just ate there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sega.
That was like what, Sonic Rollerblades?
Sonic.
Yeah,
The Hedgehog?
Ring light, hedgehog.
Is it 50 Cent Corn Dog Day tomorrow? Helps out.
It's like
Yeah,
he's not
anyways,
on
you'd
a
rather-
rollerblade, he's just.
I'd rather get this shit like the idea of like dick.
I'd
in
rather
bed,
just.
oh,
I'd
no.
just
I
rather
can't do
rollerblade once more.
I'm driving. I would. I don't know if I would actually. Never
Trying to
mind.
be sad.
I'm just- it blows my mind.
Oh, pity.
I don't know if any man has ever told me they broke their dick. Does that happen
Okay,
often?
No.
It's
No,
cartilage.
it's hard.
It's
'Cause
cartilage.
it's still like
Dick is cartilage.
So you can't get a cast for your dick.
it'd be very
Like,
hard because it is still flexible, even though like,
Hard.
it's hard. It's still. It would be difficult
Pun intended.
to break it.
No,
Okay.
it's cartilage. It's like
Yeah.
fucking.
No, it can
Goodness.
still get fucked up though.
Oh, you can fuck it up.
Yeah,
It can
Like
get
wrestling.
fucked up.
it wouldn't be called a break.
Like
technically,
wrestling?
'cause it's not
Wrestling.
Yeah, I mean,
The
Like
guy who tried
wrestling.
to run a
If you're
fast
sword
lane
wrestling.
with Pegger and broke his dick for the 7th time.
probably. But he didn't break
Apparently-
his dick. What he did is fucking.
Missed the hole and he broke it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
they
actually,
no, I could probably.
when I see a hard
get a
dick
full-
now,
Yeah, I
I
could probably
don't see
break
a
it in
lot,
half.
but I think if there's
I only see the
It's
dick.
like
I don't
rubber
see a lot.
smoke. It's like the rubber smoke. Takes over. Oh my god! You've seen the rubber smokes, right?
Oh.
Oh, do it.
Do it.
Yeah, you don't know this? Alex?
nope.
Okay, so
Have you seen
in
the rubber
like
smokes?
What?
the rubber and the smokes, Derek.
There's
Oh yes, of course I've seen this. It's like that makes sense. You can't just say have I seen the rubber smoke. It's like have you seen the German jumping on ice? You know,
What do you call 3 monkeys on a roof?
I've seen him jumping on it. What?
broken dicks. I don't know.
German soldier.
Okay.
I don't know. It just came off.
What do you call 4 monkeys on a roof? A German disappointment. Ah!
4 of them. Yikes.
What do you call 5 monkeys on?
I was
a
gonna
roof?
say a burglary in the hood.
What
I'm
do you
not
call 5
laughing at
monkeys on a
that.
roof?
What?
Us, but inside.
Uh,
I thought it was funny. We're kind of on a roof. We're above somebody.
we're above.
We're on the 2nd floor, right?
I'm not gonna say that. Welcome to my life.
Mm-hmm.
So. Taylor Swift.
Dude, I loved her first album, and then she just
Mhm.
changed.
There's this whole thing that she's from Pennsylvania, like out in the country of Pennsylvania, and that's where she's from. And she's a couple years younger than me.
I
Whatever.
thought she was from Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me have
No,
a sip.
this
She's
bitch is not-
definitely not from fucking
She's not from
Pennsylvania.
Texas.
Oh yeah, what's that girl's
She's-
name?
Beyonce's
Definitely.
from Texas.
What's the other girl's name?
Beyonce be
From your
twice.
hometown.
Kelly,
Casey
Kelly.
Musgraves is definitely from Texas.
Okay.
Man,
There's
your,
this
your
big thing
cigarette's back behind you.
saying, oh,
Try again. There you go.
full trick.
I think you're gonna say-
This is the old
Yeah, I told you that. That's the whole
That's my
trick.
pickup line. Wait, what was your pickup line again?
So what do you think? Oh,
Length
that's
of-
the-
Oh, wait. What
Hold
was
on.
that one? Oh,
Are you a
fuck.
cigarette? Because it looks like I'm gonna fucking
Is your
light you on
nickname
fire
Cigarette?
and-
No, is your nickname Cigarette?
because I'm gonna fucking.
I just
I'm
want to get
gonna-
you lit and put your button on.
Nice.
Put your butt-
Wait, so
Is your nickname Cigarette? Because I'm gonna get you lit.
Another
Put your
pickup
butt in
line.
my mouth.
If you were a male dog and I was a
Cigarette
female dog, and then I'd be a or wait. If you were a male dog and I was a male dog, then girl, I'd be a gay dog.
Rosalind.
Jesus Christ, no.
That's how I get all the
Is
muff.
that weird?
Quit looking at me with that.
Is that weird?
I fucking feel like
Isn't that weird,
Have
like,
you broken your
I
dick?
like being the guy in the back of pictures like this. Yeah, like, what the fuck is that? The fuck's that? Why is he got a crooked ass?
I know. Last year I realized like
Looks like
every
you're in the
picture I
musical
saw-
Rent. You know, just like so bohemian.
Yeah, I pay rent. I shit on my floor.
I
Okay.
move
As long
in,
as
guys.
It's not
Move
Fiddler
in.
on the Roof.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is he here? Still here? All right, I got a great recipe for zucchini
I think I might be-
casserole.
Okay.
Oh,
You
Don't
know,
whip
the only
out your
viewer
dick.
is my phone.
It's like I'm Jewish. I don't eat pork. What? Your phone?
It's
No,
only
it's
viewer.
Jewish and he eats pork.
are you Jewish? Like legit?
Legit? No.
The kind of life, though.
Look,
Like
I'm
how-
hell no.
The hair is dark and curly-ish.
Yeah,
The nose
you-
isn't big enough.
You've
Could you
been
pull
sent
off
to the
Jew?
camps back in the day. You're Jewish
Dude,
enough
they
for
used to
me.
call. You know what's fucked up? When I was little, I was so small. They called me a Nazi Jew.
Uh,
Because they were like.
An Ashkenazi.
Someone's hungry. What do you got there?
Some pig,
Juice.
Oh, pig and juice.
pig and
A
juice.
juicy pig. Yeah, see, I've definitely had my fair share of Jews in my life.
Like a Jew.
The Jews love me.
God, they're so smart. They know what they're
They're
doing.
smart as
Are you
fuck.
guys not circumcised? Or
We
what
are
is it called?
circumcised.
No,
I'm
yeah,
circumcised.
so
He's
it's
I'm
called.
circumcised.
normal.
It's called no. What is it called when like the Jewish
Endurance and
people go
cleanliness.
to- No, no,
If
Who
you're
no.
not
are you calling?
You got a mushroom dick.
When
Is this our
when
lifeline?
like the Jewish what do you call it? When like it's a whole
My
Oh,
cock
a
could be a
bris.
a
model.
bris.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like a
That's
whole
exact-
ceremony?
Like,
That could
yeah,
just
to
sound-
get
for the pee-pee?
circumcised. Like it doesn't just happen right after birth. Like they have
Right,
No,
it
it's
never
like when
happens
you're-
right
it's
after
at the-
birth.
at your
It's
bat
like a
mitzvah.
week after.
It's when you
Mm.
no, it's like when you're like older.
No,
No,
Oh,
no,
it's
you're
like
thinking of
later?
bar mitzvah.
bar mitzvah.
No.
My best
They don't
friend,
cut off the
Actually,
tip
she
of your
had a
dick
bar
at a
But
Yeah,
a brie is like 3 months, 4 months
Dude, if
old.
you wait, I don't know what the time is.
I only know that
My
from
phone-
Seinfeld.
My dick was mutilated.
So my best friend growing up, she
Think
was
about it.
Jewish. She had a bat mitzvah,
I
but
think
her
it was
brothers all
mutilated
had
as well.
bar mitzvahs.
Fuck, we might
Sanitary.
have
The
some
day
shit.
of her-
They actually
the
have to,
day of
Mental
her
shit
brother's
bad.
bar
Remember
mitzvah,
babies?
I mean,
her
put them
mom
like
comes
Cutting baby
over
dick?
and
Put 'em
she
under
was
that.
like,
We're good, huh?
boys, I'm so sorry. And she's like,
It's-
I mean,
I'm
like,
circumcised.
You know, like
and so
you think about,
they
like,
all got
it looks-
circumcised.
I won't watch.
weird.
I
Like,
won't watch a
18.
porn if that.
Isn't it
is not
weird, though?
uncircumcised.
dude, uncircumcised dicks look fucking weird.
It's
as shit.
no, but it's weird. Like
They're
to
nice.
be
No,
circumcised.
I would,
Right.
if I had a
Smell?
son, I would not circumcise it. No, it doesn't.
It makes
If I have a
sense.
boy,
Bullshit,
I'm not
you're so
circumcised.
It's
full
more, it's more
If you know
hygienic
how to
plus
clean-
stamina. Tell you, like, okay, yeah, nuts are supposed to be better. Apparently, I don't know how you compare that unless you like came.
It's
when
got
you
a
were
nice
circumcised
feel.
I don't
and
know.
not
Or if
circumcised.
you just compare a circumcised,
Oh.
uncircumcised dick and watch them both nut, then I've never done this, but I'm just saying, you know, I've
This could be
seen
a-
one and I've seen the other, not together, but you know.
In high
It would
school,
be
we used to
You
have this
dated a
friend-
Filipino or some
We
shit?
used to have this friend
Sir,
named
you guys do
Derek
not
Hicks
have
in high
a
school.
fucking like
Derek Hicks.
trademark on
A couple
circumcision, right?
Mexicans.
Like everybody
What?
should
A
do.
couple Mexicans. Most Mexicans
hygienic.
don't have their dick circumcised. I will say
Yeah,
that.
that's not true.
It's,
Yeah, it is.
No,
Fucking
Europeans.
racist.
Europeans, I know, like are not really circumcised. Like it.
you know, if I had a boy, I would let him decide if he wanted to
Me
cut his
too.
dick off or not.
I wouldn't
I think
circumcise
it's
him.
weird.
I would. It's
What?
dick. It's
No.
big.
His
How-
kid's
okay,
like,
okay,
his kid's
okay.
like 2.
Okay,
I think
exactly.
it's weird.
How old
If I
are you
did have
gonna
a boy,
let-
I
when
wouldn't
does
cut his
he
dick.
get to choose
It's like-
how old
it's
are you
like
gonna let him
having-
get to?
Do you understand how
Until he's like,
how
if I don't
bizarre that
remember
would be
until
to ask a child that?
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't ask.
How bizarre is it
But it's
cutting a
kind of
child's
like,
dick
it's
off?
kind of like the bees and
Then
the
you
birds.
say, like, why,
I would
why
say
would you do
this
that,
is
right?
sex.
Right after fucking womb.
I would say
fucking
this is
circumcised.
sex.
I'm
This
giving
is
him-
more
I'm
I'm
religion.
giving him the full
This
thing.
is where
You give him the
body
whole.
parts
Yeah,
come
let
into
him have
play.
it.
Dan, I really think
You just give.
I didn't have a
put him in a
choice.
tube of information, like in the Vulcan, like.
son. I think
Is
you're
that
old
weird?
enough
No, you
to
just
decide
fucking
for
left it
yourself.
happen.
You guys
What
are having
religion?
I don't
You're
think it's-
7
Yeah.
years old. Do you want to cut the tip of your
It's
dick
we're
off?
cutting baby dicks.
They don't
Yeah,
cut.
no.
They
It's a
don't
weird
cut
choice.
leg.
Do not cut
They're
my
not
baby's
cutting
dick.
leg.
I know,
That's
but they're
weird.
And
cutting-
so just because you would
That
rather
man
uncircumcised
will be
dick
his
is not
own.
gonna make your dick any
You
bigger.
100%.
Dude,
I wish
circum-
I had-
It
everybody,
might, though.
get your
You
kids
never know.
circumcised.
Get your kids
Please.
circumcised.
No,
Get
I'm not.
neuter and spade your kids.
Please.
Don't do it.
Listen to the
Hygiene,
Don't do it.
stamina.
No,
Do
absolutely.
it.
You can't.
If my mother cut my clit off at birth, I
That's
would be
not,
fucking
no,
pissed.
that's not. It's a.
It's
Or
You're
if
talking
she
about
cut my roast
clitoris.
beef sandwich,
You're
if I
talking
had
about
two
a
little lips
clitoris.
and
Roast
she
beef.
cut them
And
off.
clitoris is completely different than what.
Okay, but in
what
the
a
defense of the
circumcision is.
non-circumcisers, the circumcision became normalized because of a really sick man named
Absolutely.
Arthur Kellogg. And
Absolutely.
Arthur Kellogg,
Sucking
he
baby
got
cock.
a lot of money from the cereals that he made,
Oh,
and
fuck
he was a
Arthur.
Puritan, he was a Christian, and he was into some weird, like,
And he's probably
religious
still
based
getting
shit.
paid for little boys.
And he
dicks
said
getting
it was
cut off.
he said it was for hygiene, except in reality.
What do you?
He
What do you?
said-
What do you
He's
know what
right,
you used
he's
to call
right.
Cheerios?
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know what you used to call
He's
Cheerios?
What?
Donut seeds.
Okay.
Back to rotisserie chickens.
Back to the rotisserie chicken.
Before you called it rotisserie, you know
Yeah, I
what you
got
called
it.
it?
I got it.
So are you pro non-circumcision?
I honestly
I
think
used to have
there's
a
more
donut tree.
there's more intense things to give a shit about. But,
I
like
agree.
I'd say I'd lean towards like
Let him have the skin,
Fine.
bro. Let your boy rub on that
because
skin.
as long as you clean it and stuff, it's
Thank
fine.
you.
Exactly.
I think that's
It's
That's
sanitary.
exactly how it was supposed to
It
be.
needs to be sanitary.
If you're born with it, then it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, we were supposed to have
If
long...
I have a tumor on my shoulder, it might be weird for a little bit.
I won't
but
watch
then
porn with an uncircumcised dick, even if it's a fucking.
never
They
thought
do
about
have-
You
it.
hate our friends south of the border that much?
I love
Kind
them.
of. Like I first look for uncircumcised
Depends
dick, and then if it's circumcised, and then I see it south of the border.
So that's what you think about when if you're
gone.
like,
See ya.
oh shit, this one has an uncircumcised. Nope, don't.
No, I'm on like
Change it.
XNXX, like page 40 fucking.
Oh, you've
9.
told me that.
Oh, on what?
XNXX.
Page 49.
Bro, I stick to
Some-
Pornhub.
So it's like a
Yeah.
storyline. It's like chapters.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what I do every
You know what's-
night.
I know you
Multiple
told me.
times a night.
You told me
I
X
get
and
to-
XX.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
You're on that
XNXX.
bratty cis shit, aren't you?
What the fuck is that?
Oh. There's like sister shit going around right now. Like,
Oh.
sister shit. Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
yeah?
with, fuck
That's
with
my
sister.
shit. That's my shit. Not gonna lie.
And it's weird because it's like there's a bunch of it all over.
It's like
I like
stepsisters.
amateur porn.
Stepbrothers.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
self-porn
Stepsister,
porn.
stepdad.
Yeah,
shit.
that's-
I don't like
It's all-
stepdad because that's like
a bunch
too
of
much like
family shit.
authority. That's like
I-
a questioning
Too,
of
like,
authority.
Woody,
I
But
like
stepbrother,
porn.
stepsister, like hell yeah.
Wants what the heart wants.
Heart
Well,
Cell phone
Yeah.
retort
Woody
porn.
Allen married his stepdaughter. Divorced
Yeah,
his
yeah,
wife to marry
yeah,
his son.
yeah,
Then he like gave a
100%
public
Woody Allen, yeah.
statement,
Who did?
like in an
And
interview.
he was like 16.
like
They
Woody
were like-
Allen.
Woody
But
Allen
he
would.
knew her since she was like a minor.
Would.
But like, I think she was
He
of
would.
age when like they.
Well, fucking
Call her
Jerry Lee
Mr.
Lewis
Allen,
married his
Daddy Allen
13-year-old
for
cousin and knocked her up.
But no, Woody
what
Allen
the-
literally like in an interview like on TV was like the heart wants what the heart wants.
Great
So
I
was
can't-
like,
I can't believe there's a guy watching.
Like, that was it.
Sister shit.
And at the same time,
Go ahead,
Mr.
Roger.
Rogers was like,
The si-
what?
sister-
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I know you.
So Derek and you, because I know the answer's no.
It's
But
just,
yes,
it's just
You
a nice
ever done,
incest
like,
family.
fucking like friend hop, sister to sister, mom to daughter, vice versa.
Oh
Have you
man.
ever gone
I
down
just-
the family ladder?
I just told you
No.
I ripped a tampon out of my like, first bandmate's mom's pussy.
Have you ever got like a
I'm gonna
friend
do some
chain?
dishes.
You ever gone
That's
down
all.
like kind of group of friends just go down the line?
Eskimo Brothers?
Yeah.
I play Who's in Your Mouth.
Oh dude, I know I have a good Eskimo brother of mine. He's
And
a good
Jake
friend.
likes fucking all my sloppy seconds.
You were telling me about that guy.
What's
Who?
going on here?
My
Jake?
best friend Jake. My friend Jake. I don't know if you.
The dude
Yeah.
swims
Oh,
in
that-
his wake and
Jake.
he tries to cock
My
block.
friend
Not
Jake.
ball
Yeah.
sack.
Yeah, not
No,
ball
no.
sack, not them.
Jake,
Jake.
I was like,
oh,
Jake.
usually
Not
do.
Jake. My
Help.
best friend Jake. What are you looking for?
There's too many.
Nothing. I'm just
Dude,
doing
you know how good of a
Too
guy.
many family.
You know how
porn.
dedicated
I'm
friend
looking
I
for
am?
my sister. She's
Mine-
she's coming over.
My best friends growing up, Timmy and Ben. Tim was about the same age. Ben was like a year younger than Tim, right? Best friends growing up. We knew each other since we were fucking like
Circumcised
toddlers
or
and
not?
shit. I'm pretty sure they were both circumcised. Anyway,
If they're not
but
circumcised.
yeah, no, they were for sure.
I didn't watch Ben do his thing, the younger brother. But they were both virgins, and I was fucking this Asian girl who was pretty slutty and she was hot, and she was just down
Here
for
we
group
go.
stuff, right?
It's
Anyway,
a John story.
I was like 15, 16, something like that. And Tim was like almost 16, so I got a month behind me, right? And they're both virgins. And I thought this was embarrassing because these are my friends. And it's like, so I decided to rectify the situation and made them. Didn't let
think it
them,
was
made them
embarrassing.
fuck my slutty Asian girlfriend at the time, right?
Oh my
and Tim,
God.
he lost his virginity
That's his
straight
first
up.
Bill Cosby.
He lost his virginity in tag team, bro. His virginity was, he popped
Tag
straight
team.
in tag team. Yeah, straight up. We did the
Yeah,
space bar, like, you know, her doggy style. She's blowing one.
Did
Did you guys have direct?
Oh,
Like,
he was
that's the thing.
he was
You gotta
trying
look
to-
at him right in the eyes and be like, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
No,
like,
high
like,
five.
yeah, you have to high five it
Yeah.
if you're doing that. Like, if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just doing the
Focus.
Eiffel Tower,
If you're not,
If not, blow.
I
kiss
know.
and
I don't
keep
know
going.
many things in this world, but I know this: if you don't like Eiffel Tower with bromance in mind, like the girl comes second in an Eiffel Tower. It's about the brotherhood.
One-
You know, if
one
you and me are
brother.
doing a low two,
Yeah.
right? We gotta high five.
Yeah,
We
right.
gotta go like this, and then we gotta lock hands,
Oh, yeah.
Like
and then we
y'all
gotta
done
look
some
at each
shit.
other in the eye.
Did you have
The girl-
sisters?
The girl is just an
That was
intermediary
the bridge.
piece of like the
And-
bro
She was
sex
saying
And the
Between
first,
you
the
and
first
me.
to come in that scenario is the beta man, right? Is that how it works?
No, you
You
start.
You
sucking
come whenever
dick.
you want to come, bro.
You just
Coming, if time is a social construct, then you can come whenever you want to come.
Speaking of double stuffing, all right? Don't get weirded out when your balls touch.
Rotisserie turkeys.
Don't get weirded out when your balls touch your buddy's balls, all right? Don't think of it
Well,
like your balls are touching.
The balls are
Think of
so
it like
far
your balls
down.
are
If
high
your
five.
balls are
Good
clapping,
job.
then you're gay.
Right?
Right.
More
You're
like a low
certified.
two than a high five. Yeah.
It's like a.
Do you guys clap balls?
Can I tell you
I
something?
clap balls.
For real, I've been in a couple different
Have you clapped
threesomes.
balls?
I've been in
Never
orgies
clapped balls. Very weird.
in the house,
Just gotta
right?
maintain the
But I've
professionalism.
never ever just had
you clap balls.
me and
Nobody
my
likes
friend
it. You
fuck
can't
one
double
girl.
stuff a girl without your
You've
balls.
never.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I've been in
that's true.
threesomes,
There you go.
right? With
Wait,
They're not gonna be
girls,
the same hole either, but like your balls are
multiple
gonna
different times, like with different girlfriends of mine. Blah blah. blah.
Holy shit! You need
I've been in
to. You need to
orgies.
tell
I've
me.
fucking listen. I've been
You need to tell
fucking
me when
in-
these things are happening, because I'll swing on down.
I fucked
I
like
don't give a
with
shit.
my
You need
best
an
friends
hourglass.
fucking next to me, but I never did me
Cheers.
and like another dude fuck one girl.
Oh,
What?
just when I thought you were the hero of
no,
Denver.
no, because I'm not gonna make eye contact.
Well, you don't
I
have
don't
to
like
do
looking at
it,
anybody
double
else.
stuff.
Like I don't even make eye contact when I'm raping.
Well, you fucking
I just
better not.
pillaged.
If you do, you're gonna fall in
No,
love, and
I
then you're
pillage.
like,
I make eye contact in the mirror when I'm.
Yeah, she's gonna get Stockholm syndrome.
Wait, one minute I heard rape, then I heard fall in love. What is this?
I don't know,
Stockholm
I'm
is where the
confused.
hardest.
I wish we had an hourglass.
No, I definitely never did a male, female.
Male.
The male be.
You ever do a
female,
four-way
female.
69, two girls, two guys?
Next to each other, yeah.
You're eating a chick out.
You guys are so
Check
cool.
your-
It's not
Right?
fair.
Next to each other.
Four-way 69?
Like
No, not
no,
for
just
myself. Well,
two
kinda.
people.
Right?
It's
You
just
know, doing
weird.
the
Dude
like,
eating chick,
It's
chick
just-
blowing
There were some
homie.
people doing
a
it.
human
That's
centipede.
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
No.
Not
Well,
human scent, like a
Dude,
four-way
that movie's
square
crazy.
69.
Can we go to the movie? That shit's nuts. Have
What?
you seen Human Centipede 2?
Oh my god, yeah, they were both pretty fucked up.
The second one.
So
It's not as good as
mouth
fucking
to
that
the
retarded kid, I'll tell you that.
Tusk.
Homie's fucked up. The
What
baby
about
scene in
docking?
2, when she gives birth to her baby and then fucking stomps on the gas with his head under the
That's
fucking
fucked up.
Can I
She
go
was-
home
That's
now?
fucked up.
What's going on?
My time is done.
We're getting
What
ready. Me and
if
her
I
are getting
ask
ready
you-
to dock.
Who's a talk? Yeah.
Are you docking?
Dock me,
I
dock
have never
you.
talked. I've only scissored a couple
Fucking
bitches.
got
and
me
it's-
some-
You know docking.
scissor
Oh, I
a
know
couple
about
bitches.
Got
Straight
me
up.
some.
I've never even wanted to watch a dog party. Like, it looks a little too much.
Isn't that fucking gross?
I mean, it's kind of
Are we
like,
talking about docking where you insert
two
your dick
gay
into the
guys-
foreskin of
you
another
know
We're
person?
how
talking
two
about
gay
sums.
guys, you know how two gay guys
Sums.
pretend like they're in Star Wars? They put on glow in the dark condoms.
Dude, I was
They
just
sword
thinking
fight.
about Star Wars for the docking part. I was thinking like
R2-D2.
How
a
the-
ship like docking.
So P3O just like
Dude,
comes down.
third eye.
Straight
Nailed it.
interstellar.
Right there. Yeah, fucking Yoda. Yoda comes in hot. He's like,
God
I am
damn.
the king of docking.
Rubbers I don't use.
I am the
Rubbers,
king
like,
of
who's like a
darkness.
Rubbers, these things.
Oh
Darth
my god.
Darth Boner.
Lambskins. I'm allergic.
An Anakin Skydalker.
Anakin
Who's sucking
Skydalker.
Jabba's nuts, huh?
Oh my god,
Jabba the Nut.
I loved Anakin.
Dude.
He was one of my first
Your
loves.
Jabba.
What?
You like
Java, that's so true.
right? Or
Such
how about
a
Java my butt?
I'm
Java.
Java, the old the guy with the slime ball man.
You know, they put the dudes
I don't
downstairs.
know. I don't watch it.
You mean
Yeah,
Jar
yeah,
Jar?
Java
You
Prince.
mean Jar Jar?
Jar
No,
Jar.
Java the Hutt.
No,
I don't-
Jar
I'm
Jar
not-
Jar
I'm not-
Binks.
if
Jar Jar
anything,
Binks.
You're Jabba the Hutt.
I'm skinny guy
You're
fat.
Jar Jar Binks.
Fat
Skinny guy.
No, I'm not.
I'm
Yeah,
Princess
you
Leia.
are
I'm
fatter
Princess
than I
Leia.
am.
Fat ass coming through.
You're definitely Anakin. You're Luke. You're Luke as fuck.
You so Luke, dude.
You're Luke, bro.
Oh,
Don't call me Luke.
Oh, come on.
I hate
I'm
Luke.
Darth or
No,
nothing.
so there's this friend
Are
from
you
back
kidding?
home.
Luke is such
His
a
name
hero.
is Justin Pruskowski, but he goes by Luke, and I'm like, that's not a real. Like when I'm
It's
like,
like you're Josh, but you go by Joe.
yeah, no, that at least we got the first initials right.
I knew a guy who
You'd be
went by
I'm Joshua,
Seamus,
but I
but
go,
he-
yeah,
he
I
wasn't
go by
born
Randy.
It's like-
Joshua.
It's like sorry, I identify. It's like the
I'm
first.
Alex, but you call me Sasha.
It's like sorry, but I identify
Russian
as
thing.
General Thomas.
Victoria.
You know,
I
like
call her
It's a true
Victoria.
thing. People used to call me
Victoria.
Really?
Sasha. No, I will never be a Victoria. I fucking hated that bitch.
What?
You like Victorias? We
No,
can't
I don't
talk.
know.
Right for a smoke, swig,
Victorias are
Yeah.
so
and
mean.
a snort, swig and a snort.
Maybe
You have my
that's-
brother's name.
Is what?
Alex.
Alexandra, though.
Ah.
It's different.
Is that weird that she has my brother's name?
I know.
No.
We still
So-
talking about
Well, it's
Star
not.
Wars?
It's not like.
No,
It's
so-
Alexander.
Can I be Han
Alexander.
gets blowed low?
What are we doing?
We still talking about Star Wars? No? It's like gone.
Whatever you want to do,
I hope
Java.
so.
We're doing
I'm
more
not
Adderall. Do we
Java.
have any more
I'm
Adderall?
Jar Jar.
I'm not
Do we have any
Java.
more Adderall?
Jabba. Yeah,
So-
yeah, I got it out right here. Drop
It's
it.
Shabba Ranks.
Stay safe.
Shabba Ranks. Dude, Chuck
Eat
Knight.
ass.
I know everybody's home now, so she's inside. But
Why is it so intense?
yeah, seriously, your wife should have done it.
Because I do it like a man.
You do it like a man and you do it intense. Everybody knows that you gotta make
No.
rent, so you shit on the
Excuse me,
floor
guys.
and you do
Sorry.
it.
I have
Jar
fractured.
Jar
No, I
Jar
have
Jar
fractured my
Binks
tailbone
mixed
twice. So
Mhm.
you don't move into that chair because it's too uncomfortable for me.
All right,
Yeah.
you old man.
Should we all
You're
know?
fracturing the tailbone?
I fractured it twice when I was younger.
The only
used to,
kind of
like-
tailbone I
I never
fractured
was
is
like
the tail I go.
X Games or anything, but I was like really good
And
frequently.
the Tilly bones.
Then started
Razors?
skateboarding. No, like
Razor?
rollerblades, like aggressive inline, like backyard
Hardcore
bobs.
roller?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You know, I remember the times I used to go
Then I
to
switched
rollerblades.
over to
Did you go that
fucking
place?
skateboarding.
My back.
But then I went like got into snowboarding like really hard.
Did you go to that place?
Oh, I'm
by
so
Denver
cool.
West?
Oh, look
How
at me.
hard was
I
it?
rollerbladed
Dude, I fractured
and then
my
I
tailbone like
snowboarded.
fucking rollerblading. Pretty much skipped over like skateboarding. That was short lived.
I broke
And
my
then fractured my
tailbone skateboarding.
tailbone again snowboarding.
I broke
Like I hit
my
a box and I was like I went down the flat part or the down part, hit the flat part, and when I went to the down part again,
Mhm.
board went out from underneath me, tailbone right on the metal.
You're pulling
edge.
back too much.
Right
It's
on the
like
metal
bad
edge.
directions in the south.
Yeah.
I remember this one time I was like walking down the street and I ran over by Chevy Tahoe.
And then a fucking car.
And
just
then never
slammed into-
rollerbladed again.
Ugh.
Damn.
Yeah,
I remember.
fucking
I
cars,
remember
dude.
skateboarding down my parents' roof onto the ground and landed right on my ass, and I never did it again. Then
You learn it.
I was pretending to be a
That's
professional
what I remember her
gymnast.
from the first season of Tosh.0. She's that girl that fucking ate it skateboarding.
It might
Oh
be
my
me.
god, you
somebody
guys,
fucking
you guys know
did.
Tosh 0, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
so you know how they
Which
do the
tailbone?
shittiest towns in
Which
America,
Mhm.
right?
I
Okay.
broke my tailbone.
So
when I was-
my sister,
and my
she's
parents was in
22.
Texas.
She used to date this
you know how the
kid,
roof goes on
Dutch.
straight into the ground?
Dutch.
Dutch.
So
That's
those
what we
were-
went by.
Place.
And so he's just this little stone.
Oh, the one- the
Yeah.
house in Texas?
Yeah.
From this
You ever
shit
took it to
bag
the swing?
town.
Oh
called
god,
Shit
bro.
there?
Okay.
That's where
And
we
he
really
got brought up.
skateboarded down.
Dude,
on
I'm
our asses
not.
and we
I'm gonna pull it up to you.
like,
I want you
everyone
to see
goes off
how
our
my
skateboards
sister
and made our
dates.
asses
This
and
is
so
my
we broke
fucking.
tailbones.
This is oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is almost
We were
embarrassing.
talking about
Like,
it the other day.
oh my goodness.
We
It's like a
really
creature
couldn't
looking
walk
So
around.
now think about a shitty town like mile by a mile,
Yeah.
like one stoplight. It's called Shamokin.
It was nice having you.
Like
When you're out in the
nice.
sticks, you gotta
Let you
Oh,
go
yeah.
around.
My
Because it would be
parents-
kind of weird to be like,
wait. When you're out in the
This-
sticks,
No, but that's not Texas. That's like
I know they were
like
very
even
nice.
going to my neighbors next door, like she's like,
She would
"Oh,
bring
You
yeah,
gotta settle
yeah,
for
remember
it.
Susan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's
Little
how it
dick.
is.
This is
Like-
literally like our.
But some people are probably weird.
It was on the news.
This is this is our news. Like WNAT. We watch 16.
Nobody locks their doors. It's never weird.
Donuts.
Maybe
Yeah.
Dude, Dunkin' Donuts
We're
burned down.
like, if you can't just like let someone come in when you're not
Yellow
home,
tape
just
surrounds the Dunkin'
get up in
Donuts
there
on
and
West
look
Sunbury
first
Street in
and-
I swear to you, this is real, and this is my sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I swear to
It's so
God.
true.
That's true.
And I like even at my house.
Because I was.
Yeah.
I was like,
A teenager
Yeah, you
So
go
walking
out,
up
you're like,
here,
inside the
it
restaurant
was
on
like this
Saturday
deep.
night.
It's a little
Chinook
creepy.
police
He was
officer
like,
Listen,
raised
man.
by
Oh
Smoking.
my listen how dumb this fucking from
The psycho says the fire was started
Because I haven't
inside
been
the
there in
women's
like almost 10
bathroom. The
years.
toilet paper
Mhm.
dispenser
Like,
was
then
lit
I
on
talked to him,
fire,
I was
and
like,
within
oh,
about
Did
a
you talk to him
minute, the
again?
entire place
No,
was filled up
but
with smoke.
I told my parents to go over there. And they'll probably like
They will.
Yeah, that my mom's gonna like bring cookies and shit.
Yeah.
The 13-year-old who admitted to setting the fire
Because they
It's a
like,
judge.
you know,
Oh my
like,
God, you're gonna
to
see
that
this.
and
Many
the
people
house.
live
Well, yeah, he's like, this
That's
is
him right
genius.
there, okay?
Yeah.
Whoever made
What a
this.
fucking
My dad's
idiot.
definitely-
He's all
Smile.
smart.
Yeah, wait till you hear what he says.
donuts. I got the donuts at
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts, and I kind of
That's
down
just
on like
Texas.
this, but I really miss Dunkin'
I
Donuts.
bet you do, bitch.
We're gonna
What is it, Claire? Yeah, listen.
living.
Power every day. I get a chicken bacon croissant, or I get some coffee.
This is
Power
my
rated,
sister's
power
boyfriend.
rated. I sit there all the time. If I haven't,
The donuts at
We're just
Dunkin'
knocked the
Donuts.
job off.
We're gonna play this clip during the podcast.
I really miss Dunkin' Donuts.
I go there every day. I get a chicken bacon croissant, or I get some coffee. Power rated, dehydrated. I sit there
It's
all
too
the
much.
It
time.
would have been
If I haven't like
like
legal
No,
work,
I know what it
do,
would've
I
been.
go there.
I wouldn't know.
That's my sister.
Because when I told him,
he caused the
he
problem.
was nice.
No,
but
he was just like walking.
he was like,
like.
I was just saying that's ballsy.
umbilical cord of your mom.
That's
Fuck, I haven't even
Well, in a
legal
nice
word.
way.
Five minute legal.
He didn't say it in a weird way. He's like, yeah, I just want to get off.
I
I was
mean,
like, yes.
my attorney.
Yeah, I was
I got power rated from dehydrated.
What the
That's
troll?
I love my
Yeah,
sister's boyfriend.
and everybody
Oh,
got the job.
For
because
real,
of
that's
that.
my sister's boyfriend.
challenge.
Yeah.
You don't want to just go and be like, oh yeah, I'm
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's a real, like that's a town. Literally,
I know.
like it takes you
It
2
would've-
minutes. Like
it would've
so, what
been,
Arvada is to
yeah.
Denver,
Yeah.
Andrew.
that's Shamokin to Shendo.
Yeah.
Like, it takes 5 minutes.
We should hit up Schmokin.
Dude, Shamokin is fucking real.
What's smoking?
Shamokin,
Is it
the Dunkin' Donuts.
fucking wind chills down there?
Is it like Cheerios?
Donut seeds.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What is smoking?
A town in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Okay, listen.
A town in Pennsylvania.
So my sister is 21. You met my sister when she was out, right?
I don't think so.
Hey, you should.
Come to satire like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was me, Jake, and her came, but
Okay, I
you were
might have met her.
bartending there.
I might have been. If it was like almost 2 years ago, it's been.
It was about a year. It was like when I first got hit. It was like one of the first times I
Juice
came out
Yeah,
in
I
the
know. It
wheelchair.
wasn't working.
Yeah, it was
Anyways,
just,
my sister is a dumb little fucking girl, right? She's 21 now, whatever. And she dated this kid named Dutch. And this is a shitty little town in Pennsylvania.
Dutch?
And this is the news. So a Dunkin' Donuts
I
burned
love
down.
local news.
Like this is the Dunkin' Donuts burned down.
This is like big news there. Like,
Dude, yeah, this is
Oh my god, this is such Pennsylvania news.
I think I've seen this before.
It was on Popular.
Yeah, it was like,
Dutch-
yeah,
Dutch
it was
Dutch
viral.
is my fucking
Really?
sister's boyfriend.
Okay.
And he burned it
This-
down.
No, he didn't burn it down. No,
It's just the town,
He gives
you know?
he gives an interview.
Oh,
This
is that Dutch?
Chicken bacon croissant, or I
My
get some coffee.
nigga.
Power
I'm
rated,
sorry.
dehydrated. I sit there all the time. If I have any like legal work that I need to do, I go there.
He's
Yeah, this is funny.
He's totally the black Amish, like the Amish reject.
If I
He ran
that's
to the
my
cornfield
sister's
and got out.
boyfriend.
That's your sister's boyfriend?
Fucking your
That's my
sister's
sister's
boyfriend?
boyfriend.
Oh, I thought he
Dutch.
was fucking your sister.
At least he's not fucking some idiot. That dude's
at
awesome.
least he's not the one that
Wait,
caused
he got
the
made fun
fire.
of
At least
nationally.
he's not the one that caused the fire.
Have you seen the German guy?
I didn't even know that. Oh.
Your local hangout
He
is
says
the
more.
Dunkin' Donuts real
You're
The
telling me he's
local
not the idiot?
hangout. Oh my god, this is
Oh, we're still live.
To meet up, it's a location where you can meet up with your friends. It's the only thing this town has.
I'm talking about Dunkin' Donuts.
McDonald's, why?
Reopen because the damage is so
Dude, have you
extensive.
seen the German guy on ice?
Confessed to setting the fire
Yeah,
on
Was he sitting on the hot tin roof?
I wish he was, but no.
Guys, is that? Dude, that shit.
We gotta
I'm
entertain
tracking
this one guy who's watching.
We'll show him after they see. So, my friend in
Oh,
high
it's your
school,
phone?
my friend in high school,
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard about all the churches burning down in Texas back in like '09.
Watch this.
But
Oh
there were,
yeah, that was
19
a.
churches.
You're welcome. That was from us Jews.
No, my friend in high school did it.
Oh, nice.
Both need to watch this.
This is
Like, I'm gonna do this, and you guys watch this.
I don't
this
want
is
that.
the
We need to
funniest
do for
fucking
this guy.
We need
Watch
to do the
this.
podcast.
We'll do it later.
We'll do it later.
We got to do the podcast.
Please.
Please. Last one. Wait, what did I do? I fucked something up.
You big speed it.
I hit a button. It was a button.
This is the best shit ever.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So we got a weird European dude in a Speedo with balls.
Motherfucker, fuck the fucking gold and my new belt is called Siskil.
That was on the tailbone. I feel your pain, bro. What a fucking
Me, everyone.
Dude jumped tailbone first into a frozen pool.
Do you want to see this, Larry? Or is it Carol? We should hold it up. Should we start?
Every
Hold on,
fucking
you
time
got-
that blows
no, no.
my
I don't think
mind.
you
That
know
is the
shit.
most. That is the saddest attempt at showing our viewer. Here, I'm going up for you, honey. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker,
Fucking belt.
fuck the fucking
And my new
world.
band is called Ice. Here you go.
Dude,
Alright, here you go, honey.
that shit rocks my whole spine every time.
Motherfucker, fuck the fucking gold and my new belt is called Siskil.
Okay, you saw it. There you
You
go.
saw that shit right here, right now, live, baby dog.
Live in
A video
Germany,
from
Colorado.
YouTube while we're streaming on YouTube.
Wait, whose is this?
And then he just lays
What,
there.
yo?
Is this
Yeah.
yours?
Take this.
Motherfucker.
She got me too.
Can you grab a Corona out of the fridge?
Did ya?
Sure.
Did you fucking look, yeah? Okay.
I'll show you how I do it.
Topic.
That's so bad for your teeth. Don't.
Kick off.
Don't.
Ew.
Don't.
Oh, it's not
Ah.
a twist. Stop. I'm gonna punch you one.
Damn.
Don't anybody ever stick your dick between your teeth.
Into it.
Hey yo.
Hey.
Didn't work out great.
That's why we call them Reese's.
Yeah. Hey, where's the flush on the toilet? I couldn't find it.
Oh, it's a button on the top behind the
Definitely
toilet
not.
paper towel toilet.
Behind it.
Well, under the
Did you say
toilet
it didn't
paper
work out
towel.
right?
The flushing didn't work
I
out
thought
very
I
good.
gave you the best head ever.
As long as you didn't take a shit.
No,
we're
wait,
good.
what are you talking about?
Oh, the
Hey,
head on the
hit the
toilet.
head.
Are we talking about a Blumpkin?
No, I think he's
Seize kill.
trying to flush the toilet. Wait. Yeah. No. No dick is going through my mouth anymore. I give up.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're in a bit of a pickle. How are you gonna solve this? Are you gonna cook her a nice dinner to smooth things over? Maybe a nice rotisserie chicken?
I'm gonna.
Wow, I've never heard of juice sound such a
Extra
pig.
No, I'm gonna
Some
shut my.
matzo ball soup, please.
Matzo ball soup. That's the way to
Matzo
win a
balls.
woman over.
I heard you made vegetable soup without no meat.
I sure did.
That's fucked up.
You know what? You don't even fucking know. I used-
Soup is
You want to know my
but
recipe?
it's so good.
You want to know? You want to know?
Is it pussy juice? Is that the
I'm asking you a question. You're not
You
answering.
want to know?
Do I want to know?
I don't know.
You still didn't
Does
answer the
this feel
question.
Yeah, exactly.
Go both ways?
Like,
Yeah, you do.
you want to do it? Why?
All right, so the recipe for peach cobbler is no meat,
No meat.
no
One
dicks.
One cat.
My cat's name is Cobbler.
Dude,
Cobbler.
in Minnesota, when I grew up off Rice Street, And it's funny that it's Rice Street. I didn't think
Carl?
about it until now. But these Hmongs moved in, like across the street,
What's
two
a Hmong?
houses down.
Tummy.
It's spelled with an H, but it's like Asian.
Huh?
Hmong.
Beer makes
They're
me
mums,
feel-
right? They like started moving in all over
You
like
hungry?
St. Paul, Minneapolis and shit.
You hungry?
And these mums moved into this house across the street down, two houses to the left. And like, dude, there's
You're
like
like-
fucking 20 of them living there, right?
Monks?
Hmong.
What the fuck is a
Hmong.
Hmong?
What's a Hmong?
It's spelled with a silent H. I'm telling you, it's real like Asian. I don't know if they're from
Hmongs?
Mongolia. I don't. Hmong.
Sounds like a reject.
It's a fucking race of
Did
Asian.
they-
I'm pretty sure.
did
no,
they-
no,
You're
it's
just-
not.
Is it
Yeah.
like docking?
They were Americanized Asian people.
Mongols?
Hmong, bro.
Mongol
Is it like
boys?
that head?
Mong.
Can we get off the fucking
So is it
name?
mold?
I promise you,
Mold.
that's,
Yeah,
that's
mold.
what they called themselves. It wasn't racist.
That's
And
racist.
they said we're
It sounds
Hmongs with
pretty
the
Racist.
silent
I
H.
like
That's
that.
it. As soon
Put a
as they,
silent H in there. I'm not gonna call
We're
you.
racist. We're
as soon as they
racist with
moved-
silent H.
It's
as soon as
Jesus
they
with a J.
moved in, people's cats and dogs started disappearing from the neighborhood. I shit you not. I shit like my buddy Jacob lived right next door to him, and his dog just pooped out his backyard.
Did they
Yeah,
did they wear robes and do kung fu?
Fuck you, man.
With a silent H, right?
Silent H.
Kung Fu.
Oh, do I really? I'm gonna fuck you guys. Fuck you. I'm gonna do this. Google, back me up.
Mahjong? Are you talking? Did they play
Oh,
Mahjong?
they Maz.
They're
I think the
Mons.
Mongols.
They're Hmong.
I think
Hmong.
they're dogs.
Mongols.
They're hung.
Dogs with an
Like they have
X.
big. They're wait.
Yeah,
that
but there's
doesn't
an
work. They're
H in it.
Asian.
Like hung, but Hmong.
It's dogs with an X.
So it was
Like-
one family
Xavier.
with this name.
No, there was a bunch of Hmongs in St. Paul. Like, dude, Hmong gangs. You ever seen
So you
like?
called them all
In
monks.
China, what did they do? I'm sorry. I
Hey,
missed the
first
whole
off,
convo.
gang. You ever seen like gang history shit on like the History Channel?
I've seen that
seen
show.
my
They did
friend
one
Jackie
whole
Chan.
episode
Jackie
about like
Chan
the
and
fucking
Chris
Hmong
Rock.
gangs in Minneapolis, bro. Like they were a big problem. Like fuck Crip, Blood, GD, like
Hey,
Hmongs
watch your
were a
mouth.
huge.
Yeah,
problem
my
in
mom's a
Minneapolis.
Crip.
Crips love dinosaurs. You don't even know.
I have no idea what these cripples like. Hey, that's on first date.
I know I'm getting trolled right now, and I
Monks.
shouldn't.
I was a
care
mom
enough to, like,
once.
You're a fucking
What do you guys know about monks?
Y'all know
I
about
was in
Monks?
Tokyo just
Put it
trying
in the
to-
like.
Silent
Put it in
H.
the comments.
Can we get some feedback, please?
Right?
We need some.
It is spelled with a silent H. It's Hmong, but it's Hmong. It's pronounced Hmong.
I would say Hmong too. I
Those
would
are
not
fucking
say.
Asians. You know,
Humongous.
the
If
like
you put an
Mandarin
H in
style
front of
shit.
an N, I would say it's a silent H.
I bet there are some hardy ass people, man. They
I
probably
would
fucking
say-
kicked ass.
These kids.
I would
Fuck
say
the
this is my
fucking
event.
world.
What
In my
was
event.
this band called?
These kids.
Seize kill.
I wonder if he became successful because of that.
We're still watching. I've been watching that video for like 10 years.
You got this? You want me
I'm
to
not
10?
a
I got it.
Yeah.
How old are you doing?
Wow.
Motherfucker. Fuck the fucking veil.
Oh,
That's so
my
good.
God.
That's
What?
so fucking good.
It's pretty fun.
Is it disrespectful to the one dot? To
No, it's to the monks.
I mean, he
Dude, do you
can,
know how much cocaine fucking Benjamin Franklin, George Washington be fucking snorting back in the day? You know they used to put coke in coke. That's why
They
it's
used to
called
put, they
coke.
used to put
wow.
obviously.
That is-
yes.
Well, now they just put.
But now they just put
That is
monks in it.
information.
They make
I think
monks
Donald
out of it.
Trump. His problem is he's not
It's my
giving
pitch.
them the crack. He's not.
Just wanted that on my
He's
phone.
not. He's not doing crack like they're telling, like they told Obama to do. He's just lazy and he's giving up.
This is a
What?
really bad podcast. I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Sometimes you got it.
Sometimes
You know,
just
sometimes
gotta-
you just gotta admit that, like, your wife doesn't suck the best dick. So you got her on.
Dude, I was talking to my ex-boyfriend
Like,
in
Bill,
Texas.
that's the worst
What
thing
happens
Bill
when
Clinton
the
did.
dick is sucking this?
No, so one of my best friends in California who's married to one of my really good friends, she's a fucking homegirl. But they have 2 kids together, and he's always gotten caught, like, having these weird conversations. He just, like, plays with the idea of cheating, but never does.
Right, he doesn't do the physical thing.
He doesn't go
Right.
anything past that, but she always catches them. And him, and this has gone on for, like, 10 years now. Like, they've been together for a minute.
That's called toxic.
He's a
Well-
little freak.
No, it's called She Doesn't Suck His Dick, and I just found this out,
Oh,
and I was like,
Oh.
Well, there
I
you
was like,
go.
well, no fucking
Well,
wonder.
okay.
Because
no,
I was
now
like, Nathan, dude,
Well,
like,
no.
what the fuck? Like, who
Now,
cares?
Nate.
here's the thing
I
too.
get it.
Okay, so even if you're getting
But
your
then I
dick sucked,
found
right?
out-
Like, isn't it the
It's a
part of
thought.
flirting? The
Yeah,
flirting,
that-
wanting to be wanted, no matter like
I don't
if it's
know.
good
I
or
don't
not.
have dick to
like
suck.
it's not like
Yeah,
you
but
know
it's
like
a-
I'm not gonna fuck around. Like me and Derek are in a relationship, right? Like
I don't
I'm not
care
gonna
if it's
fucking
coughing
cheat
up
on
head or coughing up pussy, as long as I get to come. That's all I care about.
Hey,
See,
you can
that
always
ain't
come
the
in your
point.
own
See, that's the
hands.
Is that all you care about?
That's
As long
not
as
the
you get to
fucking
come?
point. It's not about coming. It's not about coming. It's
I
about
don't think
wanting
it's
to feel wanted. It's about having that.
Or it's about coming. Come on, guys.
I'm not saying that's all that matters.
No, I am because I suck your dick because I like it.
I'm not
but
saying
also,
that all that matters with a woman is
But
coming.
he's still
I'm
still
saying,
gonna want to flirt.
what I'm
Just
saying,
like
whatever
you're still gonna
form
flirt
of
with a guy.
sex it is, all
That's
that
what
really
I'm
matters
talking
is
about,
like,
though.
That's
like,
real
I
bad.
don't care if my girl's not making with
Right,
blowjobs.
right.
Like, are we fucking consistently? Because once the sex like really takes a dive and you're not fucking anymore, the relationship's like doomed.
So maybe you can hold off on doing head.
Yeah.
You can hold off on doing head until you need to spice things up in the bedroom, and then you say, okay, here's this thing where I put my
Is this the
mouth
Red
over
and
your
Green
dick.
show?
I don't know. This is
Remember
this
the Red
is
and
a
Green
strange
show on
one.
PBS?
Reading, Tom Green show?
No, the Red and Green show.
The Green
After
Mile?
Mr. Bean
Oh, I love Mr. Bean.
on PBS.
I knew that, like, scary one with the
They
skeleton.
did,
Yeah.
no,
What was
that
they did the like
Story
duct
time.
tape things. Red and Green show.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Ren and Stimpy.
But I would never want to picture Mr. Bean getting head. I think he just like
Huh.
You'd be like,
flirted-
whoa!
he just flirted with the idea.
But you know he's a freak deep down.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
of course,
it's
look
like,
at
we
it.
all
Well,
want, we all
I'm
want to be,
saying,
we all want to be wanted, right? And we all want to be flirts, and we all want to be like,
Well,
This
I
is
mean,
our
I
thing,
believe.
right? Yeah, absolutely. Like I'll flirt with fucking dudes, and if dudes are flirting with me, I'll fucking flirt with them. That's not mean that I'm like gonna go and fuck a dude.
I think you might want to
Well,
fucking
you
do
flirt with
it.
guys
I'm
and
kidding.
people-
Oh.
I feel like
I
guys
hear-
have
I hear.
connections,
But
like
it's-
men
yeah,
on
and
men,
it's-
like you
it's a-
do,
it's a
but it's
very-
not like physical or like you feel.
It could be very fucking physical. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
physical attraction. Like I can
I
admit,
believe
as a
that, too.
heterosexual male, I can fully admit if a guy's good looking or not. Like
Yeah.
100%, I'd be like, hey, it's a good looking guy. Like,
There's
okay,
nothing like
they-
gay about saying something
It's okay.
attractive that's
Yeah.
attractive.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
right,
I'm
right,
not
right.
trying to put it in
Right.
their butt. Like,
Yeah.
put it in his butt. Or
It's
I
just
don't know
he
what
has
it's
symmetrical pecs.
like. But
There's
what am I doing when you fucking?
there's a
Well, I'm
difference
just
between like
thinking
acknowledging
What's going
Like-
on with Mr. Bean?
beauty that or versus like being sexually attracted to,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. So, but what we're talking about is
Head.
head. Fuck head.
No, I disagree.
It's not
I
that-
love head. I
It's not
love.
that great.
Yeah, well, I
It's the
fucking.
best
I always
thing in the
fast
world.
forward
I
from
disagree.
on it on
Okay.
porn.
I
Would you
disagree
really
because
rather head?
than
I'd
pussy.
rather pussy.
100%.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah, but if you're like with your fucking girl and you're like, oh girl, love you, blah blah blah, and then she just like goes down on you, you're like, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
it
it turns
makes you
me
feel
on.
like a
But it's
king.
not going to end
And I
in
love
me
that you
coming in
feel
her
like
mouth.
that.
It's
Like,
Yeah,
It's foreplay.
when
It's
you
really,
goes
foreplay.
down-
It's not going to end in me
really
coming in
hard
her
for
mouth.
me to come from head. Like you got
It's
first
a-
off,
I do.
Yes, it will.
you gotta be able to deep throat, right?
One
You
of
gotta like be able to work that shit like fast, consistently. Don't be fucking slow and
No
like.
Well, they just don't know how to say
I'm
it.
yeah, there's a lot of girls
Like,
like
no,
that. I
like,
appreciate.
no, like,
I
I'm
appreciate
getting
an art
close to
bro.
maybe coming, and then all of a sudden it's like, and you
I
gotta
think
keep
most guys
paying attention to the
have had
balls the
bad
whole
head.
time.
I
The
think
whole time.
you can definitely be bad at sucking a dick. You can. I know from my friends explaining to me.
Yeah,
how
I've
they
had
suck
a lot
dick.
of bad blowjobs where I'm like, just get off me so I
Yeah,
can
like,
fuck you
I'm
already.
just gonna
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah.
Fair
Let's
enough.
just get this over with.
Yep.
There's
I
a
get
lot.
It
that.
got me hard, now let's do it.
Okay,
Right,
well,
yeah.
That's a
I'm
lot.
different,
Like,
and I
but-
like to suck a dick because it
yeah,
makes
he likes sucking a dick, but
Feel good.
isn't that, why wouldn't you consider that foreplay?
Right.
because
for
we.
it.
You know what I mean? Like,
finish
if
it.
you made the
If I'm gonna-
initiative,
if
say
I'm
you
gonna-
made the initiative, right? You make the initiative, and you're just gonna go down on your boy, like,
I
start
get
sucking
it
his
done.
dick, right? She starts sucking his dick, like, you start sucking his dick, like, cool, right? Like, and you're gonna be like, this is fucking awesome. I didn't even have to initiate this. Like, this is great. Like, she digs me. But that would turn you on to like also what we
Right.
want to fucking
Oh,
Or
we'll still
reciprocate,
count it, but
like,
I'm
we
gonna
wanna
finish it, and then
reciprocate.
we'll.
It's
fuck.
about the 69 is what
Oral
we're trying
is
to
No, I
do.
don't
fucking
like
foreplay.
69.
Like, all right, so
69
you
is
start,
good.
you start off, you're getting your pussy eaten, right? Are you cool that you're just gonna come to that, or you eventually get a point where you're like, all right, fuck me, I'm like ready, right?
Oh no,
I
wanna
feel
come first,
experienced
then
and
I
able to
wanna fuck.
participate in this
Well, you get multiple
conversation.
orgasms. We don't have that fucking luxury, right?
Yeah, but you know it's different
Fucking
for everyone.
bullshit, man.
That's
It
Yeah,
takes
fuck the
a
wage
while.
You
gap.
guys want equality?
Yes.
If
I
we're
come
gonna
a lot.
have,
It's a real
if
thing.
we're gonna have sex equality, bro, like
I come a lot.
I want to nut. I want to nut like women fucking nut, bro.
Yes.
right?
Like an
W and
orgasm?
the O.
Like multiple
Wild
explosions,
orgasms,
like
bro.
over
You just
and
want
over.
to squirt, like hit the fucking.
Yeah, but it
I
takes.
meant already
It's
squirt.
not like easy for me.
No,
to
it's
just,
not easy for any woman to get there, but when you do, like I've fucked a lot of girls and I've made most of them come, but like I've given a few like crazy orgasms, right?
Right.
Like crazy ones.
That
where it's
you're
like,
proud of.
whatever the fuck
Well,
that
in the
girl was
words-
going through is way better than any nut
Right,
I've
right.
ever busted.
In the
Hands
words
down.
of
You're proud
Nikola
of it, hands
Tesla,
down.
it's all about frequency and vibration. That was
Bro,
a
and
really
plus, like
good
multiple
pun.
orgasms. Not only do you get better orgasms, but you get multiple fucking orgasms, right?
Yeah, but I don't get them every day. Like guys could jerk off every day and just have a good life and like be okay.
So we get
Some
consistent.
women.
We get
Yeah.
consistent
True, but I
3s and
just
4s on the scale,
it's like
and
I
every
just
now and
I
then
feel
you
like
get
you guys you'll
Okay,
find-
11 out of
Wait
10.
until all you get onto the
I'm just
alcoholic
confused with
cocaine
dicks. I just don't
addicted
get it.
friend.
I feel like all
Wait till you
guys
guys get
wanna
onto
do
my
is-
level.
You have no idea it's a curse. You have no idea. What's the horniest you've ever been? Do you remember? Like, think like the horniest you've ever been in your life.
This is a really personal question.
Okay. You don't have to describe.
It's a
Tell me
really
how.
personal
You don't have to
podcast.
describe.
Yeah, it's a
You don't have to
personal
describe.
times are
Describe it, but I'll tell you this.
Times are
Remember
tough.
it. Think of it.
Let us
Think
know
of it, right?
how horny
That's
you
how
guys
we
are.
feel every fucking day,
Okay,
except for
that's
20
my
minutes
point,
after
though.
we come.
My
Do you think we like it?
No, I've heard this before.
As soon
Every
as we
man
hit
thinks
puberty.
about it like after you get off, you're like, oh, why did I do that? You know,
We have
unless you're
20
having
minutes
really
of
good
sanity
sex.
after we come. That's it. The rest of the
You
time,
have,
our dick runs.
I
out.
have grief every single time.
Exactly.
I come. Like
Catholic
straight
shame.
up.
You're just like,
just
fuck, what a
shame.
waste of
Yeah,
That's
time.
because you're
Yeah,
Catholic.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not
do.
Catholic in
No, I
any
get it.
sense. I'm
After you
lost.
jerk off and you're like,
Oh,
you
shit.
know, I feel
That's
that.
kind of Western
Like, when I
culture.
masturbate,
though.
yeah, I'm
I
like,
know.
why?
I was brought up.
Yeah, like,
But they still like have a
yeah.
human.
I feel good for 2
I'll
seconds.
do
and
it
then
in
I'm
about
like,
3
fuck.
more minutes.
yeah, I'll
I'm
do
locking
it.
off,
I'll
I'll
do it
do it
again.
again.
Yeah, dude.
It's like
Oh,
a whip.
yeah, I
It's like doing a
definitely
whip
think
it. It's like doing a whip it.
I've been
Then
through that.
you do a whip it, you're like,
I'll go
get
through
the
drought
wah-wahs,
stuff. The
and
thing
then
is,
you
like,
come
I'll
back
You know
go,
what
and
I
like,
miss
I'll
you
most?
go
come back,
weeks
about my
without
you're like,
any
late
fucking
Yeah,
teens,
just shithead.
late teens, early, even mid or like late mid 20s, right? Fuck right through a nut. You come and you
Fuck
just
right through a nut.
stay hard
Fuck
and
right
just
through a
keep
nut.
fucking until you get horny again. I can't fucking
Yes!
do that at 33.
I'm at the prime of my youth.
I cannot do that at 33. Not without like Viagra or Cialis,
I
man.
do lots.
Damn,
of
the
cocaine and
horniest
meth,
I've ever
and I
been.
drink a lot.
I fucked through a lot of nuts.
I've been, yeah, I can.
Just round two.
I'm a
I
dirty
remember.
fuck.
I'm a sick
Tell-
fuck. I like to praise Jesus.
Dude,
I like
That's
that.
bad.
Kanye West.
I like getting peed on, but nobody's peed on.
oh, I love it.
I love the squirters.
Buckle up, cause you're with comedians, and we got some
We're gonna
Louis
pee on
CK.
you tonight.
Dude, I passed out like fucking
You know what? I was gonna say, I'm like, you know what? I'm not into
So
that
much
much, but I was
fucking
like, you know what?
like straight beer
We're
drunk.
gonna
What
get
is
a lot of
this,
followers.
Tuesday?
Legit. Full bladder,
Tantric
straight up beer drunk.
Tantric
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Passed out spooning my
Tingle
girlfriend at the time. I was Big Spoon.
He's like, I
I
tingled
woke
on
up,
her
dude, and
face.
she is soaked. She's covered. Like the front of me is wet, right? But she is
You know what I
covered,
thought?
bro.
That wet ass hoe, dude.
I don't know. I was blaming it on her because I was like,
Well,
"You're more
no,
wet than me.
before
Fucking,
some
you did this shit." She's like, "I didn't even drink
Trigger
last night, fucking asshole." Right? Luckily, it was on my brother's hospital bed.
I
It's
told
like-
you my
like
thing about
plastic
dolphins,
fucking
right?
bed mattress.
Others skiing,
Yeah, you know
others
that's
up
true
to
love.
something,
If you
others
swoon
more
with a girl,
evolved
passed
dolphin
out drunk,
down there.
and you piss all over her,
There's like an
and she
evolved
doesn't.
dolphin
She doesn't
that
dump
has
you.
a
That's like
opposable
true love.
That's good.
One of
That's
them
a
has
good
to
trust.
exist.
I paid in my
Have
ex's
invented
bed once.
language.
Did
Built
you
a
piss
mantis.
on him?
Where's this bathroom at?
Yeah, I pissed everywhere.
Tinkle
All
Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
over his bed and him. And he
Where's
woke-
Tinkle
I woke
Tuesday
up the
going?
next
Am I
morning and
gonna
he
piss
said,
in this?
"Hey, do you know
Where do I go?
you?" And I was like, "Why are you
Around
Oh,
sick?"
to the right.
And I was like,
Ooh.
If you've never been so drunk that you fucking pissed yourself when you were passed out, at least once in your life, you didn't party. You didn't party.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have
Well,
not
One up it,
partied.
one up it. If you're an adult and say you haven't shit your pants
Everybody's sharding.
in the past 3 months,
Every
shits-
month?
every
I have
Maybe
sharded,
three.
bro.
Let's do 3.
No,
Oh, that's
every
okay.
I little ass
adult
be
Yes,
has
shit
yes, probably on
themselves.
average once every 3 months.
every 3
Because like
months.
it's always in my house. Because I'm a little more brave when I'm in my house. I'm thinking, well, this might be a fart, it might be a shark, but fuck it, I'll just go to the bathroom, maybe jump in the shower if it's really bad. And like, most of the time I'm right. Like 5% of the time, it's like, oh shit, mud butt. I would never take that risk out like on the street though,
"You
right?
poop on yourself."
Let's take
often?"
a fucking risk, dude. Sometimes we gotta take risks. Take risks.
Shit your pants on the city bus.
I've peed
Shit
on
pants.
myself a lot.
One of my
on.
DJ friends, he shit his pants in the middle of a set.
And then what? And then what?
And then he
And he
finished
kept
the
DJing.
set.
fucking going.
Right.
That's a real DJ.
You keep playing.
You haven't DJ'd unless you've fucking.
You seem like you know DJs.
I know a few. Yeah.
You know Avery?
Nope.
Look,
You know-
Oh, Avery.
if you've never pissed yourself
No,
passed out
no.
drunk,
Is he
party
from
hard,
San Diego or something?
but don't worry about fucking girls raw enough, okay? The pull-out method works 99% of the time, right?
You
You don't
don't.
have to worry about knocking her out. What you really got to worry about is like gonorrhea, chlamydia, AIDS, hepatitis, sure, all right?
Don't listen to this guy.
But just like chlamydia, gonorrhea, it's cool, man. It's
Yeah, guys.
fucking 4 magic red pills. It's not even like an antibiotic cycle. It's 4
It's like the
magic pills.
Matrix.
Stop.
2 weeks on the
Don't
bench, you're
keep this
back in the
in.
game, bro. Don't be afraid of it. Look, I'm gonna tell you like my daddy told me. If you never needed a shot of penicillin, you didn't have enough fun with your dick. All right? Yeah, it's very true.
This isn't being.
They call it
recorded, right?
penicillin.
Oh yeah,
It's going away.
Derek, did you hide that flusher?
it's on the
I'm
top.
telling you,
bro.
bro.
Hitting
He
you,
moved-
I fucking know.
he moved the button
You
under
forgot it was
the
a
seat.
joke. You fucked.
The
I
button's under the
flushed.
seat now.
I can tell you didn't.
Not there.
You didn't
It's like
flush.
this way. I'm a flusher.
Dude,
Did you flush?
have you ever
I'm a
used
fucking
a
flusher.
I know, I didn't-
bidet?
I didn't-
Save the planet.
Have you ever
Only
used
flush
a
if it's
bidet?
shit.
I'm just.
I was saying like
I
for
don't-
hairy
yeah.
assholes feels necessary.
You know me.
A
I don't-
bidet.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
You
If
get that
it's brown,
sticky
flush it
peanut butter
down.
shit, and you got a hairy ass. That's you can't. You just endlessly wipe, and there's still shit on the toilet paper.
Oh my
I don't
god,
get that.
Of
endless.
course you don't. You're a fucking girl.
Yeah, I don't wipe
I
either.
feel like you're being really aggressive.
Am I being girl? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think that you
Kinda.
need a bidet.
I think I need a bidet too.
You need a bidet.
Then you won't have.
Oh,
bidet
you're
job.
not your girlfriend, man.
No, I don't want to
I
do the
used a
whole
bidet for the
thing.
first time a couple months
I
ago.
got to put on the
I've never
shirt
used
and the,
It
just
freaked
the
me the
way-
fuck out.
just the way.
I jumped up and it sprayed all over me. And
Just the way. Come on.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah, you don't have to do that.
I was freaking out. Yeah, I
Maybe a
think
little bit.
bidets are the answer to STDs.
A bidet job?
If you every time you pee, you just sit on a bidet and wash your ass and your like junk.
I think
If you're
bidets.
uncircumcised.
Sounds
think-
about right.
Circumcised or not, just wash it out and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
think.
good.
I think
jack off
bidets
whether
are the
it stinks
answer
or not.
to the Middle East crisis. Actually. I
And then
mean,
we should leave him
first-
soon.
What
No.
time is it?
It's almost 11.
All
It
right.
is getting a little late.
11?
I mean, I don't have to work till noon, but I
Is it
gotta.
11 at night? Or 11?
You hit me up. You're like, let's hang out. Wait, is it 2 a.m.? I thought it was
Yeah,
2
no,
p.m.
like-
I was like, what the fuck? You hit me up
That
the
was
other
that
day. I was
Wednesday,
like,
just
what
talking
the
about
fuck?
it. Yeah,
I
it was
woke
on the
up
phone,
that
we were-
morning.
Like, yo, let's get drunk today. It's 2 o'clock. I can't believe I slept through that whole Wednesday thing.
Dude, I did
I was
too.
like, dude, I'm in bed. I'm going to
Yeah,
sleep. You're like,
I
it's
passed
fucking
out.
2 p.m.
It's 2 o'clock. Like, let's go get drunk. Like, I'll buy you beer. She's like, nah, I'm not leaving. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get off the phone with her. I start getting ready, going out. Walk out, it's dark as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, it's 2:20 in the morning. Like, I slept from like 5 p.m. to 2:20 in the morning. Like, and it fucked with my head bad. Like, yikes. I felt like a real shitbag then. But I loathed in it. And I loved it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to be awake till 8 p.m.
That's
or
a
8
sign
a.m.
of like enjoying your 20s.
that is a yes.
Enjoying your 20s?
I mean,
We're in our
if
20s,
you
man.
consistently,
29.
if you
I'll
consistently
be 29
have
January.
moments
Oh, you'll
where
be
you're like,
29.
you know,
January
what time
5th.
is it? What day is it? Is it fucking 2
No,
a.m.?
okay, so
If
you
that's
know the reason.
consistent,
No,
how
you know
you
the
got a
reason
problem?
why.
I'm
no, the
23.
reason
Oh,
why
really?
I have
Yeah, what about you?
the
29.
lapse of
29.
judgment in time.
I'm a
the
little
reason
puppy
why I
dog.
have it is because
Yeah, shit.
I
man,
used to work
23.
every day.
Oh, yeah.
Friday,
I could only
like,
imagine.
fucking- I'm a hard worker,
Yeah.
for real. And then the
Are
accident.
you putting out
happened.
fucking podcasts and shit? You're doing the right thing, man.
Thanks,
Now,
homie.
all I have to
You a
know
homie.
is like,
What's
when Jasper
I'm so
calls
sorry.
me,
What's your
Jasper,
name again?
Derek.
Yeah.
Sit.
Derek.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Derek.
what day it is when I get
Found a good one with Derek.
I don't know if he's going to
I
school
know.
He's a
today or
good fucking
not.
guy.
I have
You
to have
better,
a phone like I just have because I'm
Better
fucked
treat
up,
him right.
right? Like I don't
That's
care
right.
about time,
I've been
Or-
trying.
I know.
money,
I have no
or
worries.
days. Like it's all the
All
same.
you can do is try.
It's all the fucking
Yeah.
same.
Well,
And
What's your
it's
name again?
unfortunate.
Alex.
Alex, I'm sorry. You said I was getting aggressive. Like when I get coked,
Oh,
I get
no.
high energy. So
It
I'm
was
sorry
a
if
joke.
I.
No,
Adderall.
it was a total joke.
Yeah, Adderall.
You were just talking about like hairy buttholes and shit and peanut
I got
butter.
one.
me too.
But they still live.
Yeah, it's a
Is
joke.
that gonna be a? Is that
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
a?
what
it is.
Is that
I'm
gonna be
not
a
kidding. I'm like-
recurring
I'm
theme in this
like-
podcast?
I love
We
those
scare
shits,
a
man.
girl away every
Very
podcast.
raunchy.
Oh, you're not
Dude,
scaring Alex Wig. There's no
Me
way
too.
you'll scare Alex Wig in any
It's gonna
sense.
take a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
In
luck.
any sense, you'll never scare
It takes
Alex
a while
Wig.
for me to get
Hell
scared.
yeah.
Well, she said she's a feminist, right?
Well, she said she's one of these.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm a egoist for sure.
Equalist.
All right, well, that's what feminism was supposed to be, is about equality.
Hey,
Yeah,
More for the
she
form
said
of
she's one of
hating
these.
men.
Supposed to.
But
But-
I'm not going to consider myself like a feminist in
Okay.
these day and age.
How easily are you offended by like misogynistic humor?
Oh, I love
Dude, she
that.
holds her
Right?
own.
She
Alex
does
is
hold
one
her
of the
own.
strongest women I've ever
I'm
met
not
in my
really.
entire life.
Thank you.
If you don't
Yeah.
hate me for this joke, then you will accept me as a person.
Is
Okay?
that how you want? Is that how you want to come off to?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you
now
have
I'm
three
offended.
dates?
Now I'm
Is
offended.
that why you have
Three
men?
baby
It's
mamas?
It's not
Yeah,
men,
you
it's
don't-
the goal
You
isn't
kind of
to
want to
be.
piss me off.
No,
don't
the
you?
goal isn't to be offensive, but
Can
this
I
is
have
the
another
most
cigarette, please,
misogynistic, like douchey joke that I have. So if this
I'll
doesn't
try
make
to
it
top it.
right, okay. Yo, this guy's savage.
I'll try to talk it.
Okay.
I'll try to
Look,
top
do you
it.
know what's
You
special?
guys all just take a stab.
Do you know what's
Go
special
for it.
about October besides Halloween?
Oh,
It's
this
Breast
one,
Cancer
I can
Awareness
top this
Month.
one.
Right?
Okay. I
So
didn't
was
even know
walk-
that.
Yeah, I was walking down the 16th Street Mall earlier this October, right? This woman comes up to me. She asks if I'd like to sign up and participate in breast cancer awareness.
Mhm.
I said, of course, I'd love to help. Where do I sign? Your tits? I'm sorry, I mean tit. You know.
Oh,
it's like
nice.
cancer.
Yeah. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
you like the, she likes it. See?
Oh,
I would
That's
have
about-
done the same thing.
that's
I
yeah.
thought you were trying to offend it.
No, then well, that like a lot of women hate me for that shit. Oh, I've seen scours like
That's
I've
Yeah.
you can blame it.
I've
That's
seen
the
these
why they were
two-
Yeah.
You can blame it on that joke. All you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's other
I
factors.
feel
Not
like
saying
it-
that it's like a bad joke. I mean, unless it's funny in context.
Oh, dudes.
Is it funny? Do you?
I think it's funny. The first version was I've
Are you
always
funny
been
guy?
an
I'd love to
ass
sign one
man.
too.
I mean, I'm not offended,
Like,
but
What
I don't.
happened when
You want to
got
participate in
their
breast
cheeks
cancer
at shows?
awareness? I've always been more of an ass man. That was like the first version.
It's
But-
funny when somebody's funny.
Oh,
No, but I'm not saying you're not. But
no, I agree with you. I think
Nailed
I think I can
Are
write
you
jokes.
saying it?
I don't think I'm a very good
Well, no,
performer. as a
you know what I
comedian.
mean.
agree with you. But I've only been doing this like
When-
a year. And I set off wanting to write jokes. I never wanted to perform, but I realized there's nobody who gives a shit if I can write. So I
Maybe
started
we need
going
a
up and
crowd.
trying it
And just do
myself.
it. Just
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's how you
suck
do it.
as a performer, but my
Billy
joke
Eilish?
writing is pretty solid. I've written a lot of jokes.
What's the difference?
Which
Maybe
is
you
good.
should sell it
Yeah.
to
Just
Billie
write.
Eilish.
Keep writing. Right. Yeah. Fuck. I'm
just
not
kidding.
funny.
What's
Like,
the
I
worst
crushed
part of
that
Lizzie
Halloween
Borden?
syndrome.
You're hilarious.
I'm not.
Worst part?
What's the worst feature of Lizzie Borden?
Oh, what?
That she's a woman.
Oh,
Do you really think you're gonna piss me off right now? I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who Lizzie
She's a
Borden is.
serial
I
killer.
didn't get that.
She's a
Oh,
female
Lizzie-
serial
Wait, is Lizzie Borden the one that cut off the guy's dick?
Elizabeth.
Nice.
Lorena
Back
Bobbitt.
in- back in the
Lorena
90s.
Bobbitt.
She cut off a couple
Through
of
the
them.
window.
That was Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh, Bobby,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Bobby, yeah.
Okay. Let's try another one.
Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, why are male feminists just the worst? Because men are always the best at their jobs.
And
Yikes.
feminists are shitty, so they're better at being shitty.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yikes.
If a pussy farts in the woods and there's no one there to rape it, does the Me Too movement still bitch? Yes, yes, they do.
She queefs.
I was fucking my last.
Not even a rape joke.
Behind.
No rape even took place in that
That's
theoretical
fucking-
universe.
I was
Just
fucking
a
my last
pussy
girlfriend
farting all
from
along the
behind.
woods.
What?
Are you
I
guys still
fucked my
trying to
last
offend me?
girl. No, I'm not gonna.
I'm just
I don't think
kidding.
anyone's trying to. I don't know.
I fucked my last
I know.
girlfriend.
I was just
from behind,
warning
right?
you that that's like, if you are sensitive to it, that's probably as bad as my jokes get.
She's the least sensitive. You can't like.
Okay.
You can't offend.
Yikes.
I mean, I still have feelings.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
still pissed.
But
when
those
we
are
did our-
offensive.
when we
Crying
did
my
our
butt
first
alone
mic
about it. I
that
don't
we
show
host,
anyone.
we
I'm
had,
pretty
like,
hard
4
about it.
comics,
We all-
including us two, right? 2 of us, 2 other dudes showed up.
Load.
And we were about to end it. We wrapped it up with a roast battle. It was me, Noah, and like these 2 other guys that are both Jewish. So it's me, who's my heritage is German on both sides, right? And fucking 3 Jewish dudes in a roast battle.
I was there.
I did pretty good,
Okay.
man, but I forgot. Like I had this idea for an open, and I forgot until after the roast battle was over, and I was
This is
kicking
cool.
myself. First thing out of my mouth should have been, so this isn't the first time a German's had to roast 3 Jews at the same time. Right?
But it didn't come out.
No, I didn't.
Of course,
I forgot
right?
it.
You couldn't even get a mask.
That's
Late.
ever.
That German couldn't
It
even
always
get a mask.
happens like that.
I
So I
had
was
pretty
fucking
good
my
words,
last
though.
girlfriend, Sarah. I loved her.
They were all,
I
like,
was fucking her
old.
from behind. It was the last time I had sex with Sarah, right? I was fucking her from behind. I remember fucking as clear as day, which is weird, man.
Yeah.
Like really fucked up all the time, you know. Fucking her from behind, her fucking little butthole farted, and I slapped her right on that ass. And I was like,
You didn't suck
"You're
it.
nice, bitch."
Suck it up and hold it in like a bong hit.
Kill Tony.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Tony
yeah.
Hinchcliffe, Kill Tony. You guys
Yeah.
should go on that fucking show. 1 minute. That's all you got. Let's go on it.
1 minute.
Sometimes
I
you
got a
win,
minute.
It's very
sometimes
hard
you
to be
lose.
funny in one
It is.
Like,
It's
I talked to
super
an
hard.
asshole.
You did. You said shh.
I'm gonna try to do a 1 minute
True
set.
love.
It's tough, huh?
Yeah.
I'm on
This
that.
dude, I'll tell you, when I first met him, this guy, because a lot of times he won't do written shit on an open mic. He'll just come up with an idea and like wing it. Sometimes
That's
'cause
how I
a
met-
risky-
that's how I fucking
that's what
met
that,
this
it's a
guy.
ballsy formula. So sometimes he bombs. Of course, when you're doing it like improv like that, it's not always going to be good. But when he's good,
Yeah.
best set of
That's how- that's how I
like,
met
hands
that.
down. Like this kid's going places.
Are you a baseball player?
No.
Because I feel like your bottom jaw is about to run out into left field.
Oh shit.
Where he's striking out.
Well, you see this right here. This is actually a
Thought you
birthmark.
were-
Like my hair has been gray around the temple since I was like 6, and it like something where it just sinks in the muscles. So it kind of looks like from this angle, like a big meth head, like a sunken face, right? On the side, you see like how that little island of facial hair, and then it's like
So you're
So
doing
you're a
this
catcher.
for exercising.
no, it's a birthmark, man.
You're a
I'm
catcher.
just so bored
He's
of
a
like
receiver.
like the talk coming up, like I'm like meeting on a Tinder date, whatever, meet a girl at a bar.
Yeah, I know,
Of like they're like, hey, what is this? I don't want to be rude, but what is
It
this?
comes up.
And I gotta say, it's a birthmark. So bored. So I finally, I eventually just started telling girls that I got struck in the fucking face by lightning.
Nice.
Not one girl ever, like, they all ate it up.
Oh,
Not one
shit.
girl ever, they're like, really, no way. And I'm like, yeah, you
Dude.
fucking Google me. They never did.
Because they would
shit.
never say
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
You fucking liar.
yeah. So they're like, really? Are you fucking with me? I'm like, no, I'm dead serious.
Dude, so
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
on this date when I first moved here with this guy.
Way
that-
funner than a
He
birthmark.
was like,
Yeah.
we worked at
Yeah.
Starbucks, and I don't go
Sure.
on dates, but he's like, let me take you out to dinner. So I'm like, okay. So we like go eat, and it was just stupid. I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't know who you are. And he's like, yeah, you know, like I used to ride motorcycles, and then like got in this accident,
I
had
took
some
an arrow
nerve
to the
damage. And so I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, you want to smoke a joint after dinner? I'm like, sure. So we sit in my car and we're getting high. And out of nowhere, he's just like, fucking like freaking out in my front seat. And I was like, what the fuck? And then he stops and he's like, sorry, it's the nerve damage. And I was like, I gotta go.
Oh.
I actually pulled that a couple times.
It's kinda
Dude, you've
weird.
got your
Is it
if your
nerve
car
damage?
could talk.
It was nerve damage.
Your car has a lot of stories.
My car has
you
the
know?
Her
weirdest
car-
people in the
her
front
car-
seat.
Her car has fucking stories.
Yeah, no shit. Somebody
The
hit it
one-
today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find
Oh,
out.
that one.
I'm gonna bust in.
Shit.
I-
What's your roomies?
I
don't wanna talk
actually
about
got a bunch of little zip
That
ties.
was fixable.
If I had zip
Yeah,
ties, that would be very
Yeah,
questionable.
I got some
I can
little
fix
ones like
it.
wire zip ties. They're about this long. Like I use it like behind my computer desk.
A small car hit your car because if it was a bigger car than yours, yeah.
Yeah. Or either would have been more. Than
Or they hit the brakes just a little too late.
Yeah.
Your car hit the brakes just a little
Right.
too late.
I actually got real
It was
mad.
a twist of fate that saved the
Could have been a
day.
big car, just kind of like a
They're
love
like
test
kissing me.
compared. Yeah, yeah.
They're just like, fuck. Oh shit.
Probably Jacob Dempsey.
We drinking McCormick's.
Nah.
You want some guy? Get some in here.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. Come on, don't be a fucking ozo.
Did you have some?
Don't be a nozo bozo. I'll have some.
Did he?
You want to mix it with Code Red? Will that be better?
Of course you have Code Red.
I got it on
You
your
don't
line.
have toilet paper, but you got Code Red.
Sounds like a spy war. Like, are we about to like hide? Is this hide and seek?
You
It's in the
know,
fridge.
you got no Code Red.
Yeah.
We just gotta wash
Chatterbait.
these, like, I'll wash some glass. I gotta piss afterwards. Anyway. Let me scoot this a little bit so you guys don't have to fucking move too much.
The flush button is still on the top,
Yeah, I know where my own flush button
and you got
is.
stripper spray by the toilet. I mean, by
Yep.
the sink.
Yeah, I
This,
accidentally put some of that on.
This
I
girl
felt
I was
so
staying
bad.
here for a while, but I was fucking until she pissed me off. She's my buddy's ex, and he's in prison, and she was like fucking this dude that like beat her, and she had nowhere to go. So I was just staying here.
4.
No, dude, she was just being dumb as shit, dude. She was annoying as
Can I
fuck,
slide
dude.
in
So
Yeah.
eventually, it was just time to go.
What was your name
Time is
again?
time.
John,
I'm sorry, John. I forgot.
You know what's like the boss?
These guys that
I mean, I know this is really douchey, dude, but I'm actually kind of proud of this shit. Just because after 3 baby moms, dude, you gotta understand I had 0 tolerance for like bullshit woman drama, right? So if it was good, it was good. But if they pulled that crazy shit, like I was pretty cutthroat.
Yeah.
Right. This girl I met randomly on the 16th Street Mall one day looking for a buddy, couldn't find him. She had some bags with her, so clearly she was staying with a dude. It went bad. She's on the streets. Fucking boom, she gave me an opening. She asked me if I wanted to sit down and shit. Dude, there's plenty of other seats, right? Anyway, couldn't find homie. End up back at my fucking place.
And we
wanna-
spent like 3 days, bro. We didn't fucking leave. We were just Netflix, fucking smoking, playing Xbox and shit. She was a
How come
gamer.
Hulu never gets love when?
I had fucking 2 Xboxes at the time and shit, so we were just fucking gaming, smoking, watching TV, whatever. Just me and her for like 3 days. It was great. Me and her really hit it off, right? And then all of a sudden, like she's giving me head. She wants to go downtown. She's getting a little claustrophobic. She wants to meet some friends, hang out, socialize, right? And she's giving me head before we leave, taking me a while to come because we've been fucking for 3 days straight. I finally bust. She doesn't take it in her mouth. And I was being a smartass, bro. I was being a smartass. I was like, oh, you suck. And she just freaks out. She's like, I just sucked your dick for like 20 minutes and you're going to talk shit.
And then I would have protected myself and said, yeah, you sucked.
Okay, yeah, no, like, dude, she's just snapping. She just freaks out, bro. She's going off on this rant. She won't shut up. I'm like, just calm down, listen to me.
Did you ask for the blowjob, or
Dude,
did she go down on
She
you?
was down for it. Yeah. So,
Oh, so
like,
it's a favor?
Was she wearing
You got
her
mad?
slippers?
no, I didn't
You
get
got
mad.
mad.
She got mad because I made a joke after I came. She
Your
just, like,
jokes always.
she just
always
basically
land
fucking-
real well.
she just took it out of her mouth. She didn't take the load in her mouth, and I was like, "Oh, you suck."
She's one of those that lets
She
you
just, she just took it like hand job to finish it, right? Once she could tell I was coming, she just like,
Worse.
yeah.
You know,
So I was being a smartass. I wasn't being like, "Oh, how dare you?" Okay, I was
just a
being,
little aggressive.
I was being a
Aggressive.
smartass. Anyway, she fucking
And I
goes
like
on
over
this
pigtails.
crazy rant, bro. I can't
Totally
calm her
get
down.
back
She
to
won't
first
listen
grade.
to reason. So finally, I just reach in, right? I grab her by the cheeks. I
Whoa.
plant to kiss on her, and she just shut the fuck up. She melted like butter in my hands, right? And I pull her away. She's thinking I'm being like romantic and shit. Now she's listening to me. She's shut the
She's
fuck
thinking
up.
she already
I
was
looked her
science
right in the
class.
eyes, and I was like, "You got 10 minutes to get your shit and get the fuck out." Right? That's a boss way to like do total U-turn because she thinks I'm like being romantic,
that
right?
Was the stripper spray?
Like I'm being fucking romantic to calm her
She
down.
missed science
Right?
class that day,
No,
Is she still in prison?
but she still got a blue ribbon.
it was like shut up, and I want you to
Oh,
hear
she
me.
got first place.
Oh.
I want you to hear
She
what
got
I'm
her
about to say.
participation trophy.
She did the
It was
volcano
attendance.
one, except the volcano
Yeah.
was
It
John's
was in
dick.
attendance.
Perfect attendance.
Perfect attendance.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's like
Except for that day.
You got a gold coin.
one of the most
But
ruthless
it's
things I ever
actually
did to
yellow.
break
It's
up with a
a
fucking girl.
color.
How you gonna ruin 3 days of paradise with some stupid shit? Obviously, she wasn't yelling at
You
me.
guys remember
I don't
Amy,
think it
right?
was
She was
really
yelling at her
her.
ex. Yeah, I
Yelling at
remember.
Paradise?
She was yelling at the dude that kicked her out a week before she
You guys
fucking.
remember
Like, you ruined
Amy,
it.
yeah?
Just let her fucking jerk it off.
You guys
She was
remember
probably
Amy?
tired of swallowing it.
Yeah.
Especially
yes.
if you weren't in
I
vegetables.
wasn't mad about that. I was just being a smartass.
You know how I got
Sounds
rid of
like
that?
you're mad about it.
How?
No, she's the
I
one
let
that
her
went
stay
crazy. You
there
weren't there.
with me, like, while
She
I
went
don't
crazy.
know either.
That's what.
Right.
That's what made me like. I spent about
And
5
I
minutes
worked
trying to be
with
like, listen,
her for
what's your
like 2.5
problem? Calm down. Why are you
Right,
yelling
right.
at me?
It's perfect.
Trying to be logical and reasonable. About 5 minutes, and she wasn't listening to anything. She just kept screaming over me, going crazy, talking all this shit that had nothing to do with me. And so finally,
Right,
to shut her
right,
up after trying to be cool.
Well,
with her.
sex is powerful. She'll- Even if it wasn't
Yeah, right
about
back.
you, like
And I
deep
told
down.
her-
I think it was about the guy she was with
All
before
these
me. Yeah,
things
all her
that go
exes
on.
or whatever. Yeah, shitty dudes. That,
PTSD.
Right.
PTSD.
I get it, but like I hit a point too where like I got a lot of baggage and trauma and been through a lot of bullshit with women. And like I hit a point after about 5 minutes, which I liked this girl. I didn't want it to go down in flames like that. So I tried, and finally I gave up. A switch flipped.
Sometimes jokes.
A switch flipped, and I was just like, you know what? Fine, fuck it, we're done. And that was my way of like letting her know,
Right, right.
like you done fucked up. We're done. I'm done with you. Out. Peace.
Sorry.
It's savage, but you know, dude, I'm not trying to incite anything. My first baby mom straight up like replaced me. It's vodka and Code Red. My first baby mom replaced me with this dude. I came down here because my whole professional gaming thing wasn't working. I dropped out of high school. Didn't have a means to provide for a child or be a dad. I was 17. I was scared. I had no prospect for the future. So I came down here to get in the medical marijuana game with my brother. We didn't have a dispensary yet, but we had a private grow op, and we were flipping it 400 an ounce. We were making bank. So I came back to Minnesota with about 10 grand to reclaim my rights.
Minnesota's a good place to go
Well, I was
back
going
with
back
it.
to be like, come down. There's a life for you here in Colorado. I can take care of you. I can, you
So
know,
she's
you
like
can
an
raise the
actor?
kid. Like I got the means to do this. And she knew I wasn't like
Wait, she's
abandoned.
a
I was
actor?
going for about 6 or 8 months. And
Yeah.
she knew I came down there to do this. She knows that I came down here to like make a future, right?
Yes.
I come back, you're not Leah's dad. This is Leah's dad. Straight up, not just I've been cheating on you or I replaced you, but like straight up, this is her father now. We don't need you
That's
or
dope.
want you.
I mean, it's
Yo,
not
okay,
cool.
bye.
Yeah, no, then I come back down here, and like a year and a half after that, my brother dies. His wife is cheating on him. She takes off back to Minnesota with all the startup money because they're still legally married.
completely
Yeah.
separate.
And then I wind up staying in a fucking tent. I was a little jaded toward women at that point in my life. You know what I mean?
Like, and I do it.
Yeah.
So when I first
A little
met
bit,
her,
man.
Like she's going through a divorce. but-
Again, I know it sounds like I'm trying to justify being a shithead. I own my decisions, but that's
Yeah,
just
no, don't
how.
ever justify being a shithead.
I'm just acknowledging that's how I became
Anyways,
the shithead I was.
When I first met her, she was like,
I think I'm a better person than I was.
My
At
boss
least I try to
loaned
be.
me this money.
That's the goal.
And I'm
You always
getting
seen me
this
do some
place,
shit.
you know,
That purse we
this
found,
place
most people would just
she
walk by
sent
like it
to
wasn't their
check
business.
to this
Ugh.
lady
Yeah.
in West Virginia.
That's one
And she got taken for
Met
that.
her doing
money.
stand-up comedy. We were
Oh,
hitting it off
man.
great.
That's how I
We're
first
making out.
fucking
She's grabbing
met her.
my
And I
dick
was
like at the
okay,
club.
whatever, like,
Then we fucking go back in an Uber.
she was using
and,
that
like,
as-
2 minutes after we get done making out, she freaks out. She wants to leave. She's telling the Uber driver to pull over.
like, oh,
She knows somebody that works here. It's the Winchell's and it's fucking closed.
Holy
It's like
shit.
two.
Winchell's right there.
Yeah, it's like 2:30 in the morning, right?
Fucking love Winchell's.
But there's like homeless people. It's West Colfax. This girl's drunk, but so am I.
But she didn't get me. Luckily, she
And
didn't
she's
get me for
freaking out,
any
dude. But I'm
other
thinking
than
I can't
my-
leave
Right,
She
right.
this
literally,
chick. Like I'm pissed, but I can't leave her on Colfax
Yeah.
What?
at fucking like 2:30 in the morning by herself.
Yeah.
Like emotionally fucked
Yeah.
up, drunk, by herself. So I hung around and shit, and I was trying to give her like the last $19 cash I had on me to make sure she got out of there safe. Because the Uber driver like ditched us both. He didn't want to deal with the drama.
You know, like rotisserie
And
chicken.
fucking, I was gonna walk away. I think most guys just would have walked away. She calls the cops, telling them I won't leave her alone. I'm stalking her. So I drop I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I drop the $19 at her feet. I go across the
like,
street. I'm like, I'm gonna sit there
Yeah,
and wait
someone.
for the cops to show up or wait for like you
That's
to call
our first
fucking cab.
meal.
Because there's like homeless dudes that are like right over there, like
Like,
looking
start
at
with
you.
that.
There's a lot of
Next,
chicken.
Yeah,
next
yeah.
Tuesday, just
Then we
a
flew-
rotisserie
And like she's checking the
Then we
Disney
flew
stores,
the
like
hours
expecting me to be
around,
open. She was
so
clearly like more out of it than I
that's-
realized.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty drunk too. But I think most dudes would have been like,
What
fuck
was
you, and
our,
just left.
season.
I hung around, cops showed up, I talked to Lakewood, and they're like, what
Times are
Oh, they
happened?
showed up.
Times
Yeah,
are tough.
I was on
Like,
probation. I felt
years.
like I had to play because I didn't want to like flee the
Get
scene.
going,
She already
get
called.
up.
Yeah.
So I'm like sticking around.
Gotta
They
go.
did a road
Got 'em.
sobriety test. I
Gotta
passed
go.
it. They're like, well, what the fuck happened?
See
And
ya.
the cop said, well, I have one question. What the
remind me
fuck did you
bunches
say to
all
her to
that.
creep her out? I'm
No.
like, dude, I have no idea.
These ones.
I told her all my most fucked up jokes, and she loved it. What could I possibly have said in that car that was
Probably
creepier
said
than
a
like
lot.
pedo Santa?
You probably pulled your dick out.
Probably
I
said-
could flap it onto the dashboard and it went. Then you're
It
like,
went on
Ugh.
under the
It
fucking
went-
seat.
Dude, when we
Wait,
first
what
got,
comedian was this?
What could I
dude, her name was
Probably said
I'll never
a lot.
forget because it's Ellen, like
Was it
Ellen
comedian?
DeGeneres.
I love that.
Her name
bitch.
was Ellen. She's like kind of shorter. She's like 22, about your
Blonde.
age. Blonde.
Wears a suit, short hair.
Let's just
Not-
no,
it's
no,
not-
came
no.
out in about 92.
No, her first name was fucking Ellen. All right, she had long curly blonde hair, a little thicker but not fat. Like fucking, she was
Not
pretty hot.
rosy.
Dude, it's true. Like the first thing this girl said to me when she walked up, she heard me talking to somebody else. She was like, "You're hot, but you give me this vibe where I don't know if I want to like stick my tongue down your throat or run away from you." And then she just fucking kissed me. That was like, I'm paraphrasing. That's pretty much like the first thing she fucking said to me. And I'm like, this girl is fucking awesome. What? We spent the whole night like making out, all up on each other. And then we get in the fucking Uber and she just like loses her shit out of nowhere.
That's what I was
She probably pooped.
That
all
poor
the GHB.
Uber driver.
Oh, I felt bad for him, dude. Like for real. I was a little fucking.
The first time I hooked up with a chick when I moved out to Denver, other than my son's mother, whatever. But I went to Sancho's randomly, and I was all fucked up.
Okay.
And I'm sitting like on the corner of the bar, and I'm like, me and this girl are eye fucking each other. And then she comes over, gets next to me, and we start kissing. And she was like, "Let's go back to this booth and get to know each other," which I thought we
Yeah.
were talking. But she just wanted to make out, right?
Yeah.
And then the fucking lights go on. You know, like, oh, it's last call.
It's a dude.
Okay. No. Her dude boyfriend, like, stood up, threw down her soul, like, pointed at me, was like, "Fuck you."
Oh, I
and then
remember
left.
this story.
And I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And she was like, "Oh, that's my boyfriend, but we're in like an open relationship." I'm like, "That's definitely not an open relationship." Right?
Yeah.
He was definitely pretty pissed off, but I'm pretty sure you shouldn't go home.
Yeah.
You should probably come with me.
Hey,
She came over to my
bada
house,
boom.
right? So she came over to my place.
If it works, it works.
First chick that I fucked in Denver, and her name was Bryn, and she woke up the next day. I'm like, "You want to go for breakfast? I'll take you out for breakfast." And she was like, "I'm not gonna lie to you, like I don't remember your name." And I'm like, "Yikes, shit!" I'm like, let's just. leave it
Do you
away.
see? I'm optimistic when it comes to those things. I'll be like, yo, at least I got laid. It's all good. I don't have to pay for breakfast.
That's how exactly.
Dude, from
how
like
I felt.
2009 to 2015,
And she had to
when
go
I was
back
about
to her
that
boyfriend.
16th Street Mall life, I didn't know if I was going to get into a fight over a cigarette or wind up at a bachelorette party. One of the craziest, and I don't mean to one up you, dude, but you just reminded me of this shit. One of the craziest fucking stories from the 16th Street Mall, right? We're playing hacky sack, and I was fucking good, man. I used to have this man horse style with this 8-pack with the V-line. Fucking, I'd wax this shit, right?
Did you
And
get
fucking-
it from playing?
I would
Yakuza?
do, oh yeah. I play with ankle weights to start off. Like, I was in fucking mad good shape, right? I would rock a hoodie unzipped with no shirt. Because a dude with no shirt on is just a dude with no shirt on, but a hoodie unzipped with commandos, your
Don't
V-line
do that.
sagging. It's like, look right here. It's like, look,
visor
right
upside
here.
down and back.
Right, anyway.
I would have sucked
Dude,
your
no, look at this chick, this woman, right? She's like 30, maybe like late 30s, maybe early 40s at the oldest, right? She comes out of the bar like pretty fucking drunk, right when we're playing hacky sack in the middle of 16th Street Mall. She's like, oh, you're fucking sexy, blah, blah, blah. And she wanted to take me to the bar across the street from where she came out of and buy me a fucking drink. But I had somebody on their way to buy weed. I'm like, hold up, hang around for like 5 minutes, and I'll go get a beer with you. In that 5 minutes, right, her husband comes out of the fucking bar. Like, where the fuck have you been? And she's like, oh, I'm going to go get a drink with this guy. He's like, you're fucking going nowhere. And he's trying to, like, pull her away from her hack circle by her wrist. She just cold cocks him, drops him. He didn't get knocked out cold, but he was, like, on his ass, like, stunned, fucking, like, you could tell he was seeing stars rolling around and shit. Just cold cocked him.
How
I did not fuck her. I did not go back with her.
Do we still have a viewer?
Huh?
Does she still?
Was she hacking? Like,
No, she was too drunk to hack. She was just, like, standing there by one of those metal, like, triangle fucking...
so she
light posts.
was
Too
like,
drunk to hack, too drunk to sack. That's
No,
what I
she
always
just came
say.
up, like, put her arm around me, telling me, like,
That's
touching
one.
me, feeling my
That's one.
abs and shit,
That one.
telling me I'm
Who's in your
sexy. Told me she wanted to buy a fucking drink.
Saratoga, baby, Saratoga.
I fucking hate that name, Sarah.
Dude, they're
It's fucked up. Like, dude, a girlfriend's one thing, because, like, it was never your
I know,
girlfriend,
it's
it was just your
disgusting.
turn, right?
It's fucking
Wife,
disgusting.
though, like, if you take those vows, whether you believe they're vows to God or just, like,
Or just
vows,
vows to
yeah.
not be a prick.
Like, I will not violate a marriage. Girlfriend,
Me and Alex got married last year in January just because we
you
were
really shouldn't,
fucked
I
up.
think you should be mad at
We,
that.
no, me and Alex just got married. Like,
Right.
it wasn't that we were boyfriend, girlfriend, or anything. We got married just to be, hey, fuck
'Cause
it.
we were at the
We're
bar
gonna
and we
get,
wanted
we're gonna
free
get
drinks.
married.
Wait, this is the girl you married?
Yeah.
What?
Holy
Such a
shit!
joke.
This is
That's
Alex.
funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
then,
It's
yeah,
like,
we divorced each other, like, 5
It's
months
wild,
down the
why
road,
not?
but,
Yeah.
like, not in a mean
We
way.
used to just
or,
drink for free at the bar
Yeah,
because everybody
because
would
we
be
were
like,
like, hey,
oh
fuck
shit.
it. Like,
Yeah.
we just
Oh,
got
where?
married.
buy that marriage. Oh, you're at a honeymoon. We're on our honeymoon.
Yeah, we just got
Buy us shots.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
That
we
shit
just
would
got
work.
married, and people were like, "Holy shit,
That would fucking work,
congratulations!" And then we just get
That's
fucked
what
up.
we did.
Dude, I'm gonna use it. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Just
you
so
gotta-
married,
You gotta
dude.
stop being so aggressive and find
All
a
married,
cab
dude.
driver that's not
Dude, when I get
so-
coked, I'm high energy. I'm not meant to come off as aggressive. Passionate.
No.
Intense.
I'm feeling very pensive
Yeah, that's
right
where
now.
me and her went. Like, we went
That's awesome.
like trashy, like fucked up. Like, neither of us has showered in like 5 days, and we just
Yeah,
got
that's one happy
married. Like,
That is
what?
that's
it
one
was a
happy
happy
marriage.
marriage. And then she went to Joshua Tree, and I went to Lowe's, and it was okay. And then she came back. We were like, we should probably get a divorce. So then we went out and we're like, dude, we just signed divorce papers. And they're like, dude, jeez, that's awesome that you guys can do that. Like, as.
Drinks on us.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's cool that you guys can just be, like, cool about divorcing. Like, but we knew it. It was time to go. And
It's just too much.
It's that way, too.
You know,
Oh,
we're
this is
still
great.
friends. We don't hate each other yet, so we feel like we should end it
We're
while
celebrating
We're
that
coexisting.
of the coexistence.
Yeah.
ending
You
it
guys
as
have kids? Well, we had one, but
ending it as a team before we become
Adoption.
enemies.
We forgot his name.
yeah.
Whose name?
I don't know.
Boink, doink,
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 bro.
boink. Zoink.
I think here's the.
Yeah,
I think it's
I
the
was just about
same.
to
Like
pull
it's
out
the
my
same
doink.
end result, right? But I think for different reasons. That like marriage is an institution that just doesn't work without like that religious Catholic guilt kind of forcing you, feeling like you need to
No,
fucking
it
be
doesn't.
No,
committed to
dude,
it.
it works
No, it
out
does
with
work.
love.
Marriage is marriage.
Marriage-
You
Well,
don't
dude, this is.
need
I'm
to
thinking
be-
as a guy, right? Here's the thing. I've cheated on some girls that I very much like cared about. Okay.
Yeah.
But I did it.
100%.
I didn't not because like I cheated on this girl and then all of a sudden I don't love her anymore. I like this
Okay,
girl better.
so that's-
It's just because
That's being human.
I'm
Right,
designed
right, right.
as a male to
That's
spread
just
my
opening up
seed, and I want to fuck everything. I can be in love with a girl and still want to fuck her best friend.
Us three just
Right?
talked about this before we got over here.
Something
We were
that's
talking
what
about
a
just
guy
being open
right?
and
we
being
want
honest.
to pretty much fuck everything with a wet spot.
That's
Remind
what we're
me, like,
programmed to
going
do.
to
Spread the
Sheridan
fucking
and
seed, right?
What's
I
that?
don't want to hear that.
What's that? Thing?
I'm just saying, like, not every guy's got to like give into it, and like, we can definitely like love a girl and care about her enough to like ignore that desire
Sheridan, what's that
and
fucking
be
theme
faithful to
park?
her. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Not
I'm just
even-
saying that like
What's that theme
Like-
park?
the
Like-
temptation's always there. Even if you care about a girl, the
That's a
temptation's
job.
always there. Whether you act on it or not is
That's where
irrelevant.
he finds all his
But it's
advice.
always there.
That's where he leaves them on.
But what do women want, right? Women aren't as more about like sex as far as like I need to fuck something every fucking day, but it's
I
more
didn't
like
know that.
attention. Well, I think some girls are nymphs, sure. But I'm saying I think it's more about like I think it is.
I'm straight
Look,
up
we're
about
Girls want to
biological.
be girls want to be
straight up
wanted.
about intention.
Girls want to be wanted.
As do I.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I'm a fucking male. I'm a very heterosexual male, and I want to be wanted.
You want to be wanted more on an ego level. They want it more on a like.
Not
a-
every level wants to be wanted because every level is part of the human, and the human is its
That's it.
job is
And
to
we want-
I
bring-
did start saying this by it's like it's the same end result,
It's
just
the same
different.
reason that me and Alex would say that we were married,
Right.
Because we wanted appreciation.
like this
and
marriage
loving.
thing.
Like
It's
that's
just
the
names.
thing. Like we wanted people to be like, "Oh,
But there is
congratulations,
subtleties in the
that's
differences,
awesome."
right?
No,
just wanna-
Like it's the same
not
thing. Sure,
the
all
same.
people
We
want
all
to be
want it.
wanted,
We want to
sure.
be wanted and appreciate it and loved.
But I
for
think
whatever you
women
do.
want it for different reasons than men want it.
Well, everyone wants
That's
it for
a
different
man.
reasons.
Yeah.
You're a man saying
Everybody's
that.
different.
How do you
John.
feel?
Me?
Like, that's a man saying.
I
You're a
feel-
man saying that.
You definitely like the feeling of being wanted, right? Where guys think you're hot and they want you, and you get to like turn them down. Just like the feeling of them wanting you.
I don't really
It's a good
think about
feeling,
that.
right? It's
Do
not
you
a good
do
feeling?
that as a man?
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't
That's what I mean. Like, do you not do that as a man?
I mean,
I think-
I'll take
I think-
what I can get. So they.
I think
they
men
won't-
do it.
I won't be
I think
turning
men
them
do
down.
it more of like an ego and a power thing.
no.
When women
No,
do it more of
same.
just like a emotional.
No. Okay, here's the
Well,
thing. Women go out knowing
women
if
do
they're gonna
everything
get
in a
laid.
more
Okay?
emotional
Women go out knowing if they're gonna get laid.
Oh, yeah.
Men go out hoping they're gonna get laid.
You can have a Marlboro or a
Okay.
27. Okay.
You know that? Women
Right.
go out knowing if they're gonna get laid or
Yeah,
not.
and men hope.
Go out hoping.
Oh, especially like, dude, I
Okay, now
guarantee
listen,
this.
now
You
with
go
that
on a
said-
first date with a girl, you
Wait.
start up anything, right? That girl knows if she's gonna fuck you well before she lets you know.
This is
Exactly. See,
she's
that's the
made
fucking
that
thing.
decision.
See, that's the fucking thing. And when they
This
first
is a
say,
bad
"Listen, I'm not
conversation.
gonna fuck you," it's our first date.
so
I got him. It's in the bag. I
She
can
wants
fuck him.
she wants to
You
change
know what? And
things.
that's fucking
No.
not attractive to me anymore.
Right.
I'm not gonna get hard for that. I'm a demisexual type of man that like I really want to have a full connection
Oh yeah.
with somebody. Like yeah. I mean, I find women attractive, and I like flirting, and I have cheated.
I'm a
And I've gone
sapiosexual.
fucked.
I think smart is sexy.
Yeah,
On
that's
me.
okay.
I don't like my
Absolutely.
females smart. No, just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Just
no.
kidding.
I like them a little.
I have a black letter
I
here.
like
I don't
them.
know.
I like him.
I like
I like
them
him with
little-
just enough brain to give it to me, if you know what I mean.
I like them to be able to.
I got with just enough
A
blood
little bit.
that I know that they breed.
This is the
They can
beginning
read a little
of a
Dr.
man
Seuss,
actually like deeply caring about a woman beyond just the sex, right?
Exactly.
I'm not saying this
No,
is like
100%.
automatically true love, but this is
This
definitely
is
the first.
exactly what
the
me,
first time,
Derek,
right?
and her were talking
Do
about
I
before.
want to hang out with you after I come? Do I still want you around? I know that sounds really douchey.
I'm not gonna fuck you if I don't want to hang out with you.
I used to in my 20s, but I'm at that point now where really like I've had enough fun to where I just want a chick that I can settle down with, where we like each other, where we're not fighting all the time,
Where
where
she
the
just-
sex is good,
But she just does her womanly
and we
duties,
no, and we
the
can like
dishes.
get along. Like I'm looking at
Sandwiches.
I'm looking
Sandwiches.
in
Make
that
the ice.
like somebody I actually like to be
Making
around.
the
versus-
ice.
I was
She
just
doesn't
all
wince
about
with
that
her
fucking
daily beatings, and we
you know,
praise
the
the
notch
Lord.
in my 20s. But I think a lot of guys were just about another notch in the 20s, right?
I was a
Like
fucking.
early
I was a
20s, yeah.
straight up shallow douchebag. 100%.
And I think you
know,
have to like go through
I
that to
was that
learn
guy.
why like you want something more, right?
No, I want something more because I realize I have to fucking make myself happy.
Right, but you had to grow to have that realization. So you had to go through being that like
Yeah,
22.
no, I had to be that shitbag.
Yeah, yeah,
I had to be a shitbag.
In order to grow past
realizing
it, yeah.
hurt, the hurt that I caused, being hurt, and
Mhm.
actually open and honesty with myself. Like actually look at myself in the mirror and being like,
Organic
are you
growth.
are you gonna be a shitbag or are you gonna be a fucking shitbag?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are
Shit
good
bag
guys.
or shit swag, you know what I
You
mean?
guys are all good guys.
I'd like to think so.
I think I'm pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I acknowledge
How
that.
was
This is
that?
Fart, Alex?
No, I think that
How
was.
you gonna how you gonna move and not claim that fart?
I tried to cover it up with the. Okay.
bullshit I
Well,
went
no,
through.
no, we're just-
it put me to a point where like I tried to put up a wall to where like I just wasn't gonna let myself care enough to get hurt, right? But I like it took me a long time to realize I went too far with that to the point where I was hurting.
What, 3 kids?
No, my kids love me. I'm a good dad.
I'm not
But
saying that.
I'm not a good
that's not what
boyfriend. I'm not a
saying.
good partner. I'm a
That's
great
not
dad.
what I'm
though.
saying. I'm okay. I
Yeah.
fully respect that. I do
To
not
realize the
ever,
women that
ever
I
say that
hurt,
you're a bad
right?
dad. I'm not saying
To realize that it got to a point for me where
Right.
it was like I wanted a girl to be so in love with me because I wanted like the control to like destroy her
the fucking ego.
emotionally
That's the
if I
ego.
wanted
exactly
to,
what ego
right?
is.
Like having my
That's
finger on the
ego.
button, having her so in love with me to where I could be like, you need me.
Do you know how
Like,
toxic that is for yourself?
I know it was. I didn't see it like at the
Of
time
course you
though.
don't see it.
Yeah,
Like that's what I was.
I had to
saying about
reflect
being
backwards
honest
and
with
realize
yourself.
like, wow,
This is
I really
exactly-
was
You know,
a
this
piece
is
of shit.
exactly the conversation us three were having at my place before we left, but in a different context. Remember, like that. Like this is exactly like just being open and honest with people.
Yeah.
Like we're fucking adults. Like let's just.
I've done a lot of shitty
It
things,
is
made a
what
lot
it
of
is.
stupid
I'm
mistakes.
not
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
hide it. Like
I've
not-
only had sex twice in my life. What?
Mistakes are only a bad thing if you never identify and learn
like,
from
that's
them.
not like I'm
Right?
not okay. It's not about sex either. Like that's not. What
Yeah,
we're
I've only
talking
had
about. Like,
meaningful connections 100% of the time because I'm a meaningful connection
Exactly.
guy.
Exactly. And
Jar
you know
Jar
what makes
Binks.
it meaning?
Jar Jar
what
Binks.
makes it
Needs to have a
meaningful is
meaningful
being
connection.
honest, being open, calling yourself out.
Right.
Like that's really what it takes. It's not calling anybody else out. Like I'm not gonna call you
You're
out. I'm not gonna
definitely
call
Yoda.
you guys out. I'll call
Yeah,
myself out.
I was just thinking about
100%
Star Wars,
percent.
Right.
Yoda.
And if I'm comfortable,
You're Anakin.
like I'm not gonna say that I don't fuck up and I'm
No,
not a shit
dude.
sometimes.
You're
I'm
Right.
gonna go out of that level.
Sidious.
Right.
You're already
I know
Darth
who I
Vader.
am.
Yes, I'm a Dark Lord.
You know I am.
Yeah.
And I don't
Anakin
ever
goes
hide that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they all know
He
me.
becomes
I don't
Vader.
hide that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't.
Anakin goes.
That doesn't make, I think like
You know what I
okay,
mean? Like, and I'm not gonna say I'm a bad dad.
right,
Just because I'm a shithead doesn't mean I'm a bad dad.
dude. And I
That's
saw
what-
that
that's
in you
what I
like
meant.
immediately, especially the night
didn't
when we
mean
came
to
back
like
from the bar
stomach
Tuesday. We were
hurts.
doing that coke
And
just me
you're-
and you, like talking
I don't know
about
if
our
this
baby
conversation-
moms and the fucking history and
Yeah.
shit. Like when a guy is willing to
Trying.
like
My brain hurts.
show you the darkest sides of his past, I think that's like okay. That's a good sign. It shows honesty.
Yeah.
It's open. Yeah. Like, 'cause if what about
Like,
the
it
guy
doesn't-
that's
it
trying to
doesn't
pretend
take-
like
it
he
doesn't-
doesn't have shit to hide?
It doesn't.
Oh,
Right?
that guy's a scary ass
The
white
guy
guy
that
serial
pretends that he
killer,
doesn't
man.
have
Yeah.
shit to hide. That's the worst feeling
Yeah.
ever. I want to be a Forrest Gump.
Like a male feminist.
For real. I want to be a Forrest
A
Gump.
male feminist.
Just open.
What are you hiding? What did you do in college?
Right,
Who
right.
did you
That's
roofie?
it.
What are you
This
trying
is
to
who I
make up
am.
for?
This is what I know. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do.
Yeah.
This is me. Like, I'm not the best dad. I'm not dad of the year.
Right.
But I'm a good fucking dad.
I think you're good because you're
Like,
fun.
that's it.
Dude,
Like,
your
and you're
kid's
fucking-
always having. He always has the biggest fucking smile whenever I see a Facebook story with you and him. Like,
yeah,
I think-
it's all like I just want my son to have fun.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like I said, I'm not gonna be dad of the year, but I knew like I'm a shithead.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking complete shithead.
Your
But I
kids
didn't
will love
meet
you
my
no matter
father.
what,
I
you
didn't
know
meet
that.
my father until this past year, right after my accident.
Right.
And I bought my dad a ticket to come out, and I met him the first time this past year, literally this past year. And I took him to see Baroness, which was amazing. Like, and I was in a wheelchair at the time, whatever. But that was our first time meeting each other, right?
Yeah.
I knew growing up that I'm not gonna be. Period. I'm not gonna fucking not be there.
Yeah.
For a human being that's me, like that's it. That's all that matters. Like
Yeah.
my son might grow up and be like, hey, you're fucking drunk and you're a shithead. Okay.
What's the thing? My mom
Guys,
was.
I'm not
really
gonna
open.
I'm not gonna fucking
I'm
hide
gonna
that.
make you feel. I don't want
I'm
you to
not
have to
gonna-
like sweat and doubt whether or not like
I
you're
don't
gonna-
sweat anymore. See, that's the thing. I don't sweat anymore, and that's why I'm comfortable about saying this.
Good.
Because I know me.
Dude.
And I don't care what anybody
My
thinks. I
mom
know me.
was a
Hell yeah.
bipolar lunatic that tried to kill herself 3 times before I was 12. One of them
That's
made the
my
fucking news, bro. She used to return Christmas presents to go to the casino. Christmas presents my dad bought and worked hard to buy, right? Fucked up shit, man. Anyway, I still
Don't use
loved
that as an
her.
excuse
I still
for
loved
who
her
you
no
are.
matter what because she was my mom.
Don't use that
Right?
as
No,
an
I'm not.
excuse
I'm not. I'm
for
saying there's a
being
point
who
here.
you are.
There's a point here, right? Is like a kid will love their parents no matter how shitty, unconditionally.
Unconditional.
And you have to make sure that you don't like abuse that in the sense like, okay, your kid, even if you are kind of, you don't need to necessarily lead with a good example by example, not by your actions, right? But just acknowledging like you know that he needs to make better choices than you made, and trying to, and like I think where parents fuck up is where they try to pretend like their shit doesn't stink, and when the kid
Right.
realizes like
Okay.
you are full of shit, right? Now you don't have that trust there because you pretended to be. You wouldn't acknowledge your
Who
own
you
flaws.
are, right.
And once
My mom
they,
sent me to
yeah.
rehab for weed when I was in 9th
So
grade
there's no-
when she was doing meth.
if you fucking like are just straight up with your boy, like, yeah, your dad's got some problems, but you know,
He
I
knows
love
that.
you and I'll do anything for you.
He knows
Your
that.
kid's just not going to lose like respect for you. He's still going to love you,
gonna
and he's going to listen
It's
to
okay.
what you say a
You know
lot.
what, even if he
Yeah.
doesn't like
Better.
me, even
Yeah.
if he doesn't like me, and doesn't like, even if he grows up to be like, I can't,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Right.
fuck, my dad made me this way or whatever. I'll accept that too.
Right.
Like
I'm
you're at least up
accepting
to the challenge,
To, like,
and
oh,
you're,
this is what it is.
you're there for him. And
100%.
That's
That's it.
that's
That's all I
the
wanna
thing, you know.
Like, yeah,
Where did you get this?
it sucks. Like, my son got suspended from school. He's first
Huh?
grade, and
No, where'd you
he's
get
the
it?
kid beating up
Where's
other
that?
kids. Like, I thought my son was probably going to be the one getting bullied.
Right.
Because he was just, he's very
Huh?
into his own head. Like,
Mhm.
and I was like, kids are going to fucking, they're going to fuck.
Well, I think it's easier to
And
go
he goes
from.
to a private, like, we sent him to a private school, okay?
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to be the one getting bullied. But now, like, he got suspended from school because Jasper, my son, is the one fighting people.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Well, listen,
Like, I don't fight.
it's fucking. It's easier to go from the bully
Karate.
to learning why that's bad. Like, look at being strong.
You know?
And then learning how to like control that and not be a bully is easier than like being a little bitch
Oh, you have
and trying to learn how to
Hang on
not
one
be.
second. Hang on 1 second. My friends are about to head out. But
Okay.
you guys are going home.
Yeah.
What? She's got work tomorrow. What? You want to go out?
Do I want to go out?
Bro, you should come to the mic. We're doing a mic tomorrow at 7:00 downtown.
Where are you going out tonight?
We're gonna get some mushrooms. We're gonna get
No,
fucked up
it's
somewhere
only
else.
11, right?
Tomorrow night?
I
Yeah,
don't know my phone. It's like
starts at
almost
7, but you should probably
11:30.
show up at like 6:30.
God, I love mushrooms. But
11:30.
I'm like a lone wolf with those. I just go eat them,
Where are you
just
going?
hang out by myself.
Bro, you ever like waste a trip listening to like a new
So I
album
gotta
by
try.
yourself?
I only eat mushrooms by myself.
Like, but I'm just what do you do? Like listen to music, watch a movie?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I
Oh,
mean,
you
just
I
drive-
have
drift
Turn the
inside
lights
your own
off.
mind?
You,
Yeah.
Dude,
are you driving
Turn the lights off in
down
silent
to your
darkness.
house,
You have
It's
everything.
your own
Kid.
movie.
Bro,
Yeah.
because they'll
It
last
is.
like they'll last
the amount
longer
of
if you
beauty
if
that
you
is-
put them in chocolate, right?
You have
Get
to
some,
take
like,
them to
make-
go.
I know how much. I know
I'm
how
probably gonna go to
fucking
Gold
You
mushrooms
can
hit
put
you.
them in the freezer and like save them, right? So do them in chocolates.
Right.
And, like, wait,
I'm
what's your
gonna
like, favorite musician? What's your
You gotta
favorite
go
artist?
Have one beer.
Eat 5 grams and just sit in the fucking dark room.
You wait for like
If
a
you wanna
new
go
album
somewhere
that you're
near your
stoked
house.
about, new music to come out, right?
Yeah.
No, because this
Oh,
the
buy
music
yourself
I'm so-
pitch black room
Yeah,
and
I'm
let
just.
the music
I
carry
like
you.
hip hop, and I don't listen to hip hop.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be as good. You need something
Because I love
deeper.
hip hop.
Yeah.
And you, like, there's some hip hop like if the lyricist is
I
deep,
don't know.
if it's like deep lyrics, if something you can connect to,
Tell me.
bro. Like you feel like on mushrooms, man. You feel everything
Tell me,
so
it's
much more intense,
11:30,
right?
like,
So like going to see a
I
movie,
got 4
bro.
days ahead of me.
You will be sucked, and that movie feels so much more real. The acting
a lot
will be
more
better,
dramatic.
bro. Like
Fuck
you'll be
movies,
in
man.
the universe.
Yeah, fuck movies, dude.
Just
It
sit down
seems
and fucking
It,
in the dark.
it
I'm not saying you
opens
should
up
do
new
every trip like that, but
secrets
you haven't
of
done it once.
consciousness and
Have you
Trust
seen
me.
this movie Waking Life?
And drop him off. Yeah. You done?
Sure, I'm
Have
not.
you seen the movie Waking Life? For real?
Yeah, the one about the dreams.
Dropping him
It's-
back
yeah,
off
shit,
at
the
his
rotoscope
place.
cartoonish.
one?
It's
Yeah.
Dropping him back off at his
It's
place.
the director and that is
where's
the same
your
guy that
fucking
did,
plug at?
I
wanted to get some more
Confused.
Adderall.
You know, like
Okay.
the same
Can
guy
we
who
do
wrote
that?
Dazed and Confused.
Is it like
Honestly,
close?
The guy who wrote Waking Life,
Not
Holy
Adderall,
shit.
Adderall.
right? Like and
So different.
White powder.
but yeah,
Oh.
yes.
Dude.
Waking Life is
Yeah.
one of those things. Like when I watched that fucking movie, it made
My phone's dead.
it made sense.
Lame.
Yeah.
That's what life
I mean,
is.
I could try.
Period.
It's a dream.
Yeah. I mean, I got to charge you. You want to plug it in and hang out for like 5 more minutes?
But
Get
we're
enough juice
human
to
beings. That's it.
send a
Like,
text.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You have a mind.
That might
She
not
has a mind. He has a
work
fucking mind.
tonight.
He has a fucking mind.
Yeah,
I
I
It
have
took
a
Nah.
forever to get it.
We
Okay.
have,
Yeah.
we have collective
Just asking.
consciousness.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I would
We have
totally be down. I
consciousness,
just don't want to
like,
do all the driving and
selectively.
waiting and shit.
fine.
you know?
Absolutely.
No, I understand. I just
Well, I
figured it
think
can't
it's
hurt
just-
to
it's
ask.
just
Over.
podcast
Did we-
done?
Is it all gone? Goodbye.
Are we all gone on the Adderall? Because I was trying to get more. Are we all gone on the Adderall, the Coca-Cola?
When your
This
jaw
is
can
the
go
worst.
this way, your jaw can go that way.
Yeah.
He's a baseball player.
I got some.
Hell yeah. Okay. When we're
My
good.
name's Jose.
Do you want to bring this? If you want to go back to your place, do you want to just bring this to your place?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking bring the beer and fucking just come.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah, but I'd rather like just go have a beer somewhere and then roll. But we can do that like
Okay.
near your house.
So yeah, okay.
Okay.
Let's go do. how
There's
we're
some
gonna get beer
bars
at my
there
house,
off west.
You go back to the cordial.
But
Because
no,
that's
how
where
will
your
we
car
get that
is.
30 pack back to
Are
my
you
Throw it in the back of
Whatever
her
you
fucking
wanna do.
ride,
Are you
Right.
trying to
go out to a bar,
So we'll go to
and then
a
we get
bar.
dropped off at your place,
Right, but we're gonna go to a bar.
and we'll just have the
And
beer in the back.
they're gonna end up heading out. So that's what I'm saying.
Or what?
So
what
would
do
you be willing? Hey, Alex.
There's bars close to your place off Sheridan.
No, I fucking know.
Okay.
No, I pay. So how about this? Let's load everything up. Yeah, we'll go to Lakeview. You can drop us off. Come in, have a beer. I'd gladly buy you both, a drink and a shot. He obviously needs two,
Yeah.
and a half a soul.
No, he has so much soul.
And
I don't know.
and a McDouble
You have the
with
right
no
amount of
pickles.
muscle.
Let's go to cordial.
I'd
It's
try.
closer.
Okay,
There's
so
two there.
now if we sit there, are you willing to go to when you guys leave?
We'll drop
you
you guys
willing-
off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine.
That's the plan.
We'll drop you off at your house.
After having a beer.
Yeah.
So we're all
Complicated for
have
you.
one beer. 'Cause I'm thinking, dude, we're not gonna just have one fucking beer.
Oh, you wanted to kick it
We're gonna have
long after they
right,
leave.
and you guys are gonna leave, right? So
Yeah.
how do we get that 30 pack from there to my place?
Is it on the way to your place?
Are you
Because we
gonna
could
lift?
drop it at your
Lift.
place first.
Are you gonna
Right,
lift
so,
or are
so
you
we
gonna
just
walk?
have to hide it. Yeah, like we Ubered, obviously. Like
Well,
we'll
then,
Uber
yeah.
from where we're at to my
If
place.
we
Yeah,
go
just
to
hide it
cordial,
and
they're
see.
not gonna fucking care if you bring a 30 rack in to take home.
Dude, if it's on the way to your place,
You
can hide it.
literally you just run in and
You
drop it
can
off
hide
at
it.
your place.
Hide it in a
Turn
bush. It's
turn
not
that
that hard.
off, that podcast.
All right. To be continued.
So
Good
Times
hanging
are
out
tough.
with you, buddy.
Times are tough.
Remember,
Times are of the essence.
Times are really good right now. Things are really good.
Times are great.
yeah,
They're
times
doing
are
great. Life's so
How
hard.
many
for us.
people were watching?
awesome. Don't give up on life, bro.
Huh?
If you're lonely in your mom's basement,
You too. I'm,
rocking a neck beard,
Honestly.
just
You
start
get
hitting
married.
on every girl
We did
you
get
have an
married.
opportunity to hit
I
on.
didn't know that.
You're gonna fail 49
What
out
was
of
it?
50
I'm not
times.
saying I put it in her butt.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Like, yeah.
It's
married
a secret.
Okay.
Well, was
We only did it for the drinks, bud.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to go to the bar and be like, me and you just got married?
Yes,
Let's walk in.
please.
Let's walk in.